Cool, we're live. We got One Piece Nation in here, Manga Bros, and Master J 202. Talking about One Piece, we're just discussing Alpha Too Late 17, his Zoro versus Sanji video, and we're talking about haki.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
crap.
yeah, as I was saying was, if you look at the context, when Law's dead, when Luffy's dead, then you have hockey, like, who had hockey? He was asking who was able to hurt Caesar, like, who would be able to fight Caesar. And he said, me, Zoro, and Sanji.
So, I mean, the
Yeah,
thing is,
but
though,
he said who has haki. He didn't
Yeah, but I
specify
think he
which
meant
one.
army. I think he was like, who, but you had to look. I don't think he was talking to observation, like, who had observation hockey? Like, that's gonna help in the fight with Caesar.
Well,
Is it not implied by the
observations.
Marines considering he's named Black Leg, or is that just because
I know. How would we even know if he used it? It would be kind of hard to tell, honestly.
Yeah, it really would.
Maybe he had used it. We just can't.
We've never seen it.
Yeah, maybe he does use it all the time. We just can't see it. We had Panther Black.
but
I mean,
the
considering
thing,
he's been lighting his leg on fire forever now, like he's had to have hockey at some point.
I mean, the thing is,
Better
though,
question is, how are clothes not burned?
yeah, that's probably a form of hockey. That his foot lighting on fire. That's a form of hockey. But
Yeah, but what about the clothes? You think that's hockey?
the clothes, they're hockey imbued. So
Yeah, they're like special hockey clothes that like don't light on fire when fire touches them. Yeah.
I mean, though, it's like it's tough seeing Sanji beating Zoro, dude. Like,
Yeah. No, but the reason I can't see it is look at who trained them. Just look at who trained them, because no one will tell you Ivanko is near Mihawk's level. No one will ever tell you that.
yeah. I mean, if you look at just the masters, I mean, Sanji, you know, he's outclassed, by a long shot. But I believe Sanji does have some things up his sleeve that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, and it'll probably be this arc with the whole Sanji, Alright.
Yeah, but in the comments you got I Get Buckets, Marco D. Sapo, and Taekwon 1000 Finest. What's up, y'all? I Get Buckets said this came in to say, "May Jimmy Butler bless you." Amen. Jimmy Butler, bro. Yeah, man. Listen, man, I love Jimmy Butler. He's not better than LeBron. I'll leave it there. But they say Ivanko is stronger than Kuma, though.
Ooh, you think that? I
That's
don't.
what Taekwon 1000 said. I don't think so. I think Kuma, man. It's like, how do you beat Kuma?
No, I think the real question is, what are we talking about Kuma when he completely controlled? Or
Either way.
well, I think when he controlled, I feel like he probably had less of like a freedom to create his own tactics in battle, but could probably give anybody a major advantage. You're fighting a machine. Whenever you're going to be fighting a machine, it's normally getting you an advantage. But the real Kuma would destroy Ivanko.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Ivanko,
Didn't Ivanko have trouble with like Kuma in the war? Or was that filler? I forgot.
he had trouble either way. Like,
He had trouble with Magellan.
Dude, Magellan's like admiral level.
Is he?
Well, when you think about what he did, yeah. I mean, he took out you have to realize he took out all the Blackbeard pirates with ease.
Mm-hmm.
He just took them out. And
He
he's
did.
the warden of a prison that contains people that are admiral level or above.
Listen, man. I think Magellan is. I think he's borderline overrated at this point. I think. Listen, man. Luffy free time skip should not give Magellan any problems at all.
Whoa.
But
Do you think people overrate him?
oh yeah. I mean, they have people on the fence saying that it's probably.
So
he's
what would
admiral
you
level.
say he was? He has to be at least very powerful for the Navy to trust him with that job.
I think it's because of his devil fruit. It's because of how much it can affect someone, like, and how widespread it is. It's
But then it
perfect
also
for what he's
comes
doing.
down to like if you have hockey, it's like
Right. So
I don't think they would trust like somebody like him to watch like a white ace because Ace is the division commander of the Whitebeard Pirate, I think they're going to assume he knows hockey.
I mean, listen, like I think someone that would be perfect as well in the as a warden would be like Smoker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't actually. I think he'd be a terrible choice, honestly.
you think so? Why?
Yeah, I feel like because he, I feel like he's a he because if he's like he kind of rebellious. If he, I feel like he would probably do something stupid eventually, like let somebody out.
No, I'm saying as far as his devil fruit. Like,
On the devil fruit, yeah, but I was like,
yeah, as far as the devil
I would
fruit.
never want somebody like him in my guarding my people, but I'd be like, he'd probably gonna let them out. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Smoker is kind of a nice guy. I mean,
If some woman was like, "I'm here because my husband was a pirate," he's
I
like,
mean-
"Oh, okay, you can leave now."
I don't know if he's that simple though, because he's like a true Marine. Like he, like I mean,
Well, yeah, but in his eyes, a true Marine would be like, "You're innocent, you can leave."
I don't know. I
I
can't
don't
see
see
Smoker
Smoker
doing that.
ever holding somebody, arresting somebody unless they actually commit the crime. You know what I mean? Like I would not have seen if Blackbeard had been dropped Ace off of like Smoker's ship, and
Yeah.
you know he had known the reason that he was going to die was because of who his father was. I can see Smoker being like, "No, go commit more crimes as a pirate, and then I'll arrest you." You know what I mean?
That's a little far fetched.
I don't
what's-
see Smoker.
what's up, Ty?
I don't see Smoker being that guy that went on the island and was like started pulling pregnant women out of the house, and it's like you could have brought their child. We should totally like take your family away and possibly kill you.
I think you peg Smoker as the softy, bro. I think.
No, I don't. I think it being like you commit, kind of like a normal cop. You know what I mean? Like an cop. Like you commit a crime, I arrest you.
Yeah, but Smoker
You don't
seems
commit
to
a crime, we're good.
Smoker only seems to be relaxed when it comes down to like Luffy and the Straw Hats. And
We'll have to get to the freaking main characters.
I gotta say something, One Piece. You're in a good mood today.
Yeah, One Piece is he's on a roll here. But seriously though, not Smoker. Listen, I was rewatching the Alabasta arc today, and like just seeing how tough it was for Smoker to let Luffy go after he saved him. It's just that this guy, man. Like a lot of people underrate him because of what recently happened,
At Punk House?
Yeah,
I'm
Punk.
completely with that. People are saying he's weak. I mean, no.
Listen, I'm a Smoker fan, I feel
Same.
like the whole design is just devil
He's
fruit.
feared.
He looks like he's pretty badass.
Yeah.
And isn't he like feared?
Is what?
I'm pretty sure it was implied people in the New World fear him.
I guess.
I
Yeah,
can see
they
other
don't
Marines
nickname.
fearing him, but not like other pirates, because they know they could strong ones anyway.
Yeah, but the low weak pirates of the New World are like they know his name is known in the New World.
Yeah, White Chase. I mean,
Mhm.
because he's like obsessed over Luffy at this point. Like,
Okay, he's like, I will catch your fraud. That's the reason I think he's the Garp. Because he's like,
I believe that as well. But somebody brought up an interesting point on like one of our discussions. They commented and they said, what if Smoker is just kind of like a measuring stick for Luffy to show his growth?
I've heard that argument before.
What do you guys think about that?
I don't think so. I feel like he has a bigger
Well,
role.
the thing, when you think about that, even with a measuring stick, he would have to be big enough in power by the end of the series to even measure Luffy, because
Right.
he can't just stay at the bottom level and you could say, oh,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
comparing him to Luffy, you know what I'm saying?
But I went back and watched every encounter with Luffy and Smoker, and Luffy like he pushed Luffy every time. Like even when he's in Tashigi's body, he even hit him with the. Like Luffy was toying after a while, but he hit him. Like he got him.
Yeah,
It's
he
just
keeps him
like
on his toes.
yeah, I don't think he's a pushover like everybody thinks he is. I
Well,
mean,
he's definitely no fodder character, that's for damn sure.
I think a lot of people want to write him off as that though.
Yeah, exactly, and I don't get that. I love his character. I mean, by the end of the series, he's gonna get some type of power up or he's gonna train or something.
My
Yeah,
two favorite Marines, really, that aren't like, my two non-favorite, old Marines are Tatsuki and Smoker, hands down.
Yeah, I love Smoker, man. I saw something saying that
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave for a little bit. I gotta edit this video. I can't think straight.
All right, man.
But Todd's still gonna be here, so.
Cool. What were you saying, One Piece?
I was saying that. Oh right, that I know. I feel like Smoker. Like one of the reasons I think people like him is that the fact that he's like you can tell he's like very loyal to the Marines, but you can also tell he's like he knows when something. Unlike some of the other Marines, he'll do something if he thinks it's wrong.
Yeah, kind of like Fujitora.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now crazy, there's kind of trends here. There's always an admiral like that.
Yeah.
So Smoker right now, like as far as power, do you think he's ever going to get to the point to where he's going to be stronger than Luffy?
Not stronger than Luffy, but close. Yeah.
So yeah, but stronger than Luffy, unless something happens to the crew, and they're like,
Well, what
you're
if like
down for a little bit, then
what
maybe.
if like Garp or Kong trained them? If he trained Smoker, do you think he
Ooh.
would get powerful enough to defeat Luffy?
I don't. If they fought like at that point, I think it might be pretty damn close.
Yeah, Garp trained him. If Garp trained him, like actually, legitimately trained him, yeah.
You said Garp as far as who?
If
And he
Garp
trained
trained
Smoker, like legitimately, like was like, I'll teach you, like I'll show you the things I'll teach you the things I can do to help me combat Roger. Like,
Well, I mean, and then you got to think about Kobe, because he trained Kobe and all, so he might end up
Kobe's
getting to that
rough.
point as well.
Yeah, but the learning
finally
curve for
saw.
Smoker is probably a lot greater compared
Oh,
to Kobe.
Kobe,
Yeah,
what a
that makes
captain?
sense.
Smoker's a vice admiral. It's not really a comparison, if you ask me.
Well, I mean, Kobe's moving up. Like, you got to think about that.
True, he still got one-shotted by Luffy.
Yeah, but that was pre-time skip. We don't know what he's capable of.
So what do you
Yeah.
guys think Kobe is now?
Well, I think it would confirm his key can use. I know the special isn't canon, but I think him being a captain is canon.
Well, hopefully he can beat Nami. I don't know about anybody else on the Strides.
Ooh,
Yeah, I could see him beating Nami, but I think I could see him beating Brook as well.
I don't honestly see him beating Nami, honestly.
Y'all might disagree with me on the Brook thing, but
So you see who you see beating Brook?
Kobe.
I think Kobe's definitely beating Brook. After this.
Well, wait, where are you guys getting this? Like,
Kobe?
Just by the fact that there was a time skip, and he was probably training that whole entire time. You gotta factor that in.
Yeah, I think at this point Kobe should be stronger than Brook.
I think it'd be pretty like either mid tier or top tier vice admiral level.
You guys do know his rank has been confirmed, I'm pretty sure.
What is he, a captain now, right?
I think so, yeah.
So I mean, I think at this point he has to be an admiral. Like at this point he has to be close.
Straight admiral? Yeah, close to an. I don't think he's admiral.
No, not
quite yet.
admiral. Like I'm talking like a rear admiral or vice admiral.
Oh, man, I was like,
Yeah, not like admiral.
yeah, close to rear, but dude, I thought you meant like.
No. Not saying like if anything happened to Kizaru or it's like, all right, Kobe just gonna slide right in. No, not at
But
all.
it's funny with the Marines that have powers that aren't like devil fruits, we never really get to see them fight. Like with Garp, Kong, Kobe, we don't really get to see their powers where they are now. So
Yeah,
it
they
kinda
kind of
sucks.
phased out.
Well, no, I understand Garp because Garp's probably gonna do something epic.
We got 2 new people just joined. Fifth Son. And
Okay. I didn't want to just speak up and then have it be all awkward and whatnot.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Wiz left a comment as far as the Smoker thing, so you wanted to come in and talk about Smoker and his disdain for Smoker. It's like, no.
Well, yeah, I can speak Smoker. I can pretty much speak anything you guys are talking about. And at the same time, you have to excuse me if you hear my son in the background. He's on his way to sleep.
That's all good, man.
Yeah, you're good. Man.
And he said someone else joined as well. I want to give him a chance to introduce himself. I'm Wiser, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Sup, Wiser. All right, Taekwon.
Yeah.
Taekwondo.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you,
Yep.
bro.
Thanks.
Okay, so let me jump in a little bit with that smoker thing, because it's but so much that you could type in the comment section before you say I'm tired of typing.
Yeah, exactly. Good point.
So with Smoker is a great character, but at the same time, I think that when Oda decided to separate, I feel as though he separated New World from that whole first stage of the Grand Line.
Paradise.
Say it again, please.
I said it would refer to pre-time skip. Right before the time skip, they would refer to as Paradise.
True. All right, I'll give you that. But if we remember, how long did he take off before he decided to do New World? Like we got like a nice long break in between.
Was it 6
I wanna
weeks?
yeah, I want to say it was
I believe
6 weeks.
6 weeks. It was the longest 6 weeks of my life.
Yeah, right.
It was like 6 weeks.
I'm stressing because we were stuck with Bleach and Naruto at the time.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's no offense.
It was rough. It was rough for him.
I think he purposely did that to make sure that you knew that this is going to be a huge separation and the power levels are going to be a lot different.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, while I think that everybody within this 2-year span got a chance to power themselves up. I mean, if you take a look at it, you have the entire Straw Hat crew who has gotten their power-ups. If you look at the other supernovas, they've gotten their respective power-ups as well. So I would think that the admirals,
I didn't even look at Buggy.
the guys in Buggy, oh boy, Buggy's the god.
Yes. Pirate King Buggy, man.
But I think everybody got their respective power-ups. So if we revisit Smoker, let's come back to Smoker. So everybody's taking this time to level up. All right, we all agree that everybody's leveled up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Smoker even moved up in rank, and he was stationed in New World. So the Navy won't put him there without the confidence that he can, handle his level of pirates.
Right. As a vice.
But that's kind of tricky because he kind of talked Aokiji into letting him do it. Aokiji was like, "Are you sure you want to go there? Like that's crazy." And so it's not really like he really made it off his skill. It's like Aokiji kind of did him a favor. And on top of that, when Don Flamingo was destroying him, Aokiji had to come and save him for that little moment right there. I'm sure he'll get his power up eventually, but right now, I think he's kind of like with Luffy a little bit, where like these people is way stronger than him, kind of.
I don't
I
think
think it's tough though. Who's beating Dofi at that point?
Yeah.
Like at that situation right after Punk Hazard, like after
Punk Hazard, he was getting that work a little bit on Punk Hazard.
yeah, because first he had it with Law, right, and he gave Law a little bit, but then Law, kind of dismantled him fairly easily. Then Virgo I think that kind of killed his confidence because Virgo was like, yo, like you can't beat me, like you're just not strong enough.
So, how much more of a power up can this guy get? Unless they're gonna have another time skip.
I kind of picture there being another time skip, to be completely honest with you.
There has to be.
I don't really think it'd be fair if he just get like, all right, we got to power this guy up.
Yeah, power him up. Just a time skip just to power
then
him
you
up.
gotta
I don't know.
But it
During
kinda
that
feels
time
like there's
skip,
Not just him, the power of Luffy. Luffy's way too weak.
I think it's too
gotta like
soon though
time
for another
skip,
time
though.
skip. Too
it
soon.
kinda feels like there's
some
a-
probably didn't train as much as others did. You know what I'm saying?
Remember, every time Luffy meets Smoker, he says you've gotten stronger. Like every time he but Luffy's always a step ahead. I mean, I
Luffy
think
at this point is way.
way ahead of Smoker because I can't see Smoker even competing with Luffy when he's in Gear 4. Like,
Actually, I thought of them.
James, what were you trying to say? I kept talking over you, man. My bad.
Oh, sorry, no problem. I was just saying it kind of feels like there's a time skip right now for all the background characters because like we see Smoker and we see foreshadowing for Bellamy taking Luffy's Vivre card and saying just in case. I mean, there's a lot of foreshadowing that these guys are powering up right now as we're seeing the
That's a
main
good point.
characters.
That makes a lot of
we
sense.
saw Sabo training, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like with his Devil Fruit. So Sabo's gonna come back. Like
And he's gonna be a
crazy
fucking beast.
monster.
Oh my god.
He's already a monster.
Yeah, for real. Fucking love
He
him.
is. He is. I mean,
Work on refining those fire devil fruit powers. That's that's what he's mainly working on. I think his combat is fine. He just has to learn the.
Okay, kind of perfect.
he definitely has the edge because he's been training his whole life without a Devil Fruit, so now he adds a Devil Fruit. It's like
And he went toe to toe with Fujitora.
Fuji. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yeah, a lot
he
of
could have
people
done
say-
that.
I really wonder what happened in that fight because they really left that alone.
Oh my God, they just kept going back and forth.
I didn't like how they like finished it. Like they pretty much finished it off screen. I didn't like that.
Oh
I
God.
think they did that more so because Fujitora is just a nice guy. So
Yeah.
I think that I don't really think that Fujitora probably put too much into that fight because he's that type of person.
Yeah.
And he also like just the way that he wasn't putting his all into when he was about to take down Luffy.
Yeah, I don't think he considered Sabo an enemy like that.
No.
No. That's why they basically talked it out. It was like, yo.
Why? No, but wait, are you saying Sabo did admiral level?
Pretty much.
I'd say so. He's
Wait,
like
Sabo
pretty-
is what?
Admiral level. Pretty close.
Let
Yeah,
me
pretty close.
let me
You
ask
can
you this
toss it
about,
with an admiral. You can
let
toss
me
it.
ask you this about the admirals. Do you think that the first three admirals are different tier than the admirals that Fujitora is the only one that we've seen so far. Do you think that there's like a new tier of admirals that's like a little lower than the first one?
I'd say
yeah,
the
definitely.
older
They
are
drafted-
way stronger than the new ones, honestly.
I was kind of thinking that, but then I'm not sure though, because it's tricky. We haven't really seen that.
Tough. Like, how strong is Kizaru? Like, I never think he's
Strong
taking
enough to
anything
not
seriously.
be afraid of Ben Beckman. That's out.
But
Yeah,
the thing-
he was.
But he was.
That's Yonko level. That's a Yonko level group right there. I think that's different.
No, but he was trolling. He was just like, oi, oi, so terrifying.
Yeah, but he's always trolling though.
He's different.
That's
He's
his personality.
Yeah, Kizaru's he kind of reminds me of Shunsui from Bleach.
Yeah!
Yeah,
Totally comparison.
yeah.
Because he has that laid back type of personality, along with Aokiji as well.
Yeah, Aokiji is like, I don't think Fujitora is stronger than Aokiji.
No.
Aokiji is pretty much as strong as a fleet admiral.
I don't
Like, to go that long at that, when you have that disadvantage, that's impressive.
True.
I think he's building up for another fight against Akainu.
Aokiji?
Yeah.
I think the next big fight Akainu is going to have is versus Sabo.
I think we get a different Fujitora if he decided to get, enraged or just get serious.
Mhm.
I think we get a different Fujitora. Just pick one.
Don Flamingo brushed Aokiji off like it was nothing though.
Oh yeah.
True.
Dofi?
Yeah.
Man, Dofi's just a man. He brushes anybody off.
And
Go
like,
on, yo.
I was thinking that maybe Fujitora and Green Ball will be weaker than the original Admiral, but we really didn't get to see Fujitora really display his skills to see if he's on par or a little bit weaker yet, since he wasn't really
If
going
you
all
can
out
bring
in the
down
last arc.
If you can bring down asteroids,
That's
you're a
crazy.
beast automatically.
Oh
Okay,
my God. That was so impressive. Like, I think for like a week, like on YouTube, how did he do it? Discussions. What? like how do you bring down a meteor? Like,
Akainu got that move though, but he shoots his magma fist up in the air and brings him down like meteors though.
And he's too arrogant too.
who Akainu?
Yeah.
I love Akainu.
Oh, I love
hate
it.
it. It's a love-hate relationship with me and Akainu.
Yeah,
So,
me too. But
let me ask you guys this question: Yonko versus Admirals. You think that which group do you think is stronger?
Yonko.
Yoko and
Yonkos.
Like, not close.
Ah,
This is
man.
close, right?
It's close.
It's close.
no
It's
doubt,
close.
I don't really have it as being close. I think Yonko's is way higher than the
Yeah, me too.
Whitebeard.
by a good margin, yeah.
These
I agree.
Yonkos are. I think these other Yonkos are probably in their prime right now, whereas Whitebeard
They are.
is far from his prime and was still dominating.
But some
Okay,
of
but
them,
we also need to get there. Whitebeard Prime and probably above all the Yoko right now.
Well,
Definitely.
Whitebeard was the strongest one.
Next to Roger. I mean, when he was in his prime, he was Roger's rival. Like, this guy had to have been above all the Yoko right now.
The current Yonko.
I could have
Easily.
sworn in the manga they said that Whitebeard couldn't stand up to Roger at all.
No.
That was a hater saying that, I think.
Is that something Whitebeard admitted himself?
I think Don Flamingo said that at the war or something like that.
I think Roger was stronger. Like, it was no question that he was just stronger than Whitebeard. But I think Whitebeard was right there.
I think around that kind of power gap. Like,
Luffy and Law.
Yeah, like, it was, like, close. Like, if Roger didn't take it seriously, he would have lost. But he would as long as he fought seriously, you would definitely notice that he would.
Yeah.
And, we have to be honest. If Luffy had a fight with Law and he was joking around the whole time playing games, he would die.
Pretty
So,
much. I think anybody plays around with Law, they could die.
Well, good point. Law Delaford overpowered. Yeah.
So
Yes.
who was Roger's rival? Was it Shiki or
Oh yeah, it was Whitebeard, and now Shiki weak.
was that canon? The Shiki and Roger rivalry?
Okay.
I think
Okay,
it
yo,
was.
Yeah.
I need to say this. People, there's a big misconception. Episode 0 and Shiki are canon.
Yeah, that's
I think it
canon.
was- I think it was confirmed that episode 0 was non-canon though.
Well, no, I mean, there's a chapter based on it. So episode 0, yeah.
So I just wonder why they never drew that timeline with Whitebeard and Shiki at all, but just Roger and Shiki.
Well, they did. If you watch the full episode 0, there's actually a scene of Whitebeard and Shiki talking. Shiki talking evenly with Whitebeard in this guy. He's actually pissing Whitebeard off. And Whitebeard's just like, I will drown you. And Shiki's just no, he said, you rule the scene out of Roger dead. And he's like, I'll throw you in the bottom of the ocean if you keep on saying shit like that. And Shiki's quiet. So I'm assuming Shiki's like, I don't want to mess with Whitebeard.
I mean, just compare their two devil fruits. He can't compare it to Whitebeard, even though I do like Shiki.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Shiki. I wish
like
they'd pop up in canon sometime, like, you know.
Yeah, he had to. It was, Strong World was such a waste of a character, honestly.
I like Strong World.
No, the movie was great, but it was a waste to use Shiki.
They could have gotten a lot more story out of that movie.
No,
They're
it just
saying,
doesn't even make sense. Shiki can go toe to toe. Shiki can survive a fight with the Pirate King, but he can't beat a kid that can't even use haki.
Yeah, get established by
It's
Luffy.
like this guy should be able to kill Luffy in one punch. Luffy has armament haki. He should be able to destroy the whole crew.
I mean, yeah, but you know, plot purposes. But they're saying that we're overrating the Yonkos.
Well, no,
Nah,
this
I don't
guy
think he
makes a
overrated
good point. This guy's right. To take on all four, the four Yoko combined are pretty. What he's saying is it would take 4 admirals and all 7 warlords to beat all
the four
Yonkos.
Yonkos?
Just to beat one of them, I think.
Hard for them to
All
do
4
that.
of them. All
So
4
you
of them
think
they do
okay?
Yeah,
So-
I think it depends on which Yonko it is.
So
though.
Akainu,
Than others.
so
We
Akainu.
really got a chance to see Whitebeard. We don't know what the other 3 could really do.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I
we,
think
we
Shanks has to be a monster.
but we all agree that
Jesus.
we all agree that since Whitebeard wasn't in his prime, that all the other Yonkos except for maybe Blackbeard is all either like equal to Whitebeard or stronger, right?
Oh yeah.
I think current Blackbeard is probably stronger than Whitebeard at Marineford now.
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah.
And we seen Whitebeard going 1-on-1 with Akainu, kind of getting the better of him. And
Akainu did take his head off though.
no, he did.
Well,
but
that was after he was stabbed in his heart.
Yeah. Whitebeard was a walking corpse. Like,
Yeah.
Whitebeard was ready to die. Wait, Arlong could have been a warlord? No, he couldn't.
I would say before but I would say before that, like before Whitebeard got stabbed in the heart, I think he would have had his way with Akainu.
he was.
You know,
It's like Akainu wasn't enough to take him 1-on-1, but he could put up a fight though.
not at all. I wonder how it would have looked, all 3 of those guys going after Whitebeard, with Whitebeard not stabbed.
That was a
Like,
missed
what-
opportunity. That would have been
I think
so sick.
they're wiping the floor with Whitebeard. All 3.
Some people might not like this, but I think that Whitebeard versus Akainu, without the distractions that came in later, would be like a Sanji versus Zoro thing.
So it's going to be a close fight, or
Yeah, but Zoro will probably win.
I don't even got I got Whitebeard destroying Akainu, like not.
Whitebeard would wreck him.
He
but
the thing is, Whitebeard is like he's Roger's like rival, so it's like he's probably stronger.
Akainu pretty much tapped out. Like even
Okay, I have a good question. Do you think? Can we all agree that Yoko as a whole are much more dangerous than anything the Navy had? And I don't mean just one. I mean all 4 combined.
More dangerous than the.
Than anything the Navy got. Like if all 4 Yoko walked up to Navy headquarters,
oh yeah.
they would have
Before them,
like fighting all 4 of
I
us.
don't think
That's
it's-
one of the reasons the war freaking ended when Shanks showed up.
Yeah.
They were pretty much openly admitting we can't beat 2 Yoko. We can't do it.
It's not going to be that easy for them to just walk up to, because we have some vice
Or they
admirals
could
that
just
can
walk
tussle.
in and they could be like, "We're the
I always see
Yoko."
vice admirals getting killed real quick. Besides Virgo and besides
But let's not forget those other guys, the Onigumos, the Momongas, Surus.
Uh-huh.
I feel like
But
we have
also,
some
couldn't
really powerful
Oda
fights.
confirmed Jane could have taken out all 100 people. I'm pretty sure he said Jane Rayleigh could have taken out all 100 people in Fifth Man Island. So that
I mean,
all
that's
100,000.
father though.
Oh, and that too. I think it was a giant Vice Admiral. Whitebeard killed them real quick.
He was like bitch now.
Pretty much face palmed him.
Listen, look, Shanks is strong, but Shanks isn't. I think the reason why the war stopped is they've already taken so many casualties, and for them to go against another Yonko, it's like
Wasn't gonna happen.
it wasn't happening, yo. Like Sengoku gave the order, but I think Akainu would have been like, all right, let's go,
But here's
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, no, the guy just saying,
let's go, I'm ready.
here's
But then Mihawk backed off, like
here's my next question. Since they had the three admirals and they clearly didn't stand a chance against Whitebeard like before he got hurt, why didn't they unleash Garp?
I think Sengoku said Garp wasn't even supposed to participate, right? Like,
No, he wasn't supposed to. No,
Yeah.
I think he was just.
Garp said he was there only because it's Ace.
right.
Yeah, I think he was just. Was he protecting Ace?
No,
He was overseeing it, like
Yeah.
he was just so.
I think it was also partially it was kind of like it was kind of like I think Garp was kind of like there, and he would kind of like I think he kind of was secretly hoping that there would be something he could secretly do.
The thing is, I lost respect for Garp because it's just like, you shouldn't let your family die. I don't care what it is. Like,
Well, he helped out at the end.
that's the way of the story, though.
Yeah,
Like-
like
I feel
Garp
like
would have
it'd
been
be
dropped
hard to
automatically.
win.
if he tried
think
to
so?
It was plot. And the same thing as Whitebeard had been confirmed as conquerors haki. Why not just knock out all the father, and then the Whitebeard Pirate would only have to worry about a couple other about a handful
maybe
of
because he
people.
was sick. Maybe because he was sick, he couldn't use it.
Yeah, no, but Luffy was near death when he was in Impel Down. He was like frozen, half dead, and he still managed to use conquer haki to save Bon Clay.
I mean, but the times when Luffy was using like Conqueror's hockey, he was like, he wasn't even.
He wasn't conscious of it.
Yeah.
I gotta go, guy. I don't know.
With that. But I think when Garp let Ace die, man, I was like, come on, Garp, come on, bro.
When Luffy passed him, he let Luffy knock him out. I think
Yeah,
that
he
was
did let Luffy just go past him. He did do that.
At
But it
the
was
same
just-
time, it's not really his kid; it's Roger. So he kind of had to let, his he had to let Ace's destiny go on
Yeah.
how it was supposed to go.
like Sabo said, kind of.
I mean, that's true, but yo, he kind of raised Ace, didn't he?
Yeah, he raised.
Yeah.
He definitely raised those.
Like it was basically his kid.
Well, actually, it all kind of worked out. He let Luffy pass him, and he got saved. It's just that Ace went back on his
Yeah.
own to confront Akainu. That's what messed everything up.
It's
Garp kind of did all he could do.
Yeah, because he acted like he was gonna stop Luffy, but he really.
Yeah, when Luffy knocked him, I'm like, come on, Garp, really?
Because if he really wanted to stop Luffy, I think he could have.
He knocked Marco back into humanity, bro.
I think the whole time Garp was there, he was pretty much fighting back his feelings of
Yeah.
this is my family. Like he raised them saying, I want you both to be pirates or
Yeah,
sovereigns.
because he always had that little inner monologue going on the whole entire time.
And at the same time, he's like, if you go the way of the pirate, this is what can happen to you. So he kind
He
of
warned him, yeah.
word. This, they have their own separate lives. Like he has his life as a person of the Marines, and these guys are pirates. They're enemies, even though they're family. So he's going to care for them and love them. And when he's in the line of duty, that whole time he's fighting back his feelings. Because if you look at what happened with Akainu, he was pretty much ready to one-shot him.
Yeah, the thing is, I think because Sengoku held him down, but he was holding back. Garp was definitely holding back, but I mean, Ace dying, man, it was necessary. I think Ace dying, Ace and Whitebeard dying is like a proclamation of a new era. It had to happen.
Yeah.
And that's why Dofi's speech is so epic with who's gonna rule the seas now.
Yeah, Ace was my favorite character before that happened.
Yeah, Ace is up there for me for sure. I mean, I wish we had gotten some more of Ace, but
I
Same.
wonder just how strong Ace really was.
Oh, what that's the thing too. Like I heard something before where people were saying like, could current Luffy beat Ace? before the
think
time
so.
skip. I think he could.
Yes, yes, I believe so. I think Gear 4 Luffy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Not even Gear 4.
Well, they both had
but
conquerors.
but it is kind of tricky though because Ace was able to fight Aokiji for a bit. Like he actually did good. I think he did good against Aokiji. He did good against Kizaru. It was just Akainu that was
Well,
giving him problems.
I'm pretty sure Luffy right now could do okay against them as well.
Exactly.
yeah, for like
He knows what
for
he's
like a quick a quick tussle. Yeah, yeah, he's giving them a quick tussle of their life.
Well, he'll be able to damage them now, but I don't think Luffy's strong enough to actually win because like
no.
remember we seen Marco and the Flower Vista, they both hit Akainu with haki and it didn't even really do nothing really.
Akainu's
It just
a
kind
monster,
of
bro.
But he didn't care about that.
Yeah, he didn't even shook it off. Like, yo, ridiculous.
but at the same time, it's not like just because Luffy does a hockey punch, you know, the admirals is going to be thrown all across the place. They might just brush it off.
It was a little bit weird because he was no selling hockey, like ornament hockey. He was just like that just didn't exist. Even though it was knocking holes in him, he just kept going.
Yeah, yeah.
It hurt you?
The dude's a monster, bro. Like,
What's up with you, man?
but
Yeah, so it was damaging him, but it wasn't really like destroying him.
No. I think that probably is more of a fight that needs to be won with will, where like Whitebeard's will was able to overcome Akainu.
Yeah.
Other guys, I don't think that they had the will to stand up to Akainu.
yeah, that guy, he was on a mission. Like, he was on a mission to take out Luffy, Ace, Whitebeard. Like, that's what he wanted to do, and like nobody was stopping him. And
Absolute justice.
Absolute.
And Luffy
much.
versus Fujitora got cut, but I think if that would have happened, Fujitora would have won. So I don't think we can't say that Luffy could fight an admiral if he couldn't really fight Fujitora and win.
Luffy was damn near, he was still recovering.
yeah, there's no chance he had of winning. But my boy Zoro was about to jump in though, so
Well, that too. Like Zoro's our favorite swordsman and stuff like that, but Fujitora is just like he's on a different level right now, kind of.
yeah,
Zoro.
because you don't know what his gravity is. Like,
Yeah, his power's beast. That gravity stuff.
We don't know that, and at the same time, we don't know how he will fight when he's actually serious. I don't think he's serious.
Oh,
At all.
he casually held up like the debris in the country and forgot about it.
yeah, but I think it was hinted when Luffy felt bad for him because he was blind, and he said that he made his own self blind. Is fruits of his labor. That's some crazy stuff right there. Like
Yeah,
he's like
he
a
blinded himself, but maybe that gave him a power up as well because he blinded himself. Because, as far as his observation hockey, he probably spiked after you lose your sight.
Senses. It was definitely of the senses.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we don't know his reasons for doing that, but that's like a beastly training to take up. And they said something that like they call Fujitora the monster. I think Luffy just caught his interest and he's being nice, but I think like in other places. There and other things, Fujitora like goes crazy.
But I think that's Luffy's greatest strength, right? How he attracts people to him, like his charisma. So they're saying, is that possible that that's a form of hockey? Like, just be.
I thought that
being
when
able to attract people.
Knocking the hockey.
Or King's hockey.
Yeah, like a
Nakama hockey.
like a
that's
like quality.
part of King's hockey.
Because when he was fighting Don Chinjao, it was like even Diamante was like, "Yo, this is the quality of a king." Like, this, like he's just dazzling. I mean, that's why you love Luffy, man. But they're saying, as far as gears, how many gears do you think Luffy should have?
Maybe
5.
6.
5. It got to be 5.
It should stop at that nice round number of 5. Even though I don't even think it should go to 5, but
Yeah.
5 is a round number.
What would 5 entail, you guys think?
All right, guys, I'm back. Just got done
What's up,
editing
Lance?
this video.
Oh yeah. I think it should go up to 5 or 6 because at some point, every time he does these gears, they come with like he gets small or he runs out of hockey. He has to find a way to just control him, or like what Crocodile told him.
I think
Whoever.
he just has to have different techniques other than gears.
Yeah, I remember I mentioned last week that I think the gears, like each of the gears, are towards like his perfect form.
Yeah.
Like each of them is like supplying like
Yeah, like a little piece of it.
yeah, and then eventually all the gears gonna start working in together. Then Monkey King Luffy.
So
There's a really old Gear 4 theory that I actually think could still be true. I'm gonna look for it.
I just seen something in the comments from Ivory Buckets. He says, "Well, Gear 4 is Admiral level with Master, so maybe 5 or 6 gears." And my thought on that is, cracking into Gear 4 for Luffy, could we consider that almost like the same as Guy opening up the gates?
That's a pretty good point. I like that.
It's
Oh,
kind
guys, I found it. This is a theory from we have for a gear.
If you're gonna make him admiral level, didn't the 8 gates make Hokage level like temporarily?
pretty much past Hokage level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't all the Kages get taken out by Madara like casually?
Yeah, and that was before he had the
Oh my
Telltale
god!
T-shirt
Like,
power.
he made him just look so weak. After that, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was stronger than all the Kage combined. The Madara without the
Yeah.
Right.
without the tail beef power, Madara beat the Kage. He was like 10 times stronger when he fought Guy.
Yeah, he's a legend. None of those Kages was really legends.
But how was Hashirama just kind of phased out?
It really was.
Like he was supposed to be the strongest shinobi ever, and it was just like, oh, it's Hashirama, and he was really nothing after that. I didn't like that.
Him, and then the 4th, they just took his arms off. What him to do?
Took his arms away. Just the 2nd, he got those rods in him. It's just like.
But I have a question about that. I've been wondering this for the longest. What the hell happened to Pain during that whole thing? Then they brought him back, and then he just disappeared.
No, he was sealed by Itachi.
Yeah.
He was what?
Nagato, right?
Yeah.
Who sealed him? I forget. I forget. what
Itachi
happened.
did, yeah.
Naruto and Killer Bee steal him.
Well, hold on. No, he was sealed after he was brought back with Itachi?
Yeah, didn't it wasn't there a fight like Pain and Nagato, Naruto, and Killer Bee versus
Pain and Itachi.
Yeah, and then like Naruto, the crow came out, Itachi was free, and he helped Killer Bee and Naruto steal him with his Susanoo.
I thought he came back to help them.
No, but remember when Naruto spat out the crow, it like released him?
Yeah, Itachi had to get free first.
Itachi's the man, yo.
Itachi God.
Sorry.
That fight was crazy because when they brought Nagato back, he had he was a sage of the 6th path and he had crazy powers.
But wasn't Itachi the only one to be able to escape from like reanimation?
Madara.
Yeah.
But Madara as well. But Madara, Itachi kind of like, did he plan that in advance, bro?
Itachi was so underrated.
Oh my god.
No, the crow was meant for Sasuke.
Yeah. This guy is Itachi's ridiculous. I mean, Sasuke now is stronger, but I think Itachi definitely had more potential.
Yeah.
Well, not really, considering Sasuke is the reincarnation of Indra, so that...
I mean, yeah, but
Practically.
exactly, Sasuke had that advantage, and I think Itachi was still...
Itachi wasn't training in the same focus as Sasuke was. Itachi was training to protect, whereas Sasuke was training to kill.
Yeah, revenge.
If Itachi had that same mindset, he was way more talented than Sasuke.
That's not. Just looking at it, like he was
Had
what?
the same motive. I think Itachi leaps and bounds. Like they just had the same motive.
Yeah, I mean Itachi. As far as potential, I don't see any other shinobi that had more in the series. As far as potential, I mean Sasuke's right there, but I mean Neji.
They just had a different. They fucked Neji over.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Neji kind of got reduced to nothing.
Wasn't he the only one to die?
Yeah, he had no Sasano or no other kind of like extra super crazy power up.
Well, no, the thing is, Neji is Cupid. Kishimoto has a minute in it. Neji is the Cupid, and it's needed to make Naruto and Hinata get together so they can have sex and make babies.
Whoa, that fucking
Probably
escalated.
left him dead.
That's why Neji died.
That's
Naruto and Hinata can make babies.
The thing is, I think the Sharingan was just more cooler, so they kind of got run away from that.
Well, not
The
according to
Yakugan.
the last with the Tenseigan. Tenseigan, whatever it's called.
I mean, I still think
Like,
Sharingan is cooler. Yo.
you know,
Like it just
Sharingan-
appealed to the fans more. Like
Wait,
Sharingan is
cooler
yeah.
than the the Byakugan?
No, the Sharingan's way better. I want to
Sharingan is a lot cooler. I mean, I think it's even better than the
Included-
Rinnegan. to be
Nah,
honest.
the Rinnegan is what's up.
No, the Rinnegan is better, but I think I enjoy the Sharingan more. I don't know.
Yeah, the Sharingan has a lot
Can't
more
the-
ability.
Can't the Rinnegan do everything the Sharingan could do though? Isn't it like an upgrade kinda?
I don't.
It has a few more things, like more badass things, I think.
I'm not sure because it's like
is different.
Because remember, Sasuke I upgraded to a Rinnegan. He did.
Yeah,
I don't think he
it's
lost
like an
his
upgrade
powers, his
there.
previous powers.
But he still had one shining on his other eye. He like divided it.
Yeah, I think there's a loss between like whenever you upgrade to a Rinnegan.
You also need to consider. This is probably a plot hole, but when Madara, remember how when he was brought back, he had no Sharingan?
The whole
Or Rinnegan,
Yeah.
he was like blind? And he fought Patel Beast and went to no. How did he do that?
because
He
he's
had no
Madara.
Sharingan.
Because he's Madara.
That's the
why.
point.
That's the only explanation.
Maybe once you unlock the technique with the Sharingan, as
Yeah.
long as it doesn't come out of the eye like Amaterasu, if it's something like Susanoo, maybe you can just keep on doing it.
But they say Sasuke had the Rinne Sharingan, like he didn't have a Sharingan.
Yeah, Renee shot. I think that's like the name people are
But
called.
I think the
for
Rinnegan
it.
can't do everything the Sharingan.
Well, no, but that's what Sasuke had. He had like a weird combination.
It was a
Hagoromo
combination.
gave him like a weird combination of both.
Right. So I think the Rinnegan isn't it like force, push and pull, and like stuff like that.
Force, push, pull.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Well,
much
that's-
every one of the Pain's abilities is one of the Rinnegan.
That's kind of tricky though, because when what's his name had it,
Nagato.
not Nagato, the guy with the Toby. When Toby had it, he wasn't really doing
Obito.
that stuff. Yeah, Obito.
That missed.
The thing is, I think Obito was most impressive was right after Rin was killed. Like after he took out all those people.
Yeah.
I was like, Obito?
I thought he was.
He got beast when I like when Obito when he took the mask off and got serious.
Like
That's where his character went
No,
for a punch for me.
Here's the thing. Some people need to think that was Obito. Let's all be honest. That was actually the ramen guy.
The who?
The ramen guy from the Ishiraki Ramen.
Oh.
yeah, I've been hearing that. I hear that he's the final villain. That the series isn't going to be over.
I think it's gonna be the main antagonist in Boruto.
Like Obito was pretty strong throughout the whole series, but I think once he took that mask off and started using both of his Sharingans, he like stepped it up a lot.
Yeah,
It's funny because did you guys notice that in the anime that his voice changed after he took his mask off?
Yeah.
I noticed that. That was so stupid.
Like he was the voice of Madara.
Like if I heard his voice in English in Storm 4.
Like
It's like
I thought it was cool how they did that.
You guys heard his voice in Storm 4? It's like, it's the English one, it's the same one they used for the 12-year-old Obito, so it sounds so weird.
As an adult?
Yeah, so it's like this grown-ass man with the voice of a 12-year-old boy.
They didn't try there. But they were asking in the comments about how strong is Rayleigh.
Well, he
Wait, when? Not the birthday. When?
As far as Rayleigh's
probably current.
how
I think
strong was
Rayleigh
he
is, I would
at
even
his
think he's
peak?
still in his prime. Like,
Clear-
he's a badass.
Clearly Admiral level.
Yes,
Nah, above Admiral level.
Yeah, he's,
No, currently I put it
I'd say Admiral level.
I think he's
prime, I
probably
would say
like
above Yoko level.
he could be a
Currently-
captain. Like he could be a Yonko by himself. Like
Currently, he's
Wait, right now?
I
I
think
do right
in
now.
his prime. In
Currently-
In his prime, I would say he's above Yoko. In his prime.
Yeah. Well, currently he's Admiral level. I think before that he was above Admiral level.
I think he was above Yoko level in his prime. Honestly.
what's Yonko level?
That's hard though to say that he was at Yonko level because if
'Cause that's when
if Raja and Whitebeard was equal, he can't really be Yonko level. You know what I mean?
The thing is, if was it saying Goku and Roger going after
No, but you have to like,
Goku
what was
Naruto
Whitebeard
going after
prime
him?
like? Whitebeard prime could have been like 20, 30 times Whitebeard and Marineford for all we know.
Yeah. Like I don't think Rayleigh could beat
I don't think. All right. Do you guys think that? I heard you guys saying something about. I think it was last week where you guys were saying the supernovas. You guys mentioned that this is like the new set of supernovas, as if there were other supernovas.
Yeah.
Most likely, there have to have been. They're always newbies. They're always like new people. Or something.
Yeah, it's like the
Every generation.
They have- it's just like
So that was something to confirm that there's been other supernovas. It's not that this particular.
yeah, it's been others because Cavendish, he was one.
They were called Cavendish's group was called supernovas.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, they have
it's for each generation. Like,
this generation was the most.
to supernovas, but Luffy's generation has like the worst.
Yeah, they're just the worst generation.
They're like the worst ones.
Now I say that to say this. I'm going to bring it to the Yonko level now. Do you think that there's been other groups of Yonko?
No.
No.
Yes,
I
yes,
think
for
that
sure.
I think that this has been the only. I think that
Maybe one died before and was replaced, but I don't think it was
Maybe it's possible that there were other Yonko.
Wasn't it Whitebeard and
I,
Cheeky and Roger?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
Based on
believe it
time
was.
limit,
I
I
don't-
don't know.
the reason for the Yonko was to have protection over these 4 different territories.
Wait, hold on. And if Whitebeard and if Roger's like the king of all of it, then really the Yonko are irrelevant
never
for
a
the
Yonko.
Pirate King.
Roger was never Roger was a Yonko at all. He was
Yeah,
just
Roger was,
Nah,
Roger
because
was
he was
above
the
them.
first of the era.
We don't know if
Just-
it was we don't know if Roger was the Pirate King and if it was for Yonkos. Roger just could have been the Pirate King and it couldn't have been no Yonkos.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think there were.
Yeah, that's possible.
Do you guys remember when Brooke said that he remembers that Roger was a rookie?
Yeah, I would love that line. He's like, I remember some rookie named Gold Roger.
Wow.
And then it's like, you had no idea who you're talking about, do you?
But imagine back then all the rookies. Do you think Rayleigh being a rookie, Roger?
Well, we've seen them as rookies.
Yeah.
All right, so I remember what I was trying to say. I was trying to say that I don't think Rayleigh could be Whitebeard. I don't think he could beat him in his prime, and I don't think before Whitebeard
never.
died. But before Whitebeard died, I don't think Rayleigh could have beat him. Because Whitebeard was equal with Roger, and that was his second mate. So
That's really without his kick. He admitted to that.
With
The
Roger.
thing is, what I always go back to is Luffy and Zoro.
yeah,
And
like
how
that.
closely, as far as their strength, it's and I believe that's how Roger and Rayleigh had to be, where it's they're pretty
Yeah.
close as far as strength. Where Rayleigh, he could step in at any time and be like, yeah, I can handle this.
Think of it this way.
Yeah, but Zoro can't beat him. Zoro can't really beat Law.
Ah.
So
Well, no, he actually can't be Law
maybe swords like in terms of sword,
destroyed Law.
in terms of swordsmanship, he has Law beat, but just with all of Law's powers and with his room and stuff like that.
Couldn't he just
for real, though.
cut Zoro's sword in half?
Well, that's the thing. Hold on.
Wait a second. Isn't Law better as a support character though? As far as battle,
Yeah.
Law.
Yeah.
That's all.
I feel like
He doesn't have the stamina to stand up with those.
yeah.
We've seen Law do ill one-on-one fights too, though. So it's not like he's just a support character. And
I
Law's
mean, the thing is, he beats
Law is a
Smoker.
captain. Law was a warlord.
Law's a
crazy.
beast. Nah, he's a beast. You cannot sleep on him.
Yo, his bounty's OD. It's
I don't
just
Bounty don't mean nothing. Bounty does not mean
no,
anything.
but with Law though,
No,
he
I
actually
think he did something big enough that the government views him as the biggest threat.
I mean, he's the same as Luffy's.
Well, think
Law
about
earns his bounty. It's not like one of these high bounties where the person was where they didn't really carry it. Where they was a
Buggy.
letdown.
if we really look at bounties, what would you think Luffy's bounty would be if the world government reported everything he's done?
850.
Clearly above 7.
850
Clearly above 7.
at least.
I'd say
This
9.
is why.
No,
I would say like him a billion, honestly.
no.
That's
On his
really-
poster is gonna be whatever you want. Just bring him in. Just bring him in.
It's just gonna have XO. Fuck it, just bring him in.
Just bring him in, yo.
I would legitimately say maybe about 1 billion.
And that's why another example is Sanji could have easily have been a supernova as well.
Oh, for sure. Sanji
Yeah,
should
yeah,
definitely.
All
be-
over
every time I think about it, I'm like,
100 mil.
We
If they
can't,
didn't play Sanji,
Sanji isn't stronger than Capone.
we can't look at bounties as nothing more than just something to wow us momentarily.
Yeah, that's what it is. You can kind of use it as a measuring stick as well, but you can't just use that because
No, but you sort of, in certain circumstances you can. If someone had a bounty of 400 million, and Arlong, and someone like Arlong with a bounty of 20, you can say the guy with a 400 million berry bounty is probably gonna win that fight.
But look at this. We just said that Luffy current could beat Ace, right?
Yep.
And Ace's bounty was 550.
Easily.
no, it wasn't it the same as Luffy's? I think he matched it.
So
No, I think Luffy's was a little under Ace's though.
Yeah, but Ace is when he died. It
So
was
Ace is 500 even.
Well,
550, I think.
550.
That's the thing. Like the bounties
Okay.
matter, but the bounties isn't to say like you know how Luffy and Law bounty is equal. That doesn't mean that they'll fight and have a draw. But you know the bounties do help determine.
Yeah, it
stuff
tells
a
a story. It tells a story like, all right, this guy, it's something about him. Like,
Yeah, like remember,
like you have a
remember
bounty
when
for a
Luffy,
reason.
remember when Luffy first met Bellamy and Bellamy thought Luffy bounty was fake and he was talking all that junk
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Luffy one punched him.
I got an even better example of these bounties. Let's just look at Chopper.
Oh God, yeah. That's,
Right. We put that to rest now. We put
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pissed
That's a
about
good
that.
point.
No. But that's the thing. Sometimes it gets used for a joke, like with Chopper, because you know he got his monster form,
Usopp.
God,
Yeah.
Usopp.
Usopp.
But the
Yeah,
bounty,
Frankie
is
should be
like,
higher than Usopp if you ask me.
Now,
like Weevil's bounty
Chopper
is
should be
crazy.
higher than Usopp.
Yeah. No, not Chopper. Frankie.
I could alright.
Frankie?
I could
Nah,
alright.
yeah.
Again, let's look at when they first got to New World, or no, when they just got back before they even went to New World, but when they came off the time skip, and they had those guys that were acting like the Straw Hat Crew. Then they had the brothers. So, right there down to like
Oh my God, those guys are so annoying.
180 to 200 to 200 million. So it's like, really? Are y'all really that tough?
Yeah.
I actually thought of the clip of that earlier. The guy was like
Clearly,
28 mil, I think.
Hmm.
I think his bounty was 28 million.
Who's that?
The guy, the fake Luffy. I would rewatch
Yeah,
it.
yeah. What's his
triple,
black?
triple tongue.
But
Yeah,
what about
triple tongue Jack? Yeah.
but the two,
Something like that.
but
Yeah.
the two brothers though? They were
They were
Clearly
over 100,
Admiral
right?
level.
They were over 100.
Clearly Admiral level. Clearly Admiral level.
Clearly Admiral level.
I mean, it was funny because when he first encountered Luffy, it was like Luffy just got pushed on the side. It was like, yo.
I say all of that to bring it back to Law versus Zoro. If you put those two just in a straight up fight, man, Zoro's a sword guy. Law is gonna swing his sword as well. I don't think that Law.
Yeah. The thing is, you can't let Law. You just gotta blitz Law. Like, if you let Law sit back and do his thing, it's gonna be rough for you. Like, you have to, like what Virgo did, like off the jump, he attacked Law and kind of like Law was done after that because he's
That's
not
why
a
Zoro
close
would win that fight.
If you could hit on
Zoro
Law,
cannot beat Law, and I can prove why.
Oh,
in a couple of words.
Okay,
if Zoro gets a hit on Law, it's over.
nah,
No, but
that
guys, listen.
Zoro won't be Law. That won't happen. All right, check this out. Zoro can't
Zoro
beat
got a
any
massive
warlords.
Direction.
Whoa,
Zoro can't beat a Warlord.
Maybe
whoa.
check this
I
out.
can name like 5.
No.
Okay,
Check this
Zoro
out.
can't beat Buggy.
Alright, Buggy.
Zoro
Hold
can't
on,
beat Buggy.
Wait, hold on.
Buggy's
hold
a joke
on.
though. Buggy's
Guys,
a joke.
hold on.
Like joke warlords aside, Zoro
Zoro
can't.
can't beat Crocodile then?
Even Crocodile. Alright, look.
Stop.
Crocodile was early in the season, but we seen Crocodile put in work at Marineford. It's not like Crocodile.
can't be
was
Buggy.
That is true.
Marine.
Yeah.
You don't know how strong Crocodile is.
Crocodile was fighting Don Flamingo and fighting other people like it was no problem. So that's the thing.
Time out. False flag. Crocodile against Doflamingo, he was pretty much like Doflamingo wanted him to join him, like under him.
Yeah.
And Crocodile's like, oh, he sunned him.
Yeah.
He sunned Crocodile. What do you mean that he was on par?
No. Because like he has powers though. When he cut Crocodile head off, it was just flying. Like it didn't really affect him like that.
I think that's what he did in your
But at
hockey.
the same time, Doflamingo was toying with him.
So was Crocodile though. Crocodile wasn't going all out either. But I'm telling you, Crocodile, don't underestimate him just because he's early on in the series. It's not. That's what I like.
Sir
That's what I like
Crocodile
about
is a
One
beast.
Piece.
I think Crocodile's gonna come
He
back.
lost to Luffy.
Like what I like about One Piece is that even though Crocodile was early, they didn't make him weak just because he was early.
Right.
No,
Because,
I
like-
think that Crocodile is good, but at the same time, his display at Marineford, he wasn't standing up to those guys all that well.
No,
Nah,
I
he kind of
think
was. Like
He was
if
kind of
you
like a
watch-
mosquito because when he attacked Whitebeard and he tried to attack
Yeah.
Luffy.
Like, even Luffy said, bro, we need you to put your hands down.
That's the only reason why he did it. For Whitebeard.
So as far as the characters that we've seen, Luffy defeat and now they're coming back, is NL stronger than Crocodile?
Yes.
And Hell's gonna be a
I
problem.
think he. I think he is by a bit.
But those
Think so?
don't compare.
Because it was a similar situation. Like Luffy got lucky because of his powers. But
Right.
Yeah.
He was beast.
I'd say
But-
NL is way stronger than
With
Crocodile.
Luffy knowing what he knows now, he say Thomas NL. But everybody,
Yeah. NL, there's no way NL's ever.
everybody else is gonna have a problem with NL. Everybody else will.
I don't think
Right now, with
Crocodile
armor
will
hockey,
miss.
unless L come back for armor hockey, then Luffy's in trouble.
I don't think so.
Mm.
Because Luffy
No,
be
but
able to
then,
use his devil
then
fruit
Luffy would
powers
be
and
able
L
to be
can't.
hurt.
Luffy can use his devil fruit powers and L can't.
I wonder how they're gonna bring him back.
Oh, for sure.
Well, he's on the moon, though.
Let's say Marco versus Sabo.
Ooh.
Yeah, Marco wins.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Marco right now. Marco has to be at least
Yeah.
admiral level.
but we don't know.
Well, Marco was higher than Ace though back then, so like,
Yeah.
I think Marco is a drunk. I think he's a angry old drunk.
Son.
Wait, how? We're saying how old Marco is. Marco is a veteran, yo.
I think we overestimate him.
Oh, but no. Marco's nice, but I think the tricky part is that I don't think Marco's second. I don't think he always was second. So I think he's like third, really, even though they have him at second, and that's why it was a blank space for Ace.
Who do you think
Because
he was first though?
Well, those
we don't really know. It could be Kaido or it could have been somebody else. But because if you check this
that
out,
wasn't a ranking system in Whitebeard's crew. That was just group numbers. That wasn't a ranking.
no. But check this out though, because Shanks is a Yonko, Whitebeard's a Yonko. Ben Beckman make Kizaru stop. Like he didn't even want to go there with it. And when we see Silver Rayleigh. Silver Rayleigh was second in command to Raja, and you see Silver Rayleigh was able to stop Kizaru. Kizaru couldn't beat him, and that was arresting him. So I think the second member.
The government knows where Rayleigh is. They just don't want that work.
But yeah, I think
Garp even
know where he
can
is.
handle them both.
I think the second.
So because Beckman was able to make Kizaru.
I gotta get up early in the morning.
I think the vice captain of every Yonko could destroy a admiral, just like how Ben Beckman could and how Rayleigh could. But Rayleigh was rusty, so that's why he couldn't.
Whoa, dude, chill.
It was Razor's gun.
To destroy an admiral.
Kizaru didn't even want it with Ben Beckman. He had his hands up, like he knew what would have happened.
He was joking at the Marineford the whole time.
No, that wasn't a joke. We
It
don't
was
know.
kind of a
we
troll.
don't-
It was
we don't
kind of
know
a
if
troll.
Ben
He
Beckman.
was trolling the whole time.
Because he shot right after.
We don't know if Ben Beckman had hockey bullets or what he had, but Kizaru
Bro,
didn't.
Beckman is
fight him.
definitely a prop.
But just because he pointed a gun at him doesn't mean he can beat him.
Well, I'm not saying.
Man, hey, you got me. I wasn't ready. You won this one. I wasn't ready. All right.
You should have shot him. Like,
No, but see, like
that would have caused another war, though. Like,
he fought. See, this is the thing. Why would you fight Marco if Marco's second in command, but you won't fight Ben Beckman? It's like
Because
Ben
Marco
Beckman.
was a part of that war. When
Yeah.
crew came, the war was over. So it's like, all right, hey, I'm gonna back off. All right, y'all full energy, y'all good.
yeah.
This one,
That's
you
true,
go
but
hard.
I think it's a power difference right there. Like I think Ben Beckman is stronger than Marco.
Marco?
I think,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's that significant because of Marco's fruit, and I think
we don't even know
Marco
Ben
he didn't get beaten in Marineford. He got caught. Like,
No, yeah.
so,
Beckman could do though.
I'm thinking he's shooting hockey bullets, but order to say he has the highest IQ in One Piece.
I mean, that's
So
great.
just off that.
Here's the question.
I
Does
disagree.
anyone-
I think Vegapunk is smarter than Ben
Yo.
Beckman.
Wait, go ahead, Omar. What were you saying?
Does anyone in Shanks' crew even have a devil fruit power?
I doubt it.
And if they don't,
I
that
doubt
mean
it.
there's
It'd be cool if nobody did in his crew.
Yeah.
Nah, that fat dude. The fat dude gotta have some type of eating power.
Maybe.
I'm saying about
Badass,
badass.
Somebody talking about a theory of the I forget the big dude's name. Goddamn, I played a One Piece Treasure Cruise game as well, and I forgot the big dude's name.
Bora?
Lucky Roo?
Lucky Roo, there we go.
Yeah.
Wasn't people talking about how he's probably the one with the devil fruit to control time a little?
Teleportation? Yeah, teleportation.
Yeah,
That was-
somebody.
that's
I
all.
think One World said that. I'm not sure.
I mean, it's possible, but I don't think anyone has the Delph fruit in his crew. I
I
mean,
seen one theory where they said that
Yeah, because he
that
doesn't.
time stuff is like an advanced form of hockey or something like that.
yeah. That's I agree with that because here's the thing: it's not only the fat dude. Everyone almost in the same crew could do that. So it's probably like a CP9 technique or something like that. Like everyone has the power to like move quicker than everyone else.
True.
what if, like, in Shanks' crew, like, each of them have mastered, like, a different form of hockey?
Here's the thing. Like, it was shown to us in a very small form with CP9 when they started, doing their tricks of the trade, and all of that was done without hockey at all. They was confirmed to be able to do those things without hockey. So you add hockey to the mix, I think these guys can move around the speed of light all they fucking want. I think it's pretty easy for them. How did they get to Marineford that fast? We don't know that part. We'll probably figure that out later. But I don't put it against, or I don't put it above Shanks and his crew to not have devil fruits, because we're missing the simplest part, which is Shanks wanted to eat the rubber fruit.
Wait, did he though? We don't really know that.
He called
We
it.
don't know that.
That's not that.
I think he was collecting it though. He had it for somebody in his crew. I don't think it was for him.
Yeah, I think all the Yonkos are probably they don't want to collect devil fruits. Like,
No, Big Mama could care less about fruit. Let's be honest here.
Let's say sampling those, right? Why is he holding on to it? What's he gonna do with that devil fruit?
Who, Shanks?
Based on what we know now, most likely sell it.
Well, I heard I seen a theory online.
They selling devil fruits? That man got money. He all right.
I seen a theory online that Shanks said that the devil fruits were dangerous, and he was just collecting them to collect them and keep other people from having them. He's not like a fan of them.
I think that's smart if all the Yonkos
get with that. It's but there's so many devil fruits out there. What are you gonna do? There's a lot out.
I mean, you know what would be the biggest ass pull in One Piece is if like we find out like in the series that Roger had like the gum going on.
I heard a theory about that.
I think that's the legit.
I heard a theory that Luffy's mother had the gum fruit.
What?
Yeah, I like that theory too. I like that one too. I love that.
And Luffy's mom
But where did Shanks know Luffy's mom from?
Yeah, before him.
Oh yeah, the other thing too is that it's not really confirmed that Shanks has any time powers at all though. That's another thing.
That's all BS.
That was in the game. Right? That was in the video game, right?
Like that was in the video game. When I played another video game, it was for GameCube, and it was like a little like fighting game or whatever. Shanks was really fast in that game. I'm like, oh snap, this character's fast. So
did you say GameCube?
Yeah, GameCube.
That's crazy.
A One Piece game for GameCube, a little fighting game. It had Crocodile in it. It had
for GameCube?
I think it had Buggy in it. Yep.
Wow.
It had Zoro in it, and it had Shanks in it, and Shanks had no devil fruit powers in it, but he was really fast. I think they're just displaying speed, like when Rocky Lou did that. Yeah. It was just showing like how fast he is.
I mean, if Shanks doesn't have a devil fruit, and he's a Yonko, that just shows how beast this guy is. Yo.
Yeah.
Out of all the Yonkos, he's the most like normal, it seems.
It would be crazy.
We know Roger had no devil fruit, and I mean that speaks even more than Jake.
No, I think he has.
No, it's not. It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed. That's not confirmed.
Who knows?
It would be crazy if Shanks had a time manipulation.
No, I don't want that. That's stupid.
Because Garp did say he was a beast, so we could most likely think he's some type of zone type. That's my opinion.
Hold that. Who's the zone?
Roger. That's my opinion. Garp said he was a beast. Garp said he was a beast.
Yo, I have thought of something, guys. How epic would it be if Roger had like maybe like a devil fruit we know that like some minor character has? Like what if he had the Doflamingo fruit?
Well, I think for him to even rival Whitebeard, it would have to be something beast like what Whitebeard had.
No, he had no devil fruit at all. Good at hockey. That's an option. Maybe
no, that's what I'm saying. Like either he had a beast devil fruit or no devil fruit at all. Like I don't think they would give him like a. I don't think they would give Raja like a weak devil fruit. You know what I mean? Because like what's the point of that? He could have had hockey.
We had a theory that Roger has the hair no me.
Let's rewind a little bit now, because saying that Roger would need a devil fruit to stand up to Whitebeard.
Oh, I'm not saying that at all.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that like if he had a devil fruit, it would be beast, or he would just have no devil fruit at all. They're not gonna give. Not gonna give him.
Because you can just look at.
He had the gorilla. He gotta have the gorilla fruit.
Oh, gorilla fruit.
So he's a zone.
Yeah, gorilla zone.
Shanks just went. Went in there, no fruit, went up on Whitebeard, swung his sword, no big deal. And that's even with your little quake fruit. I'm gonna come in here with my sword in my one arm.
But Shanks most likely probably have taken out all of Whitebeard's crew, like most of them, with like just hockey.
I think Shanks got a Paramecia type. That's what I think. He got
hockey no me.
Well,
yeah.
Shanks might have a double fruit because Shanks said that Blackbeard gave him the skull. We know Blackbeard is collecting double fruit, so that's what I'm saying. It's possible Shanks could have a beef time double fruit.
Huh? But how did Blackbeard how is Blackbeard able to scar Shanks?
That's the
That's
thing
the
too. Like
question.
people saying that
Without his devil
Blackbeard
fruits.
was a fighter. Blackbeard was good.
no. But here's the
Without his
thing though.
devil
We don't
fruits.
know.
He
We don't
he
know if
nullified.
Blackbeard. We don't know if Blackbeard doesn't have a devil fruit. Cause check this out. He could already have a devil fruit, and he could have white bears, and he could have the dark one too, and that will make him have 3. Cause we keep seeing the 3 thing, the 3 thing, the 3 thing.
Yeah.
And then even
He
with
has
all
3
his
rings as
rings,
well.
doesn't he have like 5 rings though? I think he might even be able to have like a devil fruit on each ring at one point or something like that.
That'd be crazy. It's like that'd be overkill if Blackbeard can have like all those devil fruits. Because then at that point, yo, if this guy is able to have 3 devil fruits, he already has 2.
Which is most likely. No, I think he has 3 though. I think
definitely he has to have
I think they
3.
showed us. I think they showed us 2, but he really has 3.
I think that's a possibility.
Yeah.
At the same time, when he went up against Shanks, I think he was just a strong fighter. And
No, but you have to look at the 3. There's 3 of everything with this guy.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely a 3 related.
no,
to
not
Blackbeard.
saying that he didn't, but I'm just saying in the event that he didn't, I don't think that he needed a devil fruit just to scar Ace. I mean, just to scar Shanks.
No. Yeah. He didn't need it to scar Shanks.
If you say that, if you say that, that means that the whole time on Whitebeard's ship, Blackbeard was almost the same strength as Whitebeard, based upon you saying that.
But they said
Well, no, not exactly though, because
they said Blackbeard was a sleeping giant on Whitebeard's ship.
yeah.
Exactly. Like I said, yeah. Like I said, based upon him saying that.
Blackbeard's entire personality is that he's deceptive.
But we don't know when that happened. Like I don't think when Shanks saved Luffy, I don't think Shanks was a Yonko when Shanks lost his arm. I don't think Shanks was a Yonko.
Definitely not.
No.
No, for real. Like I don't think he was. If you even check his crew, how they looked, their presence and all of that and stuff like that, it's no way that he was a Yonko back then.
Wait, guys.
That's not true. That's not true. Because when Ace met Shanks, he was still a bum. He was in a cave in ice. He was a bum. So that's not
what I'm
true.
saying. But hold on, he was in a cave. Like I don't think Shanks was a Yonko until when Mihawk went to see him. Because remember Mihawk was like, yo, you just chilling on an island, like
I think
somewhere else. That's when I think he was a. That's when I think he was a Yonko. Or before that, I think Shanks was just strong. I don't think.
I don't think you could have hid that from your audience. I feel like that would have been too.
Once he learned that conquerors haki, I think that's when he started getting.
I think he had that.
Yeah.
That's when he decided to go like, all right, not saying that he got his conquerors haki and left, but he just so happened to get his conquerors haki, and then
that's what I'm saying.
Then they went
back.
He
couldn't have been a Yonko already.
Because he said that he didn't say this, but that's when they went back into sea, and that's when they decided to go to New World. I'm guessing that's when they decided to go to New World.
Yeah. See, exactly. Check this out. How could he have been a Yonko in the other part of the world if he was just leaving after he lost his arm to Luffy, so he turned into a Yonko afterwards.
Now, did he have those 3 scars when he saved Luffy?
Yes. And that's what I'm saying.
Those scars for a while.
So,
I don't think that Blackbeard's scar is that big a deal.
Wait, guy. What if those scars were given to him during his time on Roger's ship?
I missed that. What'd you say?
This time on Roger's ship?
Yeah. Like, what if Blackbeard if they were fighting, like, during one of the encounters, and, nobody was able to stop Blackbeard from scarring Shanks?
That's possible.
And Blackbeard is think of that, Blackbeard's way older. Maybe that's why Shanks told it against him. Maybe it was like attacking a child. You know what I mean?
Nah, I don't think it happened when Shanks was a child though. I think it just happened before Shanks was a Yonko.
No, I think it happened when he was younger on Roger's ship, and that's why he holds it against him. Because,
okay.
I
don't think it happened. I don't think it happened that young. Because when Shane won Whitebeard, he was saying it like, look, I fought this guy and he gave me a challenge, and I wasn't at a disadvantage, pretty much, like he was saying, like, like this guy isn't like shouldn't take Whitebeard lightly.
Shanks was probably very respected coming up the entire time, but I don't think he became Yonko until he got that conquerors haki. But if he got scarred before the conquerors haki, I don't think it's that big a deal. Now, if he would have gotten scarred after the conquerors haki, then it's a little something different.
I think Blackbeard probably has some kind of power or technique that just threw Shanks like for a loop, where it's like, oh, there's no way I can stop this.
I think he was just strong.
Yeah, he was just powerful.
Wait. But that's the thing too. Even though, like, remember Shanks had the duels with Mihawk, so Shanks was always a threat, pretty much. He was really strong.
Absolutely.
Well, no, but, dude, you guys, Mihawk wasn't always strong. Remember that. Mihawk wasn't always the greatest.
Wait, what?
No. I know he wasn't always the greatest though, but Whitebeard was impressed about those daily duels. So you know,
I think maybe
like
Blackbeard's
because to say that if he got it before Shanks awakened his powers, was to say like Shanks was weak before and Shanks wasn't weak before. It's been said that.
No.
No, Shanks was never weak.
Shanks was
Shanks was always strong.
Think about this. Now, I'm not saying that this is a legit thing. Oda loves to give us shit to think about, but just think about this. I think that him losing his arm was the trade that Conqueror's Haki. I think he probably evened out.
That's possible. That is possible.
Like,
I think he had it prior to
he could have been with that other arm. So I think it could have possibly have been a trade-off at that time, and then he just grew upon it because
true.
That Conqueror's Haki, it just grows and grows and grows. You could train it from that point on.
Yeah,
I disagree. I think he had it at that moment.
Check this out. If Shanks had Conqueror's Haki already, he could have just used it and made the sea creature.
Yeah.
Well, it has to awaken.
Get his arm cut off.
He wouldn't have lost his arm over it if he had the
I'm saying,
power.
but he wouldn't have had to lose his arm. Like he could have just
if he had it already.
He did. Yeah, he didn't have it. It had to awaken.
He did use it on the screen on the sea creature.
After he lost his arm.
Yeah, after.
Just like Luffy.
But then he didn't even knock it out. It just scared him away. You know?
Yeah.
It was just like,
so it was pretty weak. Yeah, it was pretty weak then.
It wasn't like at the point that we just knock it out. It was just like, all right,
Well, why would he need to knock out the sea creature? I mean, that's like saying why would Luffy knock out an animal
to save Luffy?
No, he already saved Luffy. Like once it was gone, it was fine.
Luffy knocked out that. Luffy knocked out that bull. You remember that bull? He knocked that shit out.
Yeah, but he didn't. You know, but if the animal would have been knocked out, wouldn't it have died?
When you unlock your Conqueror's Haki, it's more of a reaction. You don't really know what you're doing.
Yeah, Shanks did like an intimidation thing.
Yeah,
like, we seen Luffy do it before, and we seen Zoro do it before a couple of times. So he just like looks at.
Nah, we never seen Zoro. Don't say that.
No. Check this out.
That was a pretty strong intimidation.
You saw Zoro do it to Monet. Come on now.
Yeah,
that was not.
That wasn't a Haki.
No, but that was all right. Check this out. What Zoro did to Monet and what I seen Zoro do other times before was similar to what Shanks did to that sea creature. Like I was looking at the when they went to
that's how strong he is.
Yeah, like I seen the episode. I seen the episodes when they first introduced the supernovas and stuff like that, and Zoro got lost and he was trying to find a way, and it was these 3 guys or whatever like that, and they misled Zoro, and Zoro seen him again, and like they didn't want to fight him. Zoro just looked at him. Like,
or that was just for comedic basis. That's my opinion.
No, that's
I think that was for comedic basis.
Okay,
and pretty much
Zoro
both
definitely
times.
has Conqueror's Haki, man. I think.
I have a question for people that think he has Conqueror's Haki because of a Monet scene.
It's not impossible.
I don't think he have it yet. I really don't think he got it. I think he'll get it later.
Who, Zoro? Yeah.
Zoro will get it later. Zoro has Conqueror's Haki.
Zoro will get it later, but he's showing signs of it now.
Yeah, it's not far fetched.
But that's not fair. It's like if Shanks did it, if Luffy did it,
I think
Zoro doesn't. It counts too. You know what I mean?
I think he does.
But Zoro is just naturally intimidating. You know, some people naturally are very intimidating.
But listen. But Zoro said to Luffy, "If you couldn't do that, then you couldn't be the captain anymore." Like
that's
Zoro's character. He's like, "You're not good enough."
But if Luffy can't knock out people with Haki, what does that mean? Like, doesn't that mean?
I think that was for comedic basis. Like I said, that was for comedic basis.
No,
yeah,
Zoro was serious.
That's Zoro's personality.
Zoro was serious though.
No, okay, you guys, remember when he said, "If you're ever weaker than me in any way, I'll have to,
Exactly.
He didn't really. Zoro didn't say that.
If Luffy,
he said, like, if Luffy doesn't do a good job at being captain, like he doesn't want Luffy.
Yeah, I think he expected captain to have Conqueror's Haki.
But at this point, right?
My captain has to have Conqueror's Haki.
But listen, okay. So if Luffy doesn't have Conqueror's Haki, does that mean he's weaker than Zoro?
No.
Nope.
No, right?
Clearly not.
Maybe that's
no.
Exactly. So that Zoro's saying, if you weren't able to do that, I can do at least 40. I'm stronger than you.
I don't think
surpassed you.
Hold on, Brago. Based on what we know of Conqueror's Haki, you have to unlock it by protecting somebody. Every time we see it, somebody's protecting somebody. That's how you unlock it. based on what we see from Zoro, he's not protecting nobody.
I don't think that.
Intimidation.
Did Zoro protect Tashigi?
No, the first time. Hell no. What? No.
Oh God.
No, he wasn't protecting her.
I don't
We
think
could
that.
care less.
I don't think.
But let's go back. Let's go back to
what was he doing then?
he was doing what Zoro do best.
Wait,
Intimidating that poor girl.
Isn't that
He was
protecting?
No, Zoro don't protect people like that. He only protect his captain.
But conquerors is more so of your will. It's not.
Come on.
You have to protect
Oh, yeah.
It's your willpower.
But
It's
based
Zoro's
on
willpower
what we
to
know
leave.
of, we was talking about how he unlocked it. Based on we know unlocking Conqueror's haki, Zoro haven't shown that. That's what I'm saying. He don't got
But
it.
I'm saying,
yet.
but we've
first-
seen it's a huge gap right now. What we haven't seen of Zoro's training.
There's
Right?
an example where we haven't seen with everybody.
Yes, but
So it's like
We don't want to see everybody's training. Can we all agree on that? We only
I
want
want
to
to
see
see everybody. I want to see
people's
everybody's
training.
training.
Yeah.
We don't
Okay,
know.
so you might want to see Nami sitting at a desk reading a book.
No.
I don't mind seeing it.
Okay.
She have on some.
It's not far fetched that Zoro would have it. I mean, like Roger had it.
not
Yeah,
yet though.
Rayleigh
Not
had
yet
it.
though.
Really?
Not
Yeah.
Roger. Not Ray.
That
Not
we
Roger.
don't.
Rayleigh had
But
it.
based on what we've seen, how people unlock haki, Conqueror's haki, he haven't shown him to the point where he's going to die protecting somebody.
But
what
that
we
doesn't-
see-
that doesn't mean
what
that
we
But we
see-
can't
Wait,
just
wait,
use
what?
that.
No,
We can't just use dying.
That's
We
wrong.
can't just use protecting somebody as a means of unlocking Conqueror's haki. We can't just.
But that's
He
what
was
we
ready to
see
die
so
to
far.
protect Luffy and Thriller Bark.
I think. Check this out. I just thought of this. We know that Zoro's will is strong because when Kuma came, he took all of Luffy's pain, and that could have been, he put his life on the line for Luffy. He could have unlocked it right then and there. We don't know.
Let me ask you this
But the
question.
thing is, it's not protecting somebody. It's if you have the traits of a king. Zoro has shown to be have the traits of a king.
But based on what
and
we see,
being
how
dominant
Oda,
as well.
But
Zoro
that-
has shown to be
that doesn't
dominant.
be canon though.
based on what we've seen from Oda, the way you unlock it, that's what I'm getting at.
But
I'm
that-
not getting
Right?
on
No,
what in
no.
the
I
future.
understand that, but he could have unlocked it
Yeah.
already while training with me.
But how? But from who though?
Maybe
But
Mihawk
who
didn't
was
make
he
him unlock
protecting?
it. Maybe Mihawk was like,
What-
if you die
what-
here, how can you protect Luffy? Maybe
Oh,
he
but check this
unlocked
But
out.
it like that.
was
Don
Zoro
Flamingo
protecting
had
the
it.
monkeys? Was he
Alright, so-
protecting the monkeys from Mihawk, or
Okay,
was
just-
he?
you know,
Who was Don
maybe-
Flamingo protecting? Don Flamingo had it. He wasn't protecting anybody. It's no rule that said that.
No. I'm not saying a rule. I'm saying based on what we seen, how Oda drew haki, how you unlock haki.
But
We
that
seen it
doesn't
3
make
times.
you it.
We seen it 3 times. We
Yeah,
seen Ace. We seen Shanks, and we seen Luffy's.
But then that
Those
was not
three-
been
That
confirmed.
doesn't
Those three-
factual.
Those 3 representations have a big factor in
Okay.
how you get haki.
But that doesn't.
And
I'm
we,
being very factual right now.
But
that
Don Flamingo has it.
Don
though.
Flamingo. Who the hell's he saving?
Yeah.
but don't forget, Don Flamingo love his family. Don
I think
Flamingo
all
loves
these
his family.
They've
Don't
shown,
kill his own family.
Yeah.
they've shown the traits of a king, though. All these people, they've shown that they're leaders.
I think
Right?
that's the closest to unlocking hockey. That right there. Your trick, like your
Like,
will
if
to
you're
want to be a
dominant,
king.
You have to be.
Zoro has the will
You
to
guys have
want to
dominant
want to
personality.
do you guys think that Mihawk has it?
Nah,
I think so.
I don't think Mihawk has it though.
I think he knows how to help make somebody unlock it. Can I make a point?
I think Mihawk has lots of other hockey, but I don't think he has.
I think
Can I
Mihawk has
make a
unlocked
point?
observation.
But you know what though? Mihawk might have it just for the fact that he's the world's greatest swordsman. You know, he got to have some kind of edge.
As long as you have the traits of a king, you should be able to have king's hockey.
Okay, can I say something?
Very
Okay.
One Piece.
Zoro could easily have unlocked his hockey because Mihawk could have probably made like a mind game in a way. Like if you don't, he could have maybe tried to kill Zoro and been like, if you don't unlock your hockey now, I'm going to kill you, and then you won't be able to protect Luffy. Get it?
Even
It's
before.
like if he dies, how can he protect the people he wants to protect?
Hold on, Robert.
Zoro has shown that he
But
would die for like his crewmates. Period.
No, but
He was
maybe
protecting-
he unlocked
I
it.
think he was
Mihawk
protecting
was
the
like,
monkeys.
oh, you're doing a great job protecting your captain right now, man. You're only dead.
He probably was protecting the monkeys. That's what I think.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, it's like, or maybe no. I know who he's protecting.
Oh, the
You know
ghost
that-
girl, right?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
the ghost
Uh-huh.
girl. Yeah.
Maybe she gets cornered by those monkeys, and boom,
We think that we were still thinking that we were still
we figured it out.
showing signs of it before the time skip. But let me ask y'all this question: Do you guys think that Zoro was on par with Luffy before time skip?
No.
When? At what point?
Yes. Yes.
No, because
Period. In general.
No.
I forget.
Yes.
I forget which
At
guy it
what point?
was.
I'll say I
It
think
was a.
I'll say
All right.
so.
On wasn't it Skypiea when Luffy fought Zoro and Luffy was stronger than him and then it was another thing where I forgot which fight it was.
They didn't.
Zoro was kind of giving him the business on Skype here.
And Zoro didn't even want to fight him. That was Luffy.
Zoro was kind of giving him the
Luffy
business.
was going
but
all
Luffy-
out.
Luffy
Zoro
still
was just
won,
like,
though.
why are you attacking me? You're
Zoro's just like, yo, chill, man.
Yo, chill. And Zoro was like, yo, I don't want to fight you, bro. Like,
Zoro was big.
You know what I'm
Luffy was just big and idiotic stealth. and
I mean,
that you could not
Luffy
use
wasn't
that in argument.
serious. He was like funny serious.
Yeah.
No, Luffy was pissed. Luffy was legitimately angry.
No, but
if we
it
think
wasn't
about-
like
if you think about what they've been able to endure, right?
they both
Do we
have crazy
think
stamina.
Do we think that Sanji would have been able to step into that Kuma bomb and just live it and stand there like?
I
Nah.
don't know if you would.
Sanji-
The thing is,
Zoro had to
possibly,
endure it.
it's possible. It's
Sanji.
possible. But
No,
I
no,
don't
no, no. But
live.
like, I want to say this though. Like, what I do think Law is stronger than Zoro, but it's something special about Zoro. Why they made Zoro take the thing
think
from
that-
Kuma instead of
Why do we think that Law is stronger than Zoro?
Law's a captain and Law's a supernova. He's
That
a
has
captain.
nothing to do with anything.
Check this out. No. Look, Law's a supernova. Law's a captain. Law was a warlord. Zoro, like I said this before, Zoro can't beat no warlords. Luffy's the one. Luffy's the one always beating the warlord.
You say, wait, what about Hancock?
hold on,
You
you
can be
drunk.
Hancock.
You just gave.
Huh?
You didn't give any situations. You just gave.
Wait. They said
Law
they
became
said
a warlord.
They said Ronda Rousey lost, y'all.
They said she lost the first round. You lost the fight. The whole fight is over.
They said you got knocked
But
out.
if it was check this out. If it was a situation
My
where
fault,
Law was a warlord on an island
I
that they
ain't even
had,
get a time to tweet my tweet yet.
Luffy would have to be the one to beat Law. Like Zoro wouldn't beat Law.
Dude, you need to chill and think about it.
Make it.
Hold on, let me
You
check
are
this
making
out.
the statement that Zoro can't beat any warlord.
Oh yeah, let's go back to that. So Zoro.
Yeah, no, wait,
I
what
think
about
Zoro
Hancock?
could be Bonnie, right?
What about Hancock?
Bonnie's the captain, by the way.
Hancock. Well, hold on.
Oh wow, she really lost, Joe. What the
Hancock is
hell?
mad strong. You know, she's a girl, but her
Hancock
hockey
cannot
is
beat
serious.
Zoro. I refuse to believe it.
Hancock could probably beat
Hancock's a
Luffy.
different type.
Hancock is strong.
Whoa!
Hancock's a different type of animal.
She has powers.
Hancock,
Her
she's-
hockey,
that's
her
it.
hockey was on point.
Are
Her
we?
power would be useless against
Are
Zoro.
Luffy?
Hancock is different, but
Are we talking about new? Are we talking about New
Hancock
World
is one
Luffy?
of the.
He's saying Hancock could beat New World.
Hancock is strong.
we
New
don't
World Luffy.
we don't know the reason
Maybe-
why. Do we know the reason why Law was made a warlord?
Yeah, because
I
he.
do.
The heart.
He's a
took
little
the
bit of iron
heads.
heart.
Yeah, all the hearts.
Because what?
He sent on 500. Was it 500
He
hearts
sent
to
them
the
out
Marines?
in boxes, hearts. He sent
Okay,
him
so
he sent him hearts in
I'll
boxes.
look it up.
So because he sent them hearts, does that make him stronger than Zoro?
Hell no!
He's a-
Get out of here!
He's a warlord
Get out
though.
of here!
Yeah.
But does that make it? Buggy's a warlord. Does that make him
Yeah,
Exactly.
All right, but hold on.
Exactly.
Wait.
But Zoro could be a warlord.
more than a
Alright.
title?
Wait. I just want to say this though. Like when y'all can't use joke warlords like Buggy when we know that besides him, every warlord has been crazy. Crocodile was crazy. Don
let's go-
Flamingo was crazy.
100
Kuma was
pirate
crazy.
Let's go through the
Mihawk
war.
was crazy.
Let's go through the whole system.
And
All of them was crazy.
Let's name the warlords.
I mean, current warlords though.
Current or all?
Like Wobble or Weeble, he's crazy. You know what I mean? Like Zoro can't
Yeah.
stand up to
No,
these
Weevil
warlords.
seems like mentally
I
not
think
ready
normally-
to be honest.
And check this out. Hold on. Sanji, like I do think that Zoro could beat Sanji, but like they're kind of close in power, and we seen Sanji couldn't fight Don Flamingo.
What I'm getting at is
No.
different.
Zoro would beat Doflamingo just because of the way they're fighting styles. Zoro's
Exactly.
like the perfect match for
Zoro wouldn't
Exactly.
beat Don Flamingo.
No,
Zoro will
no.
murder Don Flamingo.
Don
He's
Flamingo
a
was trained.
sword user. He's a sword user.
Nobody's beating Doflamingo.
He's a sword
Nobody
user.
Zoro's
Nobody in the Straw Hat Crew is beating Dofi.
I don't.
Zoro's a sword
I'm
user.
saying Zoro's the better matchup
Zoro.
for
I mean, the thing
Doflamingo
is,
than
he's a
Luffy.
sword user, but then we go back to the birdcage
Yeah, Don Flamingo's strings can't be cut that easy. It's not
Hey,
going
can I
down.
say one thing?
because Dofi's haki
The
is stronger than Zoro.
birdcage-
Yeah,
The birdcage was there. It was meant to not be broken at all.
Right. So that's
Exactly.
like
I don't even think Mihawk.
Based on Oda's plot.
Mihawk
Based on
can
Oda's
destroy
plot.
it.
I don't think it's meant to not be broken.
I think it goes to haki though. Like I
It's
think
one of those things that you have to beat you have to kill or feint the user in order to take it down. It's a plot.
It's a boss fight. It's a boss fight.
It's a plot. Like this is how you take it down. You don't take it down with force or anything. You could
exactly based on plot wise.
But you have
based
to
on
take
plot
that.
wise.
You have to take that.
Zoro's definitely not beating Mihawk though.
So I don't think that right there means that Zoro can't beat him. We don't.
No
Again,
chance.
I'm positive.
No chance.
I'm positive New World Zoro could beat Doflamingo.
But
No
based on matchup.
That would say that Zoro's stronger than Luffy then.
No. We're talking about matchup wise.
Matchup wise, swords against strings. Swords definitely winning.
No. But here's the thing, though.
Not
This is what's cool
necessarily,
about
because
what
we have
Oda
to
did,
have
though,
haki.
because
Haki's
strings is a
introduced here.
joke.
That's
Strings
what Zoro
is a
got.
joke.
Zoro has hockey.
No, but Zoro's haki isn't stronger than Doflamingo's. We saw like what happened with Smoker and Virgo. If your haki is at a different level, it's no competition.
hold on, what does that have to do with Zoro though?
But as far as haki, like you're saying string.
Zoro.
So Brago, are you saying Law's sword play is better than Zoro's?
No.
Not swordplay.
But Lord is just
based on
a stronger character though. He's an overall stronger character.
But Law has his devil fruit.
You're not basing it on anything though. Like if we compare the fights, what has Law done in his fights that will put him over Zoro's fights?
All the crazy room stuff he does, he's beast.
Because he does
based on room, he's beast.
Just because
he could take Zoro's.
So what did Vertigo do with Law's room? He fucked Law up in that room.
Yeah, if Law gets blitzed, it's over, right?
What did Fujitora do with Law in that room? They fucked him up in that room.
That won't.
All you gotta do is get inside and get a hit on him, and it's over.
All right,
if Law gets blitzed, it's over.
Law can't take it from a strong guy. He can't. He goes down. That dude was on.
That's why I said it's possible that Zoro can beat Law, but Zoro's not beating Law.
Law has very low.
Zoro and Kid, I think that's a different story. I think that's different.
No, because check this out.
But just based on the fact that he was a warlord, he just sent in some hearts.
Law is
Buggy could have sent him some hearts. If that's all you gotta do to get into the war.
But you can't use Buggy because we know that Buggy.
No, I'm
isn't
just saying that in general.
And Buggy and
Buggy
the
got
show.
in because he was at army because he's a liar. That's how we got into the warlord.
But as we know,
if that's what it takes, anybody could get into that system. If all you gotta do is send them some damn hearts.
You have to think based on that you're worthy.
Yeah, exactly. Based on what we're seeing, the world government picking the most intimidating people to be warlords.
Yeah.
The most three we've seen is Buggy. He got the name. He knows Shanks.
But if Zoro had kept down his path, Zoro could have been a warlord. Zoro would have been a warlord. If he had
Zoro could be a warlord right now if he wanted to.
Yeah, like just
like he was a pirate hunter. Like if he had kept down that path, he would have definitely been a warlord.
I don't think he would have gotten it.
Just saying Zoro. Law is as a captain. That's like, all right. So you're saying that if Zoro wasn't on his own, he couldn't be a captain?
But that's different though.
Zoro would have been too weak.
Law could be the captain of the Straw Hats if Luffy's goes down.
Law crew is established though. The Straw Hats is established. Shanks' crew is established. So it's not like Law is some pushover captain. Law is a captain.
He's not. No. Law is a great character. He is. But I think we're overestimating him just based on the fact that he's a warlord.
It sounds like that y'all like Zoro so much, I don't want him to take that loss, but that's a loss he would definitely take if he was to fight Law.
I'm a Luffy fanboy. I'm a Luffy fanboy. But Law he's a cannon fodder character. That's my opinion.
He's not.
No. I'm gonna say what he said. No.
Law is one of the most beastest characters I've seen on there.
Can you all be quiet for a minute?
Don't bite on that. He's a support.
Law can cut through armor and haki with a devil fruit. Armor and haki is irrelevant to Law. So Zoro would lose. Simple as that.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying.
Hold on, say that.
Law casually cut through Virgo's armament haki, implying that he can cut armament haki within his room. So that would mean he could literally just cut Zoro's armament haki sword in half, and without the sword...
No. All these things are possible. Anything is possible. Like, strings can be cut. It's possible.
Oh, and then we see
how happen.
You see
Law can cut anything.
No, he cannot cut anything.
He can cut.
He cannot cut anything.
He can't cut a thing.
He couldn't cut Birdcage.
Yeah, that's what he can't cut anything.
Did he try?
Birdcage is plot wise. That's why he couldn't cut it.
No,
Nobody couldn't
did
move
Law
it.
ever actually create a room and walk up to the Birdcage and cut it?
But he was saying he could cut anything. No, he can't. No, he can't.
With that damage that Law took in that fight though with Dolphy, so like Law is strong. And we don't even know. Law might even be immortal. You know what I mean? So Zoro, I don't think Zoro will be able to beat him.
That's like saying Luffy should have been weak because he was taking haki punches from what's that dude name?
Bellamy?
Spring. Yeah, Bellamy. Based on saying that Luffy should have been knocked out cold. Based on that.
I mean, those are some
haki punched.
No, because Bellamy weak as hell. Bellamy weak. Of course it wouldn't have been
he was getting hockey punches. You're not weak.
I don't think Bellamy's that weak, yo. I think a lot of
okay, you gotta do to Luffy, a hockey punch is like a normal punch. And he's not used to the pain.
Yeah, he was affected by the hockey.
Rousey took a L.
No, think about it. Luffy got used to not feeling pain. So it'll be like the pain he feels when he gets pumped like a hockey punch. To him, that's like normal pain. There is no difference to him. He doesn't feel anything that isn't hockey.
So then I need to know what the hell is Garp punching people with?
Hockey.
Garp is love. Punch of love. It's hockey punches.
Garp is punching
hockey punches.
So I'm saying Luffy is going to get hurt with hockey punches. Like, no matter what.
Garp is with some love, though.
And Bellamy, he was doing those spring shit. So the speed and force makes your punch a lot stronger. So based on that, he was getting some serious punches.
I mean, he's not feeling them, though. I mean, it's not really... Okay, he's getting the punches. It's hurting, but he's not really feeling those.
Those are some fodder-ass punches that he was
getting. They are. Compared to the punches from Dofi, nah. And the kicks, he's not feeling those.
I got y'all right now. So based on you saying that, so let's go back to Law. So based on Law and Smoker fight, if I mean based on
Rousey, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. based on Law, based on that Law and Virgo fight, all right, without that room and based on his sword play, even with the room, based on that sword play, Virgo knocking him out.
Wise, Zoro is clearly superior, sword play wise, but you have to factor in his special abilities.
And hockeyed up. Don't forget that one. Hockeyed up.
Law can teleport. Like if Law uses like a radio knife or a gamma knife on Zoro, like Doflamingo is probably the only character like that he can bounce back from. Like those are cool. He's a doctor.
That gamma knife is not nearly as deadly as the Kuma Pain. Let's be honest. I think we can all agree on that.
Wait, not even close. Not even close.
Hold up, what happened? I missed that.
You remember that Kuma's bubble?
I think the gamma knife is a lot less powerful than.
Now you guys are talking about exceptions, like Zoro, like yes, he took that, but if Law destroys his internal organs, he's not.
So it's over.
True. If your internal organs are destroyed, you die.
All right, another thing, like check this out. Look,
I don't know, because the way Oda be writing shit sometimes.
I mean, it's you know what? It's possible Zoro's organs protected by like several layers of muscle.
But can we say this? Do Zoro have organs?
What?
What? I'm with you on that because people fighting with their heart taken out. All of them fighting with no heart in their body, and they still fighting. So Zoro's good. He could have his
your heart has to be.
I did always wonder about how that made any sense at all.
The thing is, it has to be because of Law's ability. It had to be in that bubble. Like once it escapes that bubble, then you die.
Oh, here come the knockout. All right, let me see the. Damn, Rhonda.
All right, check this out. This is
damn Rhonda.
Even the first Warlords, like I don't think Zoro could beat
Oh my God.
Crocodile. I don't think he beat Don Flamingo.
Not before Haki. No, before Haki. No.
I don't think.
Yeah, clearly.
Oh no. But even with Haki though, I think that there's some trouble. Remember, it's not like once you have Haki, Crocodile is irrelevant anymore because we seen Akainu will take Haki hits. It's gonna be more damage into him.
But the thing is, we can't. If we think Luffy can beat somebody, you have to assume Zoro can beat him as well because Zoro is right there with Luffy.
No, but you can't say that though. Like I forget which fight it was, but it was a fight where Zoro fought the same person Luffy did, and it was like. It's like I'm like snap, like they make us think that though, but it's like it's a big gap in power to where like Luffy's captain, you know what I mean? Like that's Captain Luffy, and these people they're like second in command and third in command, and that's why Luffy's a captain and everything. Like a lot of those warlords and a lot of the real strong characters, like Zoro's getting strong and everything, but he like maybe down the line later, like I do think that maybe Zoro will fight Fujitora one day, and maybe Sanji will fight Kizaru. But like right now, they're not strong enough.
I mean,
admirals, no.
I mean, right now, no. But the thing is,
No.
obvious.
That gotta happen. Ain't no
That's-
way that Sanji's not gonna fight Kizaru one day. There's gonna be an ill fight.
Yeah, but just right now.
And Zoro wants to fight. Zoro
Right
wanted
now.
to fight Fujitora. I could tell.
I just want to see Zoro
Right now, Zoro fighting the 7 warlords. Most likely, he beat 4 out of 7 of them.
No, because he's
Right
not messing with.
now.
He's not messing with Who? All right. He's not messing with Weeble. He's not messing with Kuma
Mihawk, he's
still.
not beating Kuma.
4 out of 7.
You cannot make
What you mean we don't know that?
4 out of 7.
Weeble. All right, look.
4 out of 7.
Think about this. This is One Piece logic right here. Now,
Hancock is a beast. If you check out,
a good way to get your bounty up is to just mercilessly kill people, right?
Look at Kid,
Mhm.
yeah, Kid.
Right.
Yep, look at Kid.
This is
Look
what
at
happened with Kid and those
But-
2
but
brothers.
Kid is strong though.
Kid and Law. Look at Kid and Law.
Hold up. This
Law
is
is strong too though.
this
They're
is
acting
what
like it's like it's.
let me work. This is what happened with those 2 brothers when they first came back from the time skip, right?
Yep.
They had 180 and 200 million bounties because they just mercilessly kill people. What is Weeble?
Yep.
Weeble just
Yeah,
mercilessly
he's doing the same
kills
thing.
people. Now, I'm not saying that that's the only reason, because they did compare. They did say he's comparable to a young Whitebeard.
And
But
he took out
But
most
that's
of
just
White
a
commanders.
comparison. That's just saying, man, he's strong as fucking Whitebeard. That doesn't mean that he could tussle with Whitebeard. That's just an expression.
Yeah, true. Oh, but
So that just means that his bounty was what, 450 million Weeble, right?
I think 80.
I think 480, yeah.
He's in the 400.
480, right?
He's in the 4,
Yeah, 480.
in the 5s. He's not.
480.
He's not in the 9s or nothing like that. But okay, so you get a lot of that bounty by mercilessly killing people. That could just be a skyrocketed bounty. Zoro did.
Oh.
Imagine Zoro's just running around killing people for no reason.
No, hold up. But it's a difference though, because see, Weeble wasn't just killing people. He's killing the Whitebeard commanders. That's strong people. Like
He killed a couple of them, but the majority.
didn't they say he got almost all of them? I'm kind of confused with that. Like, are they saying that he's getting the commanders? Like,
no, they were the people that.
Yeah, he's taking out commanders.
Those were the people.
Wait, hold up. Wait, is he
like the people that joined Luffy just now? It was just
Yeah, like that.
It wasn't
like
part
that,
of
yeah.
Whitebeard's crew. It wasn't them.
Yeah.
Not his crew.
That's what I wanted to ask.
Yeah,
Is
not
he-
his crew.
Was he getting like Flower Vista and all of them, or was
No,
just the people
no.
who
Wait, they
Whitebeard
said he
supports?
took out some commanders.
Hell no.
Oh God, no. He's the
No.
guy could be Vista. Vista would destroy Weeble, in my opinion.
You know,
you
like
can't
the
just
like
say
the
Mr.
dogs.
Destroy
You,
Weevil.
you
You
remember
just
the
write them
I
off.
dogs?
take that back. That was a bold
He
statement.
pretty much killed. Weevil killed the Tantana. That's pretty much what he killed.
No. I don't.
People that joined Whitebeard, not joined.
I don't think Weeble.
helpers.
I don't think Weeble would look for. I don't think Weeble would look for what's his name.
Weevil doesn't have
Marco.
time.
No. I don't think Weeble would be looking for Marco if he couldn't fight him. You know what I mean? I think Weeble's trying to get Marco the business right now.
Isn't in his right state of mind? We
No,
don't
no.
know better.
Yeah,
We don't know.
that's for money purposes. Don't forget, the government have a hand in Weeble.
Weevil is
the government letting him-
mentally.
The government letting him do this because he said it's 2 birds with 1 stone. The government says he's doing everything we want, and then as soon as he finished, we're gonna fuck him up. That's what I think.
That's what that guy name is. All right, hold on.
Build off
That
himself.
guy name was. Do you remember that guy Squirtle? He was one of Whitebeard. Whitebeard like
Wait,
support
Squirtle?
or something like
I
that.
got
He's not dead. He's not
Still
dead.
my
Yeah, he's
favorite
not dead.
No. I
One
know.
of my
So
favorite
like,
Pokemon.
He
So,
was
like,
under,
Weevil-
he was under Ace's command.
so like Weeble is taking out people like Squirtle and stuff like that, and he's taking out the because remember Whitebeard had 12 division captains and stuff like
No,
that. And
not,
Vista was
not
one of them.
Whitebeard's crew. None of Whitebeard's
Not
crew.
his crew.
The
the other
that-
people.
The fleet.
Yeah,
The fleet. Those
Yeah, the fleet. The other people.
What do you mean the fleets? Because doesn't Vista has his own fleet? Doesn't all of them?
No.
Yeah, who was he taking out? I think it was the commanders.
This is why I used Tantata as an example. The people
Yeah,
that
he was dumb.
joined Luffy's fleet, those like
The 7,
Whitebeard had his own set of that.
like the divisions, the 7 divisions.
We
Right, so the commanders. Did he take out any of the commanders?
No.
he was going around. No, nobody in Whitebeard's actual.
Okay, I have a good example. It would be like if he went after the Straw Hat and he took out like Bartolomeo.
That yes.
Yeah,
What
like
chapter,
that.
what chapter
Like
was it?
And like 8
chapter
would be
was
like
that?
Usopp.
802.
And, like, yeah.
All right, let me check that out.
No, yeah, check it out.
Yeah, so 8 would be like Usopp, and you know,
So we not.
Bartolomeo would be Brado.
But it's tricky though because he's saying that when they say they're his son, like saying that they're under him, like they're commander, that's when Weevil goes crazy and he knocks him out.
He isn't in the right state of mind. He's being mentally controlled.
No. I know, but I mean that would have to mean that they're under Whitebeard, like.
No, don't forget anybody claiming anybody that's claiming Whitebeard. Anybody claiming Whitebeard, they call them their sons. Just like the time Luffy, the 7 Divisions, wanted Luffy to be OG. They was like, yo, they were like, father. He was like, what? No, I don't be that.
They said,
but remember,
they said 6 commanders were taken out.
Woo, Weevil wasn't taking out commanders. Wasn't that Dag, Vista?
Are you serious?
6 commanders.
So
that's why he's going after. That's why he's going after Marco next.
Well, no, but wait. Then was it? Why is he going? So what happened? So wait, is that implying that the Whitebeard pirates like separated?
Yes, it has to. After what Squirtle did, I think they're looking for Squirtle.
No. Be quiet, bro.
All for his head.
Right. I realized something. It just doesn't actually make sense. The reason they're going after Marco because he would have information on what Whitebeard left him, right?
Not really, because based on what we see,
that's what the mother said, correct?
So what?
Yeah.
The mother want him for money. The mother.
Oh my God!
Why the mother using? Yeah.
I think they were saying it like Marco inherited everything that Whitebeard had after.
Yeah,
and that's why he's coming after him.
Why would they need to go after Marco specifically?
For money.
No, listen. Be quiet.
It's just for money.
The pirates must have separated. Because if they specifically have to go after one of them.
No, they didn't.
Why didn't they just ask Vista?
They didn't
like, hey, Vista, bro, where's Marco? Why would they?
It's possible that they start their own crews. Like that's not far.
One Piece Nation. Most likely they all separated and went back to the homeland they usually stay at and chill. But I think the mother is using the fat guy.
I agree.
Just for money. I know for sure the government.
You're not listening, and you're not getting my point.
Yeah.
What were you trying to say, One Piece Nation?
What I was trying to say was that the Whitebeard pirates. This is pretty much confirming they kind of disbanded because if they were still together, they wouldn't need to go looking for Luffy to find Marco. They could have just asked the Disney commander before killing them, "Where is Marco?" If they were still together, they would probably one of them would know where Marco is.
And that's what I say. Yeah,
they would have sell Marco out like that.
They were just killing off anybody associated with Whitebeard.
No, but they would not kill them. They would have been like, "Hey, They would have been like, "Oh, we'll let you live if you tell us not," and then killed them.
Oh, you don't know where he's at? You don't know where this Marco guy is? All right, so we just gonna off you.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, they separated. They all went their separate ways, and most likely went to their islands. So that's what I said before, to protect their islands, for nobody can conquer it. That's what I think.
Well,
but based on that, I said
they all the Yonkos pretty much just took over all of those territories.
It was seeming like that. The way that it is, Ace, because he was a division commander and he called Whitebeard his son. Like Ace could just go off and do whatever. He had his own crew under him. So I think that the Whitebeard pirates is still there. They're just not together. So
it looks like he's taking out. Listen, I just read it again. This isn't like official translation. He said the captain's affiliated, so he took out Ao. Ao was a captain affiliated with Whitebeard, so it doesn't look like he's taking out the actual crew members.
That's the fleet.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, the fleet.
Or Jozu or
so pretty much the Tentatas.
Pretty much.
But he's coming out. He's coming after Marco though. Or he's trying to.
Yeah, because he's the leader.
This guy is delusional.
No, I know. Like I'm not saying that he would beat Marco, but I think it would be a good fight though.
I don't think he would even get to Marco.
I think he's hunting Marco because the mother and the warlord got a deal.
Listen,
you hunt this nigga, you get the money.
At this point, Marco, you have to assume Marco is a Yonko, right? As far as Yonko level. Because they said that other than Blackbeard, Marco could have stepped into that position. So he's not even getting to Marco. Like I don't think he's strong enough to get to Marco.
I don't think.
I think he is though. I think he can get to Marco.
Most likely two of them. Most likely he's with the 2 OGs. I think he's with two of his peoples, like protecting that little area.
That pains me.
Hold up, like what happened? Is Jozu arm permanently gone? One of his arms?
I don't think it is.
Diamond.
I don't think it is.
I thought
Nah.
I thought one of his arms got frozen and and got broke off.
Nah, he just fell. He just flopped on the floor. He just fell.
And the arm didn't break?
Nah.
But then he can be
He just
walking around
fell.
like a kid with a diamond
No,
arm.
he lost an arm. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
lost an arm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's probably handicapped right now.
Yeah, he's all walking around with a diamond arm.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Like,
okay, don't forget, it can melt. We seen it already. He could have probably threw himself in the water or something, just like Buggy.
Who? Jozu?
Buggy, yeah, Buggy was frozen, and the other little niggas, and they all defrosted. So same thing could probably happen to Joseph.
Oh, wait.
I don't know.
I got lost. What happened?
Wait, when
You
did
remember-
Buggy get
I don't
frozen?
even know anymore, honestly.
You remember they said Joseph's arm probably got broken off because the ice dude froze it. I'm saying that he probably could have defrosted.
No, but it's not like he just froze it. I think he froze it. He
Did he
fell
freeze
and
the
it broke
diamond, or did
like
he
that.
freeze the diamond, or did he freeze his arm?
His arm.
Oh, well, fuck. He just got a diamond replacement. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like if anybody on the Straw Hat crew if they ever lose an arm, it's like as long as law is there, like that's never an issue. Like if you lose an arm, even if you
And they're
if you lose
kind of,
anything,
and
like
they're
you could
allies.
die. If you die and law's in the vicinity.
Oh, okay. Well,
you
this
should
is
be okay.
this is what I say. This is what I wanted. What I was trying to say before at first is that in the war, right? That Kuma's strong, but I think Ivanko.
Okay,
beat
guys,
Kuma in the war.
are we ignoring? We've been ignoring the comments for like an hour. I didn't realize that.
I was looking at the comments. They
They
were
were having their own-
all over the place.
Yeah, and Ivankov not beating Kuma.
No, but
That's-
Ivanko did though. This is the thing. It's like y'all let personal feelings or who y'all like.
No,
get
he
into what
beat
the story
Robot.
is showing.
He beat with no brain Kuma. He beat
That's
Kuma
not-
with no
That
brain.
Kuma, that
He
Kuma
beat the
was even more
pacifista.
vicious.
He beat the pacifista. That wasn't
No.
that-
That Kuma, when Kuma was on, when Kuma fought Luffy and him, because you know he's for the revolutionaries, he wasn't really going all out. After the government controlled him, that was Kuma going all out. And Ivanko Chan, he wasn't even scared of him. He was like, yo, Kuma must have forget how furious I could be. I got to put that fear back in his heart. And he went in and was taking Kuma out.
Let me ask you this question.
Oh, you're right. I agree with you. I agree with
Yeah.
you.
I'm not forgetting about that.
Okay.
I agree with you,
Ivanko
Taekwon.
wasn't scared of Kuma at all. It was like, what? Yo, Kuma's like,
How-
Kuma must have forgot.
Powers.
I agree with you, Taekwon. I got you. Yeah, I agree. I remember that now. I almost forgot that part.
Yeah.
I almost forgot that
But
part.
the thing is, listen, Kuma is probably
Kuma's actual
second or third strongest warlord. Like
How much of Kuma's powers did Kuma actually use there? And that
Yeah,
none of it.
how
none
much,
of it.
how
it's
much
true.
powers did he
He
actually
didn't
use?
use anything.
But don't forget, that queer guy, Ivankov, he just got out of jail. He was chilling in jail for how many years? Yeah, so like we gotta put that in factor as well. Yeah, we gotta put that in factor as well. He was,
Because like I be
I think
hearing,
we got factored that in with Ace too. Like Ace was there. Were they feeding him?
no, I don't think they was. I don't think
Yeah,
they was.
remember, even if they were, he had an appetite like Luffy. Remember that.
Like
Yeah.
why would they feed him?
Yeah.
He was like probably on like about to die anyway
yeah.
because his Vivre card was already shriveled up.
Yeah,
And then
And
to
plus
have
we
to
gotta
go
put-
against an admiral. Huh.
yeah.
No, and remember, he had an appetite like Luffy. So even if they were feeding him, would it really matter?
Because like I
He
don't.
never- yeah, that's so. Then maybe Ace was admiral level.
Oh boy.
Well,
Ace Admiral. Oh, I
I
don't
think
say he's somewhere near Vice Admiral. Somewhere near
But
Vice
because
Admiral.
Marine
He had
fighting,
to at least be the highest level. He had to at least be high.
Marine Ford Ace isn't even half as strong as Ace normally is.
Well, let me just say
well,
something.
We can't use that Black
Ace
Red fight.
Ace
'cause
was
Black
fighting.
Red-
We not doing this. No, we not.
No,
We can't be.
Ace fought
I
two
know, I'm just-
admirals in the war and did good. And that's another thing too with those admirals is that Ace fought the Ice Admiral and he fought Kizaru.
Not really fought.
Yeah,
No,
but
most
he-
likely
Yeah,
deterred.
clashes with
Deterred. Yeah,
Yeah.
deterred.
Clashes.
More like deterred. Yeah, a
And the other
deterrent.
thing too, those the commanders in White Bear Division or whatever like that. I remember when Luffy bumped into an admiral and he couldn't beat him, and they was like, Luffy, you gonna let one admiral stop you? You can't let one admiral stop you. And they helped them and they fought through the admirals, kind of whatever like that.
But based on that, we can't put Luffy in factor. This motherfucker survived death After surviving death, he went to fight. After fighting, he had like an hour chill time. After that, he went into war again. Come on, we can't.
It's called plot armor. Come on, let's all be serious.
Yeah.
Well, he had
yeah,
he had Ivo-chan giving him that stuff.
but that's just mental. Don't forget, that's just mental. Physically, his body's in pain.
But the thing is, if they took that away, he's not gonna be able to feel anything, but his body's just gonna break down after a while.
Yeah. Yep.
After he didn't notice his body was in pain, so when his body finally hit its limit, it was just like out of nowhere. It was
exactly.
Just like,
that's just mental. Those
But it
injections, that's
happened
just
at
mental.
Marineford. Didn't she have to or he have to
I know, right? That's
inject him again?
like it's like literally, it's not because it's an Okama. It's because of the gender changing thing. It's
Imagine a fresh Luffy. Imagine a fresh Luffy straight out of bed, 3 days of eating food. Imagine that type of Luffy in war. Come on, man.
He's still not competing on that level. He's still not competing on
no
that
difference at all.
I think he'll last. I think he'll last a lot longer than what he did before, especially against Smoker. I was so disappointed that Smoker fight. I was eating.
No, he wouldn't.
Well, he couldn't. Luffy had no chance 3 times skip because Luffy didn't have
Marineford,
and he didn't have control over
Marineford. He owned it. But Luffy can't touch him. He can't touch him.
And this is what I was saying about Smoker too. It seems like every single fight Smoker had with somebody with haki, he got destroyed, or that he wasn't really messing with him.
Like I said, Smoker is useless without that stick. Take that stick away. He is like below. He's below captain.
No, I think he would rule the Grand Line. He would rule the Grand Line.
Logia makes you strong.
No. Check this out. You can't say he ruled the Grand Line if he was only fighting people who didn't have haki.
That's like a mismatch right there. Normally in the Grand Line, they don't have haki yet.
Yeah, so that's like
wait.
That's what I'm saying.
You guys are confused.
Sometimes
the Grand Line of the New World is part of the Grand Line. You mean Paradise, the first half.
Yeah, the first half.
Sometimes when people say like, oh, Enel is Admiral level or Smoke is Admiral level, or they'll be like, what's this guy named Crocodile's Admiral level? They're not Admiral level. They just have Logia power.
2015.
They just have but they have Logia power. People was thinking that like just because somebody has a Logia power, they could be an Admiral, but it's not all about that.
We can't be underestimating these admirals.
That is partially Oda's fault. You know, the first three admirals were all Logia. There was no reason to do that.
But we could say Sabo is above Vice Admiral level. We could say that, right?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, just making sure. That's all.
Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt, he would destroy any Vice Admiral.
Yeah.
Well, besides the ones that have been offered the Admiral position, of course.
The bigger question is, where is Dragon in this?
Number one, strongest guy in the One Piece world. Absolute best. Stronger than anybody else.
Above Admiral.
Capable of one-shotting Fujitora, in my opinion.
Based on what we see with Sabo's haki, based on what we see with his haki from the Coliseum, based on that Dragon Claw.
Fifth Son is hype off the Dragon Claw.
Face is crushed.
Is hype off this Dragon Claw, bro. Get it out, go ahead.
Yeah, I do think Dragon is beast though.
Like, think about
Dragon has to be beast.
Listen, he's beast, but nobody one shot in Admiral, yo.
No, guys, think about it. Think about this for what? No, wait, Roger probably could, in my opinion.
No, he's not one shot in an Admiral.
No, I think he could beat Fujitora pretty easily.
No.
Actually, I think Luffy could one shot an Admiral.
What?
What?
Let Luffy what's that dude name? Let Law get his room up. Let Luffy go like a half a country away. Let him go a half a country away. Let him go gear fourth. Let him twist his body. Let him twist his body and go rifle. Game over.
But I think the only person right now that could, their current level, that could one shot an Admiral is probably Law.
Wait,
probably
what?
Law.
Hold on. I got
all logic and just talking about Devil Fruit ability, obviously.
With his ability, right? As far as he uses
ability-wise, yeah, he's stronger than all the Admirals. Ability-wise, yeah.
So are we saying that?
I put it up with the Quake for
So Doflamingo's Yonko level then. in that case.
No,
No.
Are we
saying
saying?
Law Devil Fruit is like above all the
It's
admirals.
possible that he can do that. Like Luffy cannot do that right now.
I need to hear
With anything.
Are we saying Luffy's King Kong gun can't put a hole in it?
It's not one shot an emerald.
I need to hear how Law can one shot.
It'll do serious damage. It's not gonna one shot him though.
It's not one shot an emerald.
Yeah,
Law's ability.
no.
But how?
We're not even hurting Admiral.
Well,
No.
How is
How is this gonna one shot an Admiral? I need to hear this one.
through Law?
A King Kong gun?
No, he just said
Or
just
Law?
Versus Heart.
Law's
Or
ability.
Law?
Yeah. He could cheat. It's like Law has.
Law can be like Jumbo. If
Mess
we're
and
taking away
crush his heart.
everybody, if we're taking out Plot, he could literally beat anybody. He could Jambo, take the heart, grab a door,
And then it's
cut the
done.
heart in two, it's over.
But he has to get to it first.
Yeah, you gotta get to the person. You gotta get
create
to the
a room
person.
beside the island.
No, you could create a room.
They know Law's power.
No, but I think we're taking out Plot, so we can hide behind the wall. Like,
Because
Jumbo.
Like, think about Dofi. Dofi knew Law's power. Law couldn't get to him.
yeah, if you know his
Yeah.
power, then it's not possible. If you know what he can do, it's not possible.
If they had no knowledge of each other, he could beat anybody.
Dofi versus Law was a little bit different because at the same time, Law was under Dofi, and Dofi was like, was a captain of Law. So of course he's not gonna be able to beat Dofi.
But Dofi kind of like fodderized Law at certain moments. Like he was just like, "Come on, Law, like stop."
The only reason
Yeah,
he
that
was
was-
Law was the hype.
He knew his powers too, so that he had that advantage.
And Law had the room up too, and he was fighting hard as hell.
Yeah,
I
Law had the
remember
room
that
the whole
part.
time.
Thor was
Yeah.
there too. He still got wrecked by Fujitora.
Yeah, because Fuji's a
Well,
problem. Like, I don't know how you-
Fujitora is nice. I can't say that like if Fujitora is weak. I think we're gonna see something soon or something later
I would
where
never say
Fujitora is
never
gonna
say
go
that.
beast.
Nobody said Fujitora was weak.
Oh,
I
okay.
would never say Fujitora is weak. I would
I actually
never
like
say
him.
that.
I think he's the wicked out of the admirals. I do think that.
No admiral is weak.
No,
No,
we don't know that though. He could be. Well, you know what it seemed like? It seemed like he's just getting the hang of his double fruit power, but I think
Oh, Fujitora.
No admiral is weak.
yeah.
No.
But you seen what
But-
Jack did?
Fujitora was chilling. That was vacation.
Yeah. Jack was beast.
I don't even think Fujitora got up in that fight with Jack. I think the old lady beat Jack. That's what I think.
Ah.
that lady, her
Sleeping on
powers
Jack
is
video.
her powers is crazy too. What she does? She like turns you into like a shirt and hangs you out or something like
Yeah,
that.
she drives you out. Yeah.
I thought something guys. I think Edward Weevil's mother is stronger than him. If he really is Whitebeard's son, she must be strong as hell to survive.
To survive Whitebeard.
God.
Listen, he's not Whitebeard's son.
No,
It's clearly he's
He
not.
must have been a god because I had no idea how to survive that. I mean,
Say that about Chi-Chi or
he doesn't even go up to his kneecap.
Look at Chi-Chi, yo.
True, but Goku can suppress his power level. No, what you can't suppress the size of your body.
Yo, I
You're
did
like,
think that.
okay, let's
I-
get stuck. Oh, I killed her. Oops.
I did think that the government and Doflamingo is behind Weeble, my dude. Everything
possible.
screams puppet. The way his arms are stitched up, the way his face is stitched up.
He also screams, what's his name? With the shadows.
Yeah, right.
That's
Doesn't it scream that?
You said Doflamingo, didn't you?
Yeah, Doflamingo killed the shadow guy. What's his name?
Oars.
Oh my God!
Kuma? No, it's not Kuma. The shadow dude. What's his name? Moria.
Hey,
Yeah.
he more so would be more in control of this than Doflamingo.
No, Doflamingo killed Moria. They got the devil fruit, and the government. Because don't forget, he said, "Oh, who ordered you?" The Sengoku, and he said, "No, higher up."
Yeah,
He said,
higher up.
higher up. Yeah, he said higher up. So the government have to have something behind that. I think they made that dude let that old lady or made a bet with Big Mom or somebody. Something it has to be behind the government. It has to. Weeble is not possible.
Doflamingo was just carrying out orders. I don't think he really gives a fuck what the government does.
Yeah, Doflamingo was a puppet.
Weeble
He's a
being
puppet.
manipulated.
Doflamingo.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, we know that because she said, "Oh, ain't no money behind Blackbeard." And if she really cared, if she really cared about Whitebeard, he'd be the first target. If she really cared about him, so the government had something to do behind it, and our old lady obviously got motives. So if that dude is really as strong as Oda OD, oh my god.
Yeah, that nigga.
Oh my god. Whitebeard's prime. Whitebeard's a young Whitebeard. Oh.
But I need to hear.
I think as far as strength,
like I need to see his resume. Like who did he kill of name? That's what we need to see.
Yeah, I want to know which one of the Cannon father commanders he beat.
Ayo. I know Ayo is one of them. The Ayo pirates.
He beat, yeah, they didn't say, but it was 6 of them, right?
Yeah, but they said one. It's 16.
Who were the AO pirates? Who was that? Anybody know?
It's like the random guy that was running with Luffy.
Who? Anybody want to?
It's like one of the
and
random
most likely was the samurai girl boy. You know, with the pistols.
Yeah.
Samurai girl boy. It's funny. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Samurai girl boy.
Oh my god! I just typed. I see who AO is. Oh.
Yeah.
What?
He's really somebody you can forget. Like you would not remember his face.
I dead want to see Squaddle.
I see this dude's face. I put it in the chat, in the group chat. Look at his face and tell me that Weeble is still a man out here. Just look at it. Come on.
Where at?
I'm not getting
Oh my god, he's so idiot.
Not for nothing. A lot of those Whitebeard support commanders or whatever like that, they were struggling against the pacifistas when they came.
Bro.
Well, I think there was like an army of those things.
Yeah,
I was not getting no love for this one, man. I can't do it. I can't.
When remember, like after the time skip, almost everybody was able to take one of them out after the time skip and Luffy's crew, and those guys were struggling with those pacifistas. But it's like once they came, it was over.
Whoa.
Yeah, they say that's the old models though. Yeah.
I mean, old model, new model.
We can't put levels on that.
Like
struggling against those. Like
Dragon Ball.
His affiliate pirates shouldn't have been struggling against those pacifists. Like Luffy guys right now would struggle
They can make statements about their power level that are actually
yeah,
but Luffy's guys right now aren't struggling against those guys. Like
yeah, they're knocking those things out.
Yeah, the pacifistas are really nothing to the Straw Hats to do. I firmly believe Nami and Usopp combined could take out a pacifista post time skip.
Maybe.
Hell no. Electricity.
What do you say?
Electricity, water is resistant to those pacifistas, so I can't see them taking it out.
No, but if they can pull off what they did last time, like if Usopp could get like an explosive star into the inside of it, and then Nami could electrocute it, they could probably do it.
Well, ask yourself this: can Frankie or Chopper take a pacifista?
I think
Frankie easily because Frankie had Frankie would win because of the blueprints from Vagapunk.
Chopper?
I don't know.
Of course.
Can Senior Pink take out a pacifista?
Of course. He could grab it, put it in the ground, and leave it there.
That thing's breaking out the ground, bro.
Here's a better question, guys. We're gonna do this for the One Piece fanboys, all right? We're gonna act like this is a question. Can Vegito take out a pacifista?
Oh my god.
Let's just make the One Piece fanboys happy and act like One Piece characters are actually very powerful in the grand scheme of anime.
Vegito? The thing is with the series crossovers,
got a pacifista.
It's hard to not think Vegito because like I mean, look at the power level and the power skill. It's completely different.
Yeah,
like, Spirit Bomb.
No, Vegito is also the most under. It's also you have to realize he was beating Super Boo in his base form. If he went Super Saiyan 3, he could beat Whis.
Beat Whis now.
Dude, no. Did you know the Super Saiyan multiplier, Bargo?
I don't know the multipliers, but he's not beating Whis.
Well, no, the Super Saiyan is 50 times, right? Super Saiyan 2 is I think.
So you're saying if they fuse
Super
right
Saiyan
now,
2
they're
is
beating Whis.
Super Saiyan 2 is 100 times, and Super Saiyan 3 is 400 times your base power. So Vegeta, which was on, so it takes Super Buu, Gohan is Zorbed, and multiply that power by 400, and you get Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta.
So what is Whis's power level?
Nobody knows, but let's just.
Exactly.
Do you think we could beat Vegeta? I mean, Vegeta was effortlessly beating Super Buu with Gohan and Zorbed. Zorbed would be like,
Whis is casually like beating Goku and Vegeta.
yeah.
Well, he had a cocky
Super Saiyan
cocky
God.
fighting style.
I stopped watching Dragon Ball Z after Gohan beat Cell.
Good choice.
Oh, that was like what? 15
That was a hot
years
fight
ago?
though.
All I need to say.
Nah, that's probably the best moment for me in Dragon Ball Z.
All I need to say.
Vegeta got that M
And
on.
I'm not gonna make a video about that, by the way, about Vegeta, how we could beat Whis.
Yeah, he was like, "You want them sensu beans? Yo, take this whole bag."
Once Vegeta got that M on his forehead, that was about it for me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I do think that's one of Toriyama's biggest flaws, that he didn't plan anything out.
But I think that's where he's going now with Super. Like with the whole with Vegeta and how he fights Goku, how he fights where Goku doesn't think enough, Vegeta thinks too much.
No, I mean Toriyama didn't think anything out, really.
I mean, but you know, it wasn't meant to be thought out. It was just like, hey, this is an entertaining show. Power-ups, if you yell hard enough, you be the strongest. That's just
Oh my!
Well,
Can we
actually,
get
there's a
back
lot
to
more to it if you look into
had,
it,
like,
like Zenkai Boost and all that, but, you know. I'm not gonna get into like Zenkai Boost and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Can we?
like when people compare like the pacifistas and Vegito and stuff like that, that's not really fair because it's like
I was
all of these
joking,
shows is
yeah.
good shows. No, I know, but I'm saying all the shows is good shows. Like One Piece is good, Naruto's good, and Dragon Ball Z is good, but they all take place in their own world with their own limitations.
And Dragon Ball Z is on a completely another level, let's all be honest.
Yeah. Well, but that's the thing though.
I
They're
mean,
not.
In One Piece, nobody can even just. It's a big deal to destroy an island. In Dragon Ball, you can destroy a planet casually.
whoa, somebody can destroy an island.
Well,
can come on.
No,
Yeah, but
I'm
it's still
saying
a-
that's my point though. Just
it's
an
still a
island
tricky
being
thing,
wiped
though,
out
because-
completely would be a gigantic
No, but
deal
yeah,
in One
comparing. I
Piece.
think
In Dragon
comparing
Ball, an
these
island being
two,
destroyed is something that happens every day.
I don't
Yeah,
think we should do that. That's just it's pointless.
Yeah, it's still a tricky thing though because I like how it's like that. How like in One Piece nobody could blow up the world, but in Dragon Ball Z people could. But you know, if every single anime person goal was to make characters stronger than Dragon Ball Z, it would be pointless after that because then it'll be somebody blowing up a whole universe. The next show.
Well, that's no, but also the problem is that Dragon Ball Z characters really cannot
son,
be
all the time you be talking on the phone. Come on.
You yelling? I don't be yelling on the phone, my nigga. It's fucking 1 o'clock in the morning, bro.
Look, okay,
You should be the
I
last
was
person to
saying
talk all the
Dragon
time.
Ball
You
Z
be-
characters
you-
can't face their
It's not even. I'll be a bit quieter.
I gotta get up for work at 4
So-
o'clock in the morning, bro. You yelling at 1 o'clock in the morning?
I'm not yelling at 1 o'clock in the morning.
You yelling right now?
You yelling.
It's okay. It is 1:30 in the morning. I will give him
At
that.
4 o'clock in the morning, you in here yelling, son.
You did that all the time though.
No, I don't.
Are we going to ignore this?
Yes, you be talking. I'm not even gonna talk to you. He's trying to tell me to be quiet.
You in there yelling?
I'm not in here yelling.
I'm not.
My bad about that, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
You
I'm used to it.
I'm probably gonna head out and like.
You know he be talking on the phone all the time and stuff like that. And he talking about somebody
Damn
talking
it.
too loud or something like that.
But I don't be yelling.
Okay.
I be on the phone whispering that, or I got the headphones in talking.
No, you be. I don't say nothing. You be yelling.
Yeah, One Piece.
Oh,
Oh, you do not get One
Yo,
Piece instead of this.
Yo, tell him this is serious business, bro.
you want a cookie?
I have an idea. Give him a cookie and everything will be fine. Or
Let him
Now he being
Let him watch that.
mad over dramatic and stuff like that.
Let him watch that One Piece special.
Go to sleep and you over there
Bring
yelling.
one of these fans out this fucking.
But like Crystal, he be talking on the phone all the time. Oh, you know
Hey,
he.
why don't we
I
talk
know.
about that One Piece special? You have a return of Frosty.
All right, but he doesn't have to be acting like that.
I just asked you to be quiet. You like, are you serious?
Yeah, are you serious?
Okay, Marco.
Well, you shouldn't be acting like that.
Y'all better
Oh,
sit
you didn't have to.
Don't get me started.
I gotta look at the comment section.
Do what I do. Sorry, big bro. Just do what I do. Sorry, big bro.
I told you I'm gonna be a
That's
bit
it.
quieter. You still going?
Just do what I do. Sorry, big bro. Hey, shut up.
Like, my bad, bro. My fault. But nah,
Yeah, what I was talking about?
I forget. Well, we talking about
let's get
Dragon
back-
Balls, but I think comparing the two series, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Just Dragon Ball Z, the power levels, is unbelievable. We
Yeah,
can't.
we should probably talk about the Foxy Festival, honestly.
Let's get back to the Genesis. Let's get back to the Genesis World Record show. One Piece.
What's that?
Let's get back.
I'll say something.
Because we put him in Guinness Book of World Record. I remember that. But no, seriously, let's talk about Foxy. Foxy coming back. Have you guys heard about that?
I saw that. I'm honestly not interested at all in Fox.
Well, I'm more interested in the idea of an island that takes away Devil Fruit power. That like State Zone. That interests me.
Well, I'm saying, like, out of all these characters, you bring back Foxy, bro. Like,
I mean, I understand. I'm happy about it because at least that confirms he won't be important probably in canon again.
I think they introducing this one because they introducing us to Smoker's next upgrade.
What? What did that have to do with Foxy?
No correlation whatsoever.
Remember where they fighting at? They're fighting in the Misty area where you can't use the Devil Fruit powers.
It's not
That's
even
Smoker's
canon.
upgrade. That's
Oh,
Smoker's upgrade.
You know who I think
That's
they
the
should have brought
dumbest
back?
thing I've heard in my life. I'm sorry.
They should have brought back Captain Kuro. Give us a Captain.
No,
Kuro.
you know everything. Foxy's
excuse
the
me,
only
guys?
character that I think could be brought back in a special. Get it?
Bring back. Listen, man.
guys,
It's like,
I want to
gotta
see
go,
Kuro.
so-
I want to see them in the canon, in the manga. Foxy perfect. He decently funny. We may get to see Afro Luffy again. And
oh
Yeah,
god.
Foxy
watching
captain
that.
level.
let's be
Foxy's
honest.
captain level.
Let's be honest. Everybody
thing
wants
is,
to see Afro Luffy.
At this point in the new world, I don't want. It's like the gimmicks
Foxy's
and the
captain
funny.
level.
Like, no, I'm past it.
Foxy's captain level though. He's captain level.
So he's
Clearly captain level.
he's as strong as Helmeppo then.
No, guys. Let's all be honest. Afro Luffy will make the special. When he puts on the Afro, he will become a god and make the special.
Oh god.
Afro Luffy is stronger than Gold D. Roger by like far.
Yeah, I think
Damn.
probably catch up
Damn.
from other series. Then
Damn.
you guys have seen
Afro Luffy could beat Whis for Dragon Ball.
I was waiting for another war game. I was waiting for another a pirate war game. I was waiting for him to come back though. Foxy, I was waiting for him to come back.
You know, I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind another Davy back fight. I honestly didn't mind the Davy back fight arc.
I wanted to see how fast Sanji gotten based on that cat guy. Remember the cat guy?
Oh yeah.
You mean Kuro?
Nah, you remember one of the Foxy's
one
dude?
idiot in Foxy crew. Nobody liked Foxy. I kind of like Foxy actually, but not a lot of other people like him.
I think.
People
Yeah, I guess it
the
makes
reason
sense.
people don't like Foxy is because they hate the Davy back fight arc.
Wait, guys.
I love that arc.
I
Perfect.
gotta go, so can you put your YouTube things in the comments so I can subscribe to you before I go? Okay, thanks. See you guys.
All right, Omar.
I'll do that quick, yeah. Or in the comments in the actual live stream or in the Google in the Hangout.
No, the live stream, that'll be better.
Okay. Can you even post links in a live stream?
But maybe Oda, he's probably going
Post it
to
in
give like
in the live stream.
Yeah, I can't.
a Foxy's pirate game based on everybody's individual strength. Most likely, we want to see Usopp sniping. Hopefully, it'd be some type of shit where he got to snipe an island away. If that happens, I'm fating.
They were asking like, what would be the next power ups for the Straw Hats? Like, what's the logical power ups like Luffy's or?
Nami observation hockey, obviously.
No, I'm talking about the war games.
The war games.
Yeah, like
The
what
Davy
the
back fight,
game's going to be about. Yeah, the Davy back fights.
Well,
What
they
they
never
call it.
confirmed. Yeah. Wherever they are, I always enjoyed that because I just like seeing the Straw Hats play like games together because you get to see the Straw Hats interacting, and I love that about One Piece.
I want to know what the game's going to be about. Is it going to be different, or is it going to be like the same way but more intense? Because nobody can use devil fruit powers.
What if they split them up and
No.
interchange the teams?
I'll tell you what I liked. If you read the article, you know how they mentioned Zoro and Sanji will be captured, right?
They said what?
In the article, they mentioned Zoro and Sanji are gonna get captured because they're gonna like drink something that's gonna like knock them out or something.
So it's gonna be handicapped?
No, but you think about it, this actually makes it interesting because you would just it puts them in a position. It will be Luffy and Robin will be the only people that can even do anything without their powers. And Robin and they're both freestyle fighters, so they both really rely on their devil fruit. And then what else? What do they have? Usopp, Nami, and Frankie. So it's really Robin and Luffy. Robin without her powers. Luffy with only haki.
Oh boy! Oh.
Nami, Usopp, and Frankie. That's it. That's all they got. Let's be honest. When Chopper is under the influence of Sea Stone, logically he should just be a regular reindeer, and Brooks should just be a pile of bones, right?
True.
Oh, true. That's true. Chopper should be a dumbass reindeer, wanting grass to eat.
Because his devil fruit, he's not a mink man. His human-like quality comes from his fruit, and Brooks is obviously, dead.
Regular. Oh, Brooke gonna be dead. Yeah.
Well, probably not.
But I'm already dead. You.
So Brooke will be dead. But what? Will he be dead? Or will he be dead? I don't even know.
Brick is gonna be alive because he's already dead.
There'll probably be some shit where
Brooke can't use his ice powers, but he'll be able to sustain his form.
Maybe, but then he's still pretty useless, let's be honest. But I would have trouble imagining he could fight. Maybe he can walk around, but fight, no. Maybe he can talk.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be like a talking, just like body of bones, like a talking pile of bones.
Honestly, I think at this point we're really overanalyzing Foxy's fights. And
No, I'm talking about the island. I'm analyzing the island. I could care less about Foxy, honestly.
I like Foxy though. I thought he was going to join the Straw Hat Pirates at first.
No.
Oh, thank God.
Foxy.
I would
I
kill
thought
myself.
Kiros was going to join, man. I wanted Kiros to join.
I would just as long as Rebecca didn't join, I could
Yeah, man.
You want to
Straw Hats, they
one-legged?
need firepower, bro. Like, if Kiros would have joined...
I didn't care. As long as Rebecca didn't join, I was like, thank God.
Nah, yeah, I was like,
Kiros would have definitely joined.
I hated that.
You want a man that been a toy for 10 years, who have one leg, who haven't touched a woman in 10 years?
Exactly. He used to go on the road. Now he's living with his daughter. That's not gonna.
Oh, God.
I don't want him nowhere.
I don't see any good things happening there.
I mean, what was wrong with Oda when he designed Rebecca? I mean, he doesn't realize she's 15, right?
Yeah, like she's ridiculous.
Was Oda just thinking it would be great to have like a nearly completely naked 15-year-old girl fight?
It's nothing like an incest couple. It's nothing like an incest couple.
I mean,
that's what Oda
they're
wants.
living together in the freaking fields, like just them. Like, what are they gonna do? Like the whole time.
what was the other guy's name that was with Kinemon?
Kanjuro.
Kanjuro, his friend,
Alright,
right here,
let's
right?
see, confirmed.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to say. Is that you know how they said
what?
There are people say Zoro should get together with Luffy. I'm not even kidding you.
Because Zoro and Luffy get together.
I'll tell you, I've seen pictures.
Zoro
Very.
and Luffy.
Hold on, Taekwon. What you said about Kanjuro?
All right, you know how they said we was getting 2 new crewmates,
Yeah.
and everybody thought that we wasn't because we got all the fleet members and stuff like that. I think it was confirmed that Kinemon and the other guys are part of the crew now because when they fell off the elephant or whatever like that, Luffy said or somebody said something like, they're part of the crew now.
No, that never
It
happened.
did. No, I seen it. It said that.
Hold on.
Also, Luffy would never Oda wouldn't introduce something like that without it being a major deal.
No, it's just that you gotta check.
Don't join the crew because right now we don't need any more weak straw hats. We need somebody that's gonna fill like.
We need a strong
fourth slot.
female. That's what we need.
It
No, no,
doesn't
no.
even have to be female.
Fujitaro is
Like,
joining the Straw Hats.
who's what?
Fujitaro, he's joining.
No,
That's what I heard
no.
too.
Carrots for Straw Hat.
But I also heard
Admiral
Fujitaro.
joining the
So.
No.
Admiral joining the Straw Hats crew.
Even
Maybe
better.
Fleet
Even better,
Black
guys.
crew.
I know who can join. I figured it out. Look, the Woodslap, the mayor from Luffy Town, he's gonna join the Straw Hat.
About
And
damn
he's
time.
gonna kill Luffy. And he's gonna
He's gonna dethrone Luffy, his old ass.
He's
Barely can swing.
gonna kill Luffy, and he's gonna become the Fire King, and he's gonna be like, bitch, I've been planning this thing.
So he's really the final villain. Listen, I think Reverie is gonna go haywire, and Vivi's gonna come back and join the crew.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
If
I
Vivi
don't
joins
see
the crew,
that.
I
I don't see
swear
that.
I will never watch One Piece again. I
Wait,
won't
you
read
don't
One
like
Piece
Vivi?
again. I will not read One Piece again. I will not watch One Piece again.
Whoa,
If somebody mentions-
Whoa, you want something against Vivi, bitch?
Vivi is a great
If they-
character, yo.
Vivi is
If they
amazing. I
add-
love Vivi.
If they would add somebody that would swing a string with a
But no,
yo-yo,
Vivi is already a Straw Hat. The members that were there, the people that were there still consider her a member of the crew.
she's a honorary Straw Hat member.
Pretty much, yeah.
No,
yeah.
and I bet you if she needed
Honorary.
would turn around right now and go help her. I'm 100%.
Yeah, they would. They would, but I think I like Vivi, man.
Vivi's amazing.
Vivi ass.
I don't
If-
care
if
if she's
she-
weak or not, but she's
If
awesome.
if she joins, that crossover man got to join as well. If that happens, I won't watch One Piece no more.
What
Bro,
crossover?
That'll be the
man?
end of One Piece.
No,
Her
no.
bodyguard.
We need
Her
Pell to
bodyguard.
join the
Oh,
Pell
Deco.
can survive a bomb. Pell is just
Pell,
totally join.
Pell, no, it's confirmed. Pell is Admiral level.
I mean, you don't just survive that attack
Come on,
and be
bro.
fine.
Pell, yo, listen, man.
Yo, read some of the chat. Read some of the chat's questions out if they have any.
Nah, these,
There's probably like wondering what is wrong with us.
yeah, nah, they say but Foxy's vote. They say Japan got different standards. I guess they were talking about with Rebecca and like the 16-year-old girls and stuff.
Well, no, I know. I just meant it got to the point where like Rebecca's half naked all the time. She's running around half naked, and then she does nothing. It's just like you make it so obvious the reason she's there is just to be a nice pair of tits.
But
Yeah.
be a hundred out.
Take her out of that arc. What would be different? Would it negatively affect the arc in any way if you remove Rebecca and keep Kira?
I wish she had more clothes on because you couldn't take her seriously. It was just like,
I
didn't like her
wish she would swing her sword at her enemy. That's what I want.
But she wasn't trained that way, though, you know?
I don't give a shit. You don't enter a fight and then not fight. I hate Rebecca with a passion.
I want Luffy to have somebody from the Long Leg tribe on like a female on the Straw Hat.
Oh my
I
god,
want-
dude.
No, you know who's going to join Luffy's crew? That blonde chick from the Amazon Lily.
Well, she already has the offer, didn't he? Offer
No. So he's not gonna go out with Boa Hancock then. I can't have that. Off her head.
No, wait,
No,
no.
but it makes sense if somebody from Boa's island joins the crew, right?
That
But
makes
Bork
sense.
can call,
Those some
Bork can
those some
call
strong
at any time
bitches.
to check up on Luffy. She'd be
Yeah,
like,
those
"Join
some
me."
Wait,
strong.
did he offer her a position? I forgot.
I think she did. I think
Those some strong holes, man. Some
Yeah,
strong
Ricky
holes.
asked her. Yeah. Well, I think that would actually be a problem if she joined because she would be so.
Luffy asks anybody. Like,
Luffy would ask anybody. No, Luffy only asks anybody that's not already a member of a crew.
So, but what do he need though? He got a sniper. He got a musician. He got a cook. He got a shipwright. He got a navigator. He got a
the
doctor.
cabin boy.
Yeah, he needs a Shanks. He needs something like like an
Cabin
apprentice.
boy.
A cabin boy like Shanks had like Buggy, like Roger had Buggy and Shanks. He needs somebody like that he can like give the hat
Momo?
to before he
Momo
dies.
confirmed?
What?
Maybe he needs
Oh,
somebody
God,
that
no,
write down
no.
a story. He
Momo?
needs somebody
You
to
don't
take
like
down
Momo?
a story. Like Momonosuke, the little dragon.
No,
Yeah.
no, but you mean the annoying piece of garbage?
If
what I call him.
Momonosuke have a skill that like taking down somebody's story, Like Luffy needs somebody to write his story, like a
Robin
storyteller. Robin?
Nah, you
No.
need somebody young, like that could, probably carry on
Yeah.
the world. Because
Yeah,
I mean, just
yeah,
looking
like
at
a
it,
kid.
like somebody
Maybe
young
Shanks the Sun will do it, but then again, we already kind of came to the conclusion that that can't be
is
Shanks
not.
the Sun
Yeah,
because of the hair.
the thing
You
we
said
was
Shank's
Luffy,
son?
right?
You said Shank's son?
Well, there
The
is a
kid
theory
from
that
that cover
kid
page.
Makino with Shanks the Kid. Because Oda said it
But
was that person, but it can't be because the hair of
I
both
really.
characters are massive
Yo,
cut.
Black
Oh,
Trigger said Carrot is gonna join the crew.
Who?
Carrot.
Black Carrot. Who was
No, I
that?
know
Who was that?
Black
I know
Trigger.
who's gonna join. I figured it out.
Trigger
I
said
figured
Carrot
it
is gonna
out.
join the crew.
I figured out who's gonna join the crew.
Who?
Akainu will join the crew.
I kind of.
Yeah,
Imagine how
knew
breakfast would be like.
you just follow Luffy in the
Can you
end of the
imagine
arc and make it
breakfast?
pirating. I guarantee it.
No,
I want the heartbeat girl, the girl with the snow fruit. I want her to be the among
Monet?
those Straw Hats. Yeah.
I read a meme.
Monet is dead.
online, and this was so true. A character can be in one piece. You can get hit by a truck. You can be burned alive. You can be incinerated. Stabbed.
Exactly.
No matter what happens,
Her heart was punctured.
everybody will always still be alive.
You
If
can't live
people
with
think
her heart.
that baby,
People die in a story. People get over
Her,
it. Monet
her heart was
is
punctured.
dead.
if people think that's Shank's baby, Monet is alive.
No,
Yeah, I think,
Oda said
it's Luffy's
Oda
baby.
said in an interview it has to be that person. So he it's important enough that he's disclosing it.
Hold on, Oda said that himself? Where?
What Oda say? What?
Remember somebody asked Oda about Makino Baby, like who the kid is? And it could have just been some random villager, but no. Oda didn't say it was just some guy. He was like, it has to be that man or that person. It's like, why would you hide
Dragon?
it from fandom? No. Oh my God, no. You're on the age difference.
Garp. That's why Garp is always in the village.
Oh God.
So hold on. So are you saying
Garp was chopping down Makina the whole time, bro. Garp is a
yeah? So it's Garp baby. So that's Garp baby.
Garp, yo, that's Garp baby.
Wait, what did that even make?
That man. Now it all makes sense.
Wait, they wanted Luffy as a kid. Like
That is the One Piece.
Guys, no wait, but they wanted Luffy. Like grandfather, I don't even know.
Where's Luffy? Where's Luffy?
That's
The grandbrother, grandbrother.
Oh, it's an Ace. It's an Ace baby. What? It's Aces.
Wow. What if Ace
No,
went
wait,
back
that's
and
not
got
actually that far out there.
Yeah, Ace went back, got it popping.
But the age difference makes it weird. But you have to think about.
It's possible, yo.
If you compare the ages, this has happened in a lot of other anime and manga too. If you compare ages, a lot of things are pretty messed up. You know what I mean?
Listen, Makino got a sugar daddy.
No, I mean, look at Bleach. God, look at Masaki and Ishin in Bleach. Isn't Ishin like a couple thousand years old because he's a Soul Reaper? And Masaki's like what? Like a normal human in like her
Whatever happened to that dude anyway?
late 20s? Ah, that was just the earth. Like Uriu's father, who was a Quincy. Who totally could have been shown by now, but Kubo just likes flipping off a fandom with a middle finger, so whatever.
Kubo don't got time for this shit. He be drawing this shit the day before.
Did you guys read that?
He's like, oh damn, this joke gotta come out tomorrow. Let me get to it.
He's like, okay, I need to pull something out of my ass.
That's why I have to think.
Okay.
I get to no.
No,
Get to is a
15
Quincy
pages of
and
black.
and the Hollow is a Soul Reaper.
Pages of like white or
15 pages of black with just dialogue.
with a slash.
With a slash.
That's
And Bankai.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think about Oda's bullshit move last week for not giving us an episode?
I understand.
Of One Piece.
I'm happy. You guys, every time he goes on break, he normally come back with something epic.
With some fire.
So think about it. Whatever he
I don't
gets,
know.
he come back.
800
he
was
gets
kind
kicked
of 800 kind of didn't live up to the hype, but 801 did.
Yeah, I feel like that was kind of intentional. Like he made you get all
Yeah.
disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, oh, such a great chapter. I don't really give a crap. And then you had that chapter, and you feel like Dragon, and you're just like
Yo, what if next chapter, right? We see
Dragon versus Blackbeard.
Nah, we see Black Burgess on the ground.
No, how funny would it be
Dragon is over.
if we saw Blackbeard and this dragon and just appeared and we see one pit of him just lying there like you need to get and then you have to see a flat dragon just sitting there and he just like tapped it or and he just like take out a knife out of nowhere and it just like and it cuts his head off and it just like wait like you know what I mean? Like let's all be honest. Even if Jesus burns him with that full power, Dragon could probably beat him just by looking at him.
I think Dragon's probably knocking out Burgess
Sabo
with
would be
haki.
destroying Burgess.
Listen. I think Sabo right now. Sabo casually beat Burgess, and we can.
I mean,
think for
Dragon.
certain-
Oh my God, Dragon could probably toss him around like a rag doll.
Hold on, real quick question about Dragon. Do y'all think that he might be taking down Robin?
What?
Oh yeah, for sure. She has,
The only one that sees this?
she has a thing for dragons now. Like she's just obsessed with dragons.
I'm not the
I
only-
know it.
I'm not the only
Oh
one
my
that
God!
sees this,
Wait,
right?
guys, I just thought of
He didn't
something.
give a fuck about what was going on with Luffy.
Guys, I just thought of something.
Robin.
F.
Hey, what's up
Dragon
with Robin though? He's like, yeah. What's up with Robin? How's she been?
Robin.
Robin F. Luffy. Wait, did that make Robin Luffy? Oh my God.
No, that's kind of some like Dragon's asking to make sure Robin's not pregnant. Like, how's Robin?
He's like, that is so freaking awkward. Imagine that for a minute. Luffy,
No, because he
your
just seems so
mother
worried about Robin.
had sex,
Yeah.
and now I'm pregnant, so enjoy that. How awkward that would be for Luffy, though. Wait, like, if Robin just like, I had sex with your dad, and now I'm pregnant. And
Man,
he's
that bitch
like,
crazy.
therefore,
Does
I'm
that
going to
make
give birth to your first biological sibling.
That just might be Dragon's kid on that cover, yo. That might
That's
be
possible. Dragon.
Dragon is. We figured it out.
So let's all be honest. Robin, X, Dragon, and Garp is the thing.
Garp.
Australia.
Oh, I didn't know
Dragon and Garp.
Garp with the fist of
No, I heard that Dragon was in Logtown for Tashigi. That's what I heard.
What?
That's why he saved.
Okay, we just stop. This is the game. The point of this
That's what
video.
Dragon does. He goes from town to town, island to island, for young girls. So he should pop up on Driscoll.
Anthony, I don't disagree with you, considering he kind of
Like
just had a kid and left. He was kind of like, oh,
He just had
I'm
kids.
gonna get you
That's what he
pregnant.
does.
I'm leaving now. Bye.
That's his thing.
Unlike Roger, he did nothing. Roger was like pleading with had somebody do something that he just left. He was like, bye. He was like, I'm gonna go destroy the government. So
No, but I think
he's like,
this
hey,
Dragon-
Dad, it's me, Dragon. Take care of this brat. His name is I don't know. Think of something, kid. Think of something, man. Bye. Unless you want to bet Dragon didn't even name Luffy. I guarantee you he didn't.
I think the next big thing is Buggy taking over all of Doflamingo's organizations.
Oh my god.
You know what that problem
Buggy's
is?
gonna troll his way to the top. Like
It's gonna be like Buggy on the move.
One day. He'll become like
Buggy's
a yoke
gonna be on the move.
mistake, and then they'll send like a 10 admirals after him.
because
Like-
Buggy, like he's affiliated with all these top tier guys. Like
Imagine if Buggy never found. Buggy does know if he ever found out his death is guaranteed, right?
You said that one?
If he never found out, he's dead.
But I don't think
Found
he ever
out-
will be.
No, but
Because
if
He
his true
legitimately has
friends never
ties
revealed-
to all these guys. Like he legitimately knows these people.
No, that's the point though. If these people realize how weak he really is,
I mean, look
they
at her.
may turn on him and be like,
How
"Why
long-
should we
but-
follow
but-
you?" And just kill him.
Is Buggy really weak?
Yes.
He did
He's
survive
definitely weak, but
Mihawk. He did survive Mihawk's attacks.
True. Wait, why?
You know what's a good point? Because Hercule could have beat Cell. That's what I've been hearing. Right?
Wait, no, one. His name is Mr. Satan. Hercule is a dub chain.
Hercule beat Cell. What are you talking about?
Oh, the guys, his name is Mr. Satan. I'm just saying.
Buggy didn't really survive Mihawk's attacks.
I'm just saying his name is.
He did. He did.
No. Check this out. They said that Shanks and Buggy is cousins, and Mihawk respects Shanks. I think because of that, he just cut him If Mihawk would have used haki and cut him, it would have been over.
Well, no, because isn't Buggy Devil Fruit that he can't be cut because of the type of body he had?
Yeah, he got the chop fruit.
It's not. I don't think it's a matter of hockey in this situation because it's a matter of that the way his fruit works is that he can't be cut by a sharp object. Literally, like it just doesn't work. It's like if you cut a piece of cheese. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got the paper cut fruit.
Devil Fruit powers is weak against haki. Wouldn't haki cuts
Bro,
hurt him?
I'm actually. I don't think there is a it's one of those things where there's a definitive answer. Like I saw a comment the other day, and you know what it said?
What is that?
Ivanko. It said like, what happened if Ivanko was knocked unconscious? With all the changes he or she had made to people's body go away. Like how did that? Or like how could you have a permanent Devil Fruit power? There's no answer for it. You know what I mean?
No, but
nah.
No,
Here's is permanent. Here's permanent.
It's permanent, yeah.
But no,
Yeah,
shouldn't it go away if the Devil Fruit user is killed at least?
No, because it's injecting something. It's
yeah,
like
it's
that's like saying
injecting
if Ace burns, like if the house is burning and Ace gets knocked out, like shouldn't his fire go away?
Yeah, that would be redundant of the power. It's probably completely useless then.
Yeah.
So even call that shit permanent. You can't once you change to a man to a female. No matter what you do, all the thoughts is in your head. So if you're going back, you're killing yourself.
Unless you're Roger, and Roger just like snapped his fingers, and it's just like, I'll change that.
Roger?
I have this theory that Roger is the Kami no me, or the God first.
No.
He literally gained the power of every single Devil Fruit in existence. Like, that is the One Piece. It's a Devil Fruit. They give you every single Devil Fruit power.
That would be the
That would just be OP.
That would be the wackest shonen manga ever wasted in One Piece.
No, or maybe he has like a negation fruit. Like he could actually like just take away your power completely.
Like Blackbeard?
No, I
like
mean
Blackbeard.
If he were to touch you would touch you use loop of power. Like the power
forever?
Like if you were touched, like Luffy would no longer be a rubber man, period.
Dude, how OP is that though? Like this.
No, but maybe it's on Ractal. Maybe after the government, so maybe after one of those things, maybe that's hidden somewhere on Ractal, and the government's afraid of it. Because they're like, it's something that's like a pirate got that, and touched like, all three admirals, and like, we'd be in trouble if all three admirals lost their Devil Fruit powers.
Yeah, I mean, would it be surprising if Roger's like Jolly Roger changed, like when we like finally get introduced to him? Because
does Roger even have a Jolly Roger?
Yeah, we've seen it. It's like the mustache thing.
Yeah.
But I think because look at Kaido, his whole design changed. Marco, he keeps changing. It's just like I wouldn't be surprised if like we find out and it's like, oh, yep, this is his Jolly Roger now.
Well, I'm more curious if any. You know what I want to know? I want to see if there's any more connection between the Roger pirates and any of the Straws. Like I do actually believe in my theory that Nani's father is Roger's navigator. I do believe that.
I don't want the parallel. I don't want that.
I only want that. I don't want it to be something stupid like hockey that explains her ability.
It'll be too cliche.
I understand, but wouldn't it be even dumber if her navigational skill came from like hockey? Or that needs to be explained with something besides hockey. It just doesn't make sense.
Hockey though.
Most likely it will go up to hockey. She will most likely she'll get it, but most likely that you're studying and a lot of book reading what you do.
No, but no, even BB said what she does should be physically impossible. Like predicting a storm on the Grand Line is not something you should be able to do.
I mean, but some people just have it,
especially when you're new to
some things. It's like some people are just good at things. I mean,
it's like where did the talent come from? It can be passed down. Talent can be like a family trait.
People are just talented.
Maybe it's not. I'm just saying. I have a feeling. The only reason I feel that one of Nami's parents was a very skilled navigator of someone important that we know is because we never were explained what island Bellemere found her on. None of that was stated. It was just like, oh, I found her on an island. That's all. That's all. That is totally all you need to know.
I think, part of the lure of like One Piece is how many theories you can make. because
Yeah,
of
but
how
if you think about it, it's
Zoro-
kind of like that's the problem with not main character. You're kind of looking at like the backstory is almost complete, but there's that missing small bits of information. Like
I don't think we're
But
missing.
that's like with all of
Next,
any of them though. Like
next,
look at all the
no,
Straw
but
Hats.
Luffy, we know who his father is. We
We
know
don't know
where
his
he
mom
grew
is
up.
though.
we could ask that same question
Who's
about
his mom?
Zoro then.
No,
Anybody.
no, but we know the island. We know their birthplace.
We don't
Their
need
Who's
to
his mom?
we don't need to know like what happened when they were born and all. I mean, they started Nami off young enough.
No, I mean,
Like-
I'm just curious. I have a feeling her skill is natural, but otherwise I feel like Oda would not have referred to the place Bellamy found her as a island. I feel like Oda is the type of author that likes to be specific about location when he can. You know what I mean?
I would put my house,
Like all of the Straw Hats, there's
my
still
house
mysteries
on them.
surrounding
We are
them.
done with Nami's
No,
story.
but haven't you guys ever noticed that the Oda he'll always give the exact location something took place?
So where exactly was Zoro born?
I know, but I don't have a name.
Zoro's a bastard. Zoro's a bastard kid.
Like who's Zoro's dad? I mean, did that chick ever die for real? It's like it's he leaves these questions out there. For
Yeah,
a
Zoro-
reason.
a lot of
Whoa,
cliffhangers.
it's freaking like I think I'm gonna head out. I actually did not know it's like 2:10 in the morning.
Sanji always
crazy.
had hints as to
No, Pete.
having some backstory that wasn't told. For
Peace
some,
out, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, Bargo, thanks for having me, man.
you have a
No
good night.
problem, bro.
Yeah, peace.
Yeah, peace.
Have a good
I
one.
One Piece.
See ya.
Nami, I don't think that Oda's left like any hints as to we probably got more backstory for Nami. I think Nami's story is done.
I think she's pretty wrapped up. I don't care for anything else for Nami. I want to find out more about
Yeah.
Sanji.
Yeah, it's a complete difference between the hints that he dropped with Sanji and the hints that he's dropped with anybody else.
Yeah, like I want like Luffy's mom. There's no hints there, but it's like it's just something like as fans, you're like, "Ooh, I wonder who his mom is, you know. But
Yeah,
it's
Sanji,
When the time comes, I think
Sanji and Frankie. Yeah, Sanji and Frankie is in my head right now. That's all I picture. Because Frankie
Like,
he had a family. Yeah,
you know
Frankie
what
had a
kinda-
family.
Yeah, what brought that to the forefront for me was seeing the recent One Piece episode with him and Senior Pink, and he's saying his son Gimlet died and all that stuff. So I was like, that's interesting.
Gimlet. Oh, you talking about Pink, right?
Senior Pink, right?
Yeah.
All right, but with that Frankie story, we're all wrapped up. We don't. I think.
No, not really. Not really. It's a big cliffhanger for Frankie because he was on the ship before anything. Just like Sanji. Sanji was on the ship and they were separated from their parents with little kids.
But I don't think that outside of Sanji, because Sanji's story plays a very big part in it because it's related to the nobles. Unless it's going to be related to the nobles or the world government, I don't think it even matters.
Yeah.
I highly doubt that Frankie has relations to either of those two.
I like Frankie because his shipwright was the dude that fathered him was famous, and the same thing for Sanji father was famous.
Didn't he?
So most likely,
Didn't he construct the ship for Roger?
yeah, they both was
Tom.
famous. Yeah, one was famous. Sanji's second father was famous. Frankie's second father was famous. So that's a comparison right there, and they both had the same. They both, yeah, they both had the same interception from where they came from a ship that was separated. So that's a big right there. I think they both have something big for each other.
I don't think they're gonna be big into Frankie. I don't get that. Because they're not even hinting toward it. Whereas with Sanji, it was always dropped. He's like anytime he goes around and people didn't know his name, he's like, just call me Prince. Why are we calling you Prince though? Like, there's got to be some reason why we need to call you Prince. We see
That
Frank.
was just one time, wasn't it? Wasn't that just
Look
one
at
time?
that look at that picture I put in the hangout. Click on that. Look at that real quick.
What's the one time you're talking about?
Wasn't that just one time he told the dude call him Mr. Prince?
What time are you talking about? Because I'm thinking about
Crocodile called him on the phone.
See,
Then Crocodile called him on the phone.
I'm talking about CP dying. We all knew him as Mr. Prince as a matter. Like ever since then, he started going by that.
Yeah, like why did he say Mr. Prince? Like that. And then the whole fact that he's blonde, we don't know his backstory.
And when we first saw the nobles, you got the guy that's dressed like Sanji. It's like they keep dropping these little hints for Sanji.
Yeah.
And
You guys saw that picture?
yeah, I see it right now. Top secret. Where's this at? This was a cover?
Yeah.
I
You see
don't see it.
Suru? You see Suru on the sign?
How do I get it?
It's in
It's in the hangout.
So you got that, and then it's like you got the bounty. Why do we have his bounty drawn instead of just?
And then you see he's carrying a package that says the secret, and he has the glasses on, so he's pretending to be Mr. Prince here. It's like all the hints are right here.
Yeah, the other characters don't get hints like this.
Like, what is Suru to Sanji? That's
Interesting.
crazy.
How do I?
You know what chapter?
Do you have the?
You know what chapter this was?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what chapter this was, but this is like, it's like because of what we know now. Now it's like, yo, how did we miss this? But it's like, it's like all here.
How do I get that? Yeah.
Do you have the Hangout open on the computer?
I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay.
I
seen the picture.
I don't know how to get it to you on your phone. I'll post the link on your one of your videos. But yeah, it's like all these hints as far as Sanji being royalty and being more important. Like, I don't know what would be surprising.
I'm trying to deter Sanji's. I'm not trying to deter Sanji's significance in One Piece. I'm saying that I think Frankie also have a significance because they both had the same introduction. They both was lonely on the ship or separated from the ship, and it's weird because Frankie is more mysterious. Frankie's is more mysterious. Say that again, Weiser.
What about Brook then?
Brook, no, yeah, Brook. He got a sad story. Brook is the OG. That's my number one guy.
But outside of just that bit of a story of his crew dying off, we don't really know anything about him.
Oh, we know he was a soldier for his country, and then he went off to join his friend as a magician.
We don't know that much about Brook. We don't know that.
Brook was a swordsman from his country. We know that for sure. He left his country, and he became a musician. That's pretty good background.
Yo, that's funny shit. He said, "My man Brook, he's a musician for his country." Yo, man, that's funny. Listen, man, Brook is interesting, man, but I think Sanji's story is slightly more interesting because of the potential of what it could be. You know, like if Sanji's royalty, that just changes the whole game, bro.
I'm not saying that it's not important. I'm saying that they both. I'm saying that not Brook. I'm saying that Frankie and Sanji's beginning is mysterious.
Well, we don't really know. Frankie could have put the ancient weapon in Luffy's ship, or he could plan to in the future.
What if Frankie's like the final boss? Because he did beat up Usopp, right?
Who, Frankie?
Whoa.
What was that? What was that, yo?
That was computer right there.
Say it again, Fifth Son.
Frankie beat up Usopp.
Oh. Oh yeah. They fucked Usopp.
Remember the Frankie family? They fucked him up, and then Luffy, Sanji,
yeah,
and Zoro.
I remember that.
They just left Usopp there and just walked over as casually. Like they were pissed off, man.
For the money, I remember that, the money.
Yeah.
Know what'd be funny? I seen Shanks put Yasop first in his crew. That was the first person he seen. He was like, he heard stories of like a strong person. Imagine if Yasop was a coward like Usopp.
Even though this story's going at a good pace, do y'all think this story's going too damn slow?
It is. Yeah, it is.
It is.
That's the weak point.
Like
We've never seen top tiers go at it.
Reading One Piece. I don't want to be that old.
Yeah, because if it goes 10 more years, right? Listen.
Like, how old is Oda?
He's like 50 or 40 something.
At some point, you gotta know, like, you ain't got that much more.
Oda says his editor knows how it ends, though. So if he dies, we should be okay.
Yeah.
So terrible. He's 40.
He's 40. He's young as fuck. I thought he was a little older than that.
Yeah, him. It's crazy. Like all these guys are around the same age. He's 40. Kishimoto's 41. Kubo is 38. And Toriyama is 60 though.
Damn.
Yeah.
What about the dude? What about the dude that writes Hajime no Ippo? How old
What is that?
Yo, you guys watch, yo, I just finished the first 2 seasons, bro.
You don't read the manga?
Not yet. I want to catch up with Rising. Then I'm gonna start reading the manga.
Ooh.
But it's so good.
I've been reading that manga for about 10 years now.
Yeah, because it's at like 1,100. It's a boxing
1,119 currently.
Yeah. Yo, it's so good, man.
It's ridiculously good.
Oh my god! Like I watched the anime, and it's like it came out like 1990 something. So it's like not great quality, but it's like still enjoyable as hell.
Yeah, the manga came out itself in 87 or 89.
Yeah, it came out a while ago. But it's so good, yo. Like just watching, like as far as him learning to box, him improving, him just getting the title, losing the title.
All these years later, let me see, that was 89. So almost 30 years later, you would think that he would have confidence by now. He still, at this point in the manga, he still doesn't. And he's a world.
He does not have confidence yet.
He is a world ranker, right? I don't want to spoil anything, but he was up to rank number 6 in the world and still doesn't have the confidence. Still knocking dudes out. Still don't got confidence.
It's funny because that would I mentioned that as far as like Hajime no Ippo is like character development is lacking. Like after I watched like the first 50 episodes, I said Ippo inside the ring he's evolving, but outside the ring he's still like the same person. Like it's just like he just always just questions himself. I'm like, yo, like you knocking niggas out, you still like.
Yeah, you got to binge read that one. Like, wait, bro, he fights a dude named Wooly, and Wooly, I think. All right, Ippo was already. All right, spoiler alert if you haven't. He's a Japanese champion, and Wooly is a champion of his Orient, but in only 3 matches he won the championship. And they're like, how the fuck this guy win a title in 3 matches? And they start watching film of him and watching his training. He trains in the trees, like legit. All he does is jump around in the trees. So they had no idea on how he could fight, like, because the trainer said they send each other tapes, like, all right, here's our matches of our guy, and you send over the matches of your guy. So they say you're not going to get anything by watching his matches. You're better off just watching him jump around in the trees. And they thought that they was fucking with him, but that was legit the best way you could learn about how he fights. This dude Wooly should have killed. Like, if ever somebody should have died in manga, Ippo should have died to Wooly. And he was.
It's funny because Ippo versus Date.
Yo.
Yeah.
If he would have fought Dante just a few fights later, he would have bodied him.
Yeah.
Oh, he would. But that's all right. So my man here, he doesn't know about Ippo. Do you know about?
We're veering off topic. Sorry, guys.
We could do Tori.
That's cool.
I got a list of them.
I'm looking at a trailer right now.
Oh, you mess with Toriko?
What is that?
Oh my god.
I never seen that yet either.
Oh no, don't watch it.
I watched it. That's what ruined it for me, bro. I watched 80 episodes of Toriko.
That's like watching One Piece by what's that? Funimation or 4Kids.
Yo, it is so bad.
Don't do it.
It is so bad, yo. Like,
there's a reason why people are saying that it's one of the best mangas right now.
Really?
The manga. That's what you need, man. What's some more? I got a bunch of them. I could just.
Have you guys seen Yu Yu Hakusho?
Oh. Yeah, I like that show. Yu Yu Hakusho.
I seen that one back in the '90s. That was really showing my age here a little bit, but hey,
it definitely needs a remake, yo.
Yeah, they could make
treatment.
Hold on, wait. You said what's that to Yu Yu Hakusho?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh my god.
You haven't seen Yu Yu Hakusho for sure?
Nah.
All right, I'm just get a pencil out. We're just gonna start naming off stuff.
Yeah. Yu Yu Hakusho. You seen Hunter x Hunter?
I haven't.
I actually have been avoiding Hunter x Hunter. I've been avoiding it for a reason, though, because every time I want to read it, I always hear like the author's going on hiatus, and I'm like, he's been on hiatus for like a year. And I'm like,
Right, he's been on hiatus for a while. That's why I mean the anime is
I don't want those start and stops. I can't deal
the
with it.
anime. No, the anime pretty much the first like season is done. Right, you can just say it's done there, and it's probably the best anime I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah, Hunter is that good. Like,
All right, let me throw another name at him because he's got to know the. All right, how about Trigun?
Yeah, I like Trigun.
yeah, it's in Trigun.
I'm just waiting for him to say what's Trigun.
What is that? I don't know.
He's like, yo, like I'm a One Piece guy. Like you guys,
Cowboy,
you're outside of my territory here.
Yeah,
I
Cowboy
just got
Bebop's
back.
fire.
Cowboy.
I just got back. I don't know none of these shit. I just got back in anime, man. I just got.
What about Death Note?
All right,
Death
so,
Note.
oh, you got to know Death Note.
Nah, man. I just got back in
Oh.
it,
All right,
man.
tell us
Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
tell us what you.
Yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist is good.
The
Tell us
only
what-
thing I know is like these shows. Like I remember, Powerpuff Girls and all that.
Okay,
I
okay.
remember.
Samurai Jack was cool.
How
I
about
remember Dexter's
Digimon?
Lab. Digimon. I remember that.
Okay.
I remember.
Pokemon?
How about
Yeah, Pokemon.
All right.
I remember Yu-Gi-Oh. I
Okay.
remember.
Yu-Gi-Oh was the shit. I fuck with Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I used to.
I mean,
have
I know.
I had a deck.
I know Hitman Reborn. I know One Piece.
Hitman
Dragon
Reborn.
Ball.
Yeah, man. Hitman Reborn. That's up there for me too.
All right, so if you did Hitman, then you had to have done what's the name of that other one with the big sun with the smiley face? Oh god.
I was forced to watch that show.
What's for sure?
I wasn't Hitman Reborn. I was forced to watch it.
Yo, I enjoy Hitman.
Black Star and why can I never can remember the name.
Is that oh god, I know you're talking about.
I remember the name
I
of it.
forget.
Soul Eater. Yeah, Soul Eater.
Soul Eater. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Bobo?
Oh, I skipped the hell out of that one.
I skipped it. As well.
What is that?
It's
Nah,
just it's the stupid ass shit that was on Toonami back in the day.
You good. You good.
It's so bad. It was so bad. But it's like right after like I think Dragon Ball Z.
One of
Naruto.
my man's powers was his nose hairs. So that
Oh my god, it was just so terrible.
that should tell you what you need to.
But they're saying One Punch Man. Angela, what's going on? He said One Punch Man is a.
Oh, One Punch Man. That's my new shit, man.
One
I
Punch
love
Man. I
that.
read the manga. I haven't watched the anime at all. I read the manga.
It's worth it, man. It's worth it. Trust me,
One
man.
Punch
It's
Man.
worth it.
I'm
It's
not.
worth
I'm not going to read the manga because the anime is so good.
Yeah.
It's
I'll tell you,
it's
this.
different, yo.
The manga's been on hiatus for like I want to say over a year now. Over a year. So I will say this: Saitama will get a challenge. There will be a challenge. Now that's
How do you do that to me, man? How do you ruin it for me like that, man?
nothing wrong. Nothing wrong.
You say it's going to be a challenge. I mean, I think we kind of expected that, though, right? You can't have one punch everybody.
Well, no.
I thought
The way the whole thing goes, nah, you're not gonna see a challenge coming. You're just not. But when that challenge gets there, you'll know it. You'll know what the challenge is. Cause yeah.
like the fight that got like I think 1 million views was when he fought the robot guy.
Genos?
Yeah, his servant.
That's his trainee. Yeah, he stays along.
Yeah.
I like Genos, man. I like his design, but he's kind of
heroes. Them S-rank heroes, they're gonna take a knee to this one dude, yo. They all gonna take a knee at one time. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get
his signature name is One Punch Man, but
ugly.
It's not yet, right? It's not yet, right?
It's gonna be a while. It's not even gonna be that long. It's not gonna be that long. Unless they're gonna give up a bunch of filler. It's gonna be a lot of filler. I can tell now because the manga's not that long.
Yeah, so they're gonna fill it in.
It's about 40, 50
but
chapters.
It's been funny. So it's like even when it's not like last episode wasn't that that much action. It was still funny as heck. So I'm enjoying it there.
It's hilarious until they get to that one fight, then it gets real.
Like there's a anime I'm tolerating. It's called Kings of Kings, I think it's called, or called K Kings, something like that.
Kingdom.
K Kings. It's like some dude where there's a silver king, gold king, green king, and
no, never heard of that.
I'm gonna send you a trailer.
It says Soul King, like Bleach.
Nah, it's K. It's K. I'm dead serious. The name of it's called K.
K.
Right now.
Send me the trailer too.
Like K, like just the letter K.
K. I never heard of K.
Type it in. I'm dead serious.
Name some of the
It's called
characters.
K.
I'll find it. Name some of the characters. Remember.
K season 2. Hold up. Trailer. I'm gonna send it to. I'm gonna send it to the link right now.
Okay, I found it.
You see what I'm talking about? K. It's called K.
It's just called K?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's literally called K.
Yeah, more so watch anime and not much. I don't really read the mangas much, right?
Nah,
Yeah,
I just got to
watch it.
I was gonna
read something.
Another really good one, another interesting one to read is called Siren. Yeah, this one it's actually ended as well. It came out. I don't want to say when it came out, but I think it ended about 4 years ago. No, longer than that. It ended about 5-6 years ago. Siren is spelled P.S. Iron. There you go.
Oh, that's
It
straight.
starts with a P. You're not gonna find it starting with the S or a C, nothing like that.
Okay.
Like that show, Get Back is good.
Yeah, go on ahead and bookmark that one. That's another really good read.
What about you guys seen on Magi?
Oh man,
You know Red Magi?
Is it a must? Because I keep hearing about it. Is it a must?
Man, Magi is amazing.
How about Deadly Seven Sins or something like that?
Seven Deadly Sins? That's amazing as well.
Oh yeah, that shit on Netflix.
I've just watched the anime.
I got so much.
That's on Netflix. Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Oh my god, they just dubbed it, right?
Yep, I'm watching
Yeah,
it.
so
Is that
Seven
Get Back
Deadly
in?
Sins is amazing.
There's a lot out there. There's a lot of good out there.
It's Seven Deadly Sins is basically Fairy Tail done right, as far as how it looks. Like it just looks amazing.
How about Tokyo Ghoul? I keep hearing good stuff about that.
Tokyo Ghoul is great as well. I enjoyed Tokyo Ghoul. Parasite the Maxim.
I heard about that a little.
In my top 10. Parasite the Maxim. Just it's like 25 episodes, I think. Just
I might have to put that on.
unbelievable.
I might have to put that down.
Yeah,
if y'all read manga, I could just list off a bunch of this shit.
Did y'all see Get Backers?
Who?
Get Backers?
Get past this.
No, Get Backers, like Get It Back.
Get Backers.
Yeah. Yo, that show was crazy.
Get Backers.
What's it about?
Is it an anime or just a manga?
It's a manga too and an anime.
What's it
But
about?
it was only 2 seasons. It's about they get stuff back from people. So like somebody might have an important package or like something top secret and somebody steals it.
Hitman, like what's the angle here?
Well, they go on missions to get stuff back, but they have powers and their powers is crazy.
So like name me something that they would have to get back.
Like a secret data disk from like a company.
And they're not they're not assassins or anything like that?
Just like infiltration missions and stuff.
Well, some people that they encounter are assassins, but their job is to get it back at all costs, no matter what happens. And sometimes people are they'll have somebody guarding the stuff.
No, I mean I'm with you because like sometimes the most simple plots could be some of the most greatest stuff.
What's an anime you guys watched or manga you read where it's like you didn't have any expectation and it's like, oh my god, this is amazing?
Yeah, I'm telling you, Get Backers. I seen it on like cable on demand one time, and it's just I'm like, wow.
Get Backers.
Have you heard
something about you?
What's that shit? Some shit with some bugs. Terraformers. Unbelievable.
What's
unbelievable? Yeah, Terraformers. I almost seized watching that. I said, this is what I was waiting for.
Check out
that thing for me. Shokugeki no Soma. Food Wars. Like, I was like, man, I'm not gonna like a cooking anime. Like, this is not gonna work.
Deadman Wonderland in the chat. I remember hearing about that one.
Yeah, Deadman Wonderland is amazing. But Food Wars, man, like you hear about it, say, man, it's a cooking show, whatever. Like I watched, it was like 24 episodes. I watched it in like 3 days
If you like gore and just crazy shit happening, Gantz.
I heard about Gantz. GNTZ.
Bruh, you gotta have a strong stomach for that one. But it's good. This is one of the rare times where the anime is better than the manga, and I mean much better than the manga. Cause it keeps going past what happens in the anime, but I would advise anybody to just not read the manga at all, because the manga goes to shit.
How many instances do we have of that where the anime is better than the manga? That you guys can think of?
Soul Eater.
Hunter x Hunter is right there with the manga. It's like they're pretty much like you don't lose anything from watching anime. I'd say that for Hunter x Hunter. And FMA Brotherhood as well. And probably Death Note. I probably enjoyed Death Note anime more than the manga.
I never read the manga. I never even tried it.
Because of how good the anime was, right?
Yeah. That when something translates well to the Western audience, us in America.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Dragon Ball Z?
I want to keep that image in my mind. Like Dragon Ball Z, I'm not gonna go read them.
I'm not gonna read Dragon Ball Z. Like, there's no way in hell I'm reading Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon, Cowboy Bebop. I'm not reading none of that in the manga.
Well, it comes
I'm not gonna ruin it.
The manga comes in handy with like Naruto and One Piece, where like we can get some chapters ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even watch anime no more. I really don't. All I do is read the manga because I know like I'm not gonna catch any filler here.
Yeah.
The thing is, I kind of get into an anime first to kind of get a feel for it, kind of get the the voices, the different things like that.
I used to be like that, but then like I'll just listen to what people say. Like somebody recommends something, then I'll just read it and see how I feel. Another good one is God of High School. If you just like,
I've been hearing about that. That's next on my list. After watching Young Black Jack.
God of High School is that deal. I mess with God of High School.
You guys seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I'm starting that tomorrow.
What is that?
Bizarre Adventure?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I heard about that one.
I've been hearing a lot about it, so I'm finally going to start it tomorrow. It's on Crunchyroll, so I'm going to check it out. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I heard it's
inside the
What's
Google
the plot?
chat
What is it about? What is it?
No idea.
Yeah.
No idea. I just started Young Black Jack. It's about you guys heard about that?
Mm-hmm.
It's about this basically it's a student who's a genius doctor who basically this family comes in, their kid's arms got cut off basically, and take it to the doctor at the hospital. Doctor's like, yeah, I'm not doing anything with that. This student's like, I will sew your kid's hands back on and foot for $5 million.
The hell?
Yeah, and then he actually does it. Yeah.
Do he murder people in there, or is it just like doctor shit?
I don't know. He's just super shady because he just wants money. He's doing all these underhanded tactics, and it looks like his face is like sewn up as well. He's like a 22-year-old kid, so it's all this mystery. I'm only 2 episodes in, but it's been done.
I got another one.
I'll check out the trailer.
If any of you are
Blackjack.
If any of you are fans of football, I would say definitely go with iShield 21.
That's iShield.
iShield hilarious.
Fifth Son something.
Even if you don't like football, that's a definite recommend. It's one of the funniest things you'll ever read. It's hilarious.
I love football, man. I love it. Football.
Like the quarterback. Oh, that's my name.
Football.
Yeah, Haram. Oh my God, he's hilarious. All of them. The dude that moves around like a ballerina. He just be like, ha ha.
Oh yeah, my boy Julio. That's my boy Julio.
That one, you can watch that one. You can watch that one, and then you can pick up the manga right after. It is so funny, and it's good. It's not just funny; it's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna check
everybody.
You guys.
Everybody know.
It's iShield 21.
iShield 21.
Yeah.
Since you're on football, what are you guys' football teams?
I'm a Colts fan.
Giants all day, baby. Giants all day, baby.
The Giants fans, they're coming back. Zach Bell for sure, bro.
Down in New York? I'm actually in Jersey.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you with the Jets?
Saints over here. So I don't think the Giants fans liking us right now because
Nah, I'm messing
y'all
with
just
the
took that
Saints.
L, fam.
Straight up good game there.
It's
Well,
an amazing game.
offensively, it was a good game.
Yeah, defensively they weren't there.
Just
They weren't there.
what were the
It's
Giants?
like a Madden. It's worse than a Madden game actually.
Madden's terrible. Don't. I fired that from my channel. We're not gonna do Madden no more. I'm done with that.
Like I got last year's Madden, but I played like pretty much 3 games in a season of it, and I was like, I can't do this.
I think you're well enough. You're good.
It's like I don't know, man. I enjoyed NCAA football more than Madden.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we don't have that anymore because of all this stuff with colleges. But I definitely want that to come back because I could play that game for like once.
I can still go back and play it and enjoy it more.
Oh yeah, I go back and play it on my 360 because it's just if you play Dynasty, you can like play it forever.
Yeah.
The Dynasties is fun. You get to trade the players and stuff.
It's like, and then you get new recruits in every year. You got to worry about
uniform
graduating. It's amazing.
You can make a creative player and have him in there.
You can have your creative player. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if you start. I just enjoyed NCAA so much, but I guess college players got to get paid. So
I should 21. You could thank me later. So there will not be a time where you're not laughing watching that.
Word. Especially if you got friends like that in real life, that would be a oldies good show for you, man. That would be a great show.
There's development out the ass in that one.
Every character on there, I have a friend for it. Every character, I have a friend for it. That was so crazy.
I'm about to watch that whole thing all over again and then start reading the manga again.
Ice Shield 21. How many episodes is that?
How many episodes?
I think was it 200?
Oh no,
100 like that.
Hold on, let me go check. It's not a lot. Not a lot, but in the manga, it's 300. I think it ended at 333. It ended. So let me check in the I Shield 21 anime. I won't tell me how many episodes it was. This was something like once I started watching it, I couldn't stop. Oh, it is in the 145, exactly 145.
I was close. I said 200. I was close.
But the way that the anime ended is not the way it actually ended.
Yeah, and it's pretty bad. I don't want to ruin it because I think he'll watch it. But yeah, it ends pretty bad, man. It ends pretty bad.
I don't want to say it ended bad. It wasn't it's like they decided to just wrap it up, whereas in the manga they just kept going and going and going. Like, nah, bro, we still got something to win here. This ain't.
If you know how it ends, like a few of them, most of them should never.
I'm trying not to spoil you. I know you're trying not to.
I don't want to fuck it up. Yeah.
We'll give you this one. There's actually a black running back in this, and he's actually good. Very good.
Yeah. For a Japanese team, or is it like based on?
No, he's on the American team. I don't remember what he was doing in Japan. But, he was pretty much put there. He showed up in Japan so that the main character could have a goal to shoot for. So it's like he's nah. You just gotta watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. Ice Shield 21.
You're not gonna do that. You gotta watch it, man. Yo.
By Zach Bell. Zach Bell is good as well.
If you ever been in the football team or a team at all, you have like quirky friends. Each person on there should remind you of somebody you know in real life that you ever played a sport with.
Probably.
I literally have personal friends. I got personal friends that reminds me of every last character.
You got the overweight nice guy who
Yeah, my boy Lamar Big L. My boy Lamar Big L. Yep.
Yo, if you get him mad, he gonna fuck something up.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Little smoke.
That's funny.
Blowing smoke.
That just reminded me of Prison School. You guys seen that?
Prison School.
Oh yeah. You talking about that smut film? That smut anime? Yeah.
It's like 12 episodes, but it is so freaking funny, yo.
Somebody said Prince of
I
Tennis.
see.
Prince of
I
Tennis.
ain't watched all of
Yeah,
it.
Prince of Tennis. I heard about Prince of Tennis as well.
That was one of those ones I used to like. It would come on Toonami, and I'll see it like, oh, Prince of Tennis on. Let me turn.
Yeah. I think back then I was just into like,
I never gave it a chance.
the power ups.
But y'all try out that Terraformers. Try out that Terraformers. It's worth it, man.
Terraformers?
My list keep going. Like,
I could give you a list.
I usually don't watch that much anime because I usually hate corny shit, so I try to stay away from it. But Terraformers is worth it, man. That shit definitely worth it.
What's the first manga I ever read?
the first manga I ever read, I think it's probably.
I think it was Naruto for me.
I think it's Naruto.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, somebody was like, yo, like this is way behind the manga. I'm like, what's a manga? And they give it to me. I'm like, oh, okay. And then once I started reading it, I never watched Naruto again.
It's funny I guess in middle school, like this guy used to come and tell everybody what would happen like Naruto. He was like, yo, what do you have access to? He's like, it's an exclusive thing.
Like, the story would be way ahead of yours. Like,
I was like, yo, how do you know this stuff is gonna happen? You're unbelievable.
Yeah. Word.
Yo, we were just reading about it.
Word.
Yeah, he would say stuff like, look out for Sasuke unlocking his Sharingan. Sharingan? What's that?
Yeah, the lame nigga that told you all the juicy shit. Yeah, I remember that.
Like, yo. And then it happens, he's like, yo, how do you know it's gonna happen? He's like, I had a feeling. Like this guy.
You know what? I think I've been reading manga for legit 10 years, yo. I really do think so. And I've read a lot of them. A lot of start to finish, a lot of them.
It's funny because I used to be on and off with it because it's like I was like, man, these are spoilers for me. I don't know if I want to do it. One Piece. I didn't start One Piece till like I don't know, like wait.
I haven't watched One Piece since Marineford.
Damn.
I haven't watched Naruto. I haven't watched since they beat the Akatsuki member that had the 5 hearts.
Oh wow.
I haven't watched since. I've just been reading them, like, nah. They just start filling in the blanks. Nah, don't fill in the blanks. You're gonna confuse me.
Oh yeah, I used to look at One Piece more before I was reading the mangas.
I'd say this about the anime for One Piece. I think certain fights, like they're just beautiful. Like the Virgo and Smoker fight.
I'm still not caught up, actually.
Absolutely. Like I'll watch like AMVs on YouTube, and that's how I'll watch the fights. I'll watch them.
Okay. Because the Virgo and Smoker fight was just beautiful. Like that's just something you gotta watch. I can't think of another fight that was.
I wish we would have seen more of Virgo. Like
that fight was cool.
Oh man, Virgo was amazing. He was basically skywalking.
Oh no! I'm just saying. I wish we would have seen more Virgo, like instead of like just this one fight.
Yeah.
Word.
Character.
I like Virgo.
Character.
I think the Sabo fight. Fujitora.
The Sabo fight was great. When Zoro owned Hody Jones underwater. Jesus.
Oh, he was fucking Hody up.
Oh my God! I was like, he just beat a fish man underwater. What? And he couldn't breathe. Like he was about to lose his breath. Like yo, this thing is
Don't even.
Like yo, is this guy human?
Oh, didn't he beat him like just a couple of those enhancement pills?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he took one. He took one, right?
Yeah, I think he took a couple.
I think he had taken a couple.
That work.
Zoro beat him underwater. I was like, this guy's Zoro.
And then he just took more, and then it's like Zoro lost his breath.
That's when he went overkill. But Zoro had already beat him. He got out the water. That's when Luffy went on him. But it was just like.
And then he kept chugging. He kept chugging those pills and getting buffer.
Yeah, he kept throwing them back, yo. I was like, all right, Hody. Luffy kind of beat him casually, though. Like, I guess Hody was like a measuring of how strong Luffy had gotten because
that was a bad.
It wasn't that.
That was bad.
Like, Luffy got pushed to the brink by the ship. Like, that's what pushed Luffy. Like, it wasn't Hody. And then
how many times he chugged pills? He like 4 times, right?
He just kept chugging them. Like, he was like, I can't beat him. I need some more pills.
Just throwing them shits back.
This fist, after a point, he was just like,
fuck that. I'm going to beat you one way or another.
Oh crap! What's up, Gato? Coming in the last minute. Nah, I'm playing.
Gato means fat cat in Latino.
That does it really?
Yeah. I used to have somebody in my old building by that name.
Gato, fat cat. Okay, save that. But now, I think guess this is the final topic. As far as Shanks, I was saying that Shanks has to die for the story to make sense.
No. I'll say Shanks Luffy last battle in One Piece. That's what I think.
What
Shanks. I think Shanks has to die for the story to make sense.
Shanks gonna take an L. Shanks definitely gonna
take Blackbeard, a serious L, right? Like
I can't say it because he said he gotta be the strongest. They gave him his hat back, so I say, finish it off with a Luffy versus Shanks fight.
Nah, Luffy's gonna.
What if
Luffy's gonna pass the hat down?
Yeah, what if Shanks, right? Like Shanks gets taken out before he can return the hat.
Matter of fact, I think somebody else might pass the hat on, not Luffy. Like maybe Sanji or somebody. Like when they get old, like on some race.
Yeah, or maybe Luffy passes on to like someone before he dies because Luffy's gonna die, right? Like Luffy's gonna die.
Absolutely.
Like all the stuff that he's been doing, the toll on his body, his techniques.
What I think with One Piece, I think One Piece is pretty much just Oda telling Roger's story.
Yeah.
What if Luffy's Roger?
Reincarnated?
Yeah. No, like
I thought about that.
What if Luffy's Roger and like really is like let me stop thinking too much about this. But like
I thought about that.
Wouldn't it be like I don't know, like some mind blowing like if Luffy's like really like Roger and it's like Zoro.
It'll be too cliche though. That's what I mean. Like it'll be like that would be like obvious right there to the point where like it's no point watching it no more.
No, I just think I think he's just telling his story.
Like Luffy is like Roger died and his devil fruit he can return as a baby. And
no. I don't mean the reincarnation. I'm just talking about this is his way of telling Roger's story from beginning to end. Because we don't know Roger's story. So I think this is telling it. Because they're not telling us anything about Roger.
Yeah. I think at the end they're going to show the parallels. They're going to show the different ways they did things. I mean, they kind of like hint towards a lot of things, like hearing everything, them going to Skypiea, all that other stuff. But because Joy Boy, that's Roger, right?
No, it's two different.
No, Joy Boy's not Roger. No, Joy Boy is Joy Boy.
Yeah, it's two different people.
Joy Boy.
Joy Boy came.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, that was 800 years ago with that war.
So is Roger a reincarnation of Joy Boy?
I think we're digging too much into it.
I mean,
somebody, I forgot who it was. I think it was Flying Panda or another person, another YouTuber. They said that the hat it was a similarity with the hat because they said if you look in the past, somebody had a hat. You know the storyteller. What's his name?
Alpha Too Late.
Alpha Too Late. I think it was him.
You know
he said something about the storyteller. He had the hat on, and he got killed because he lied to the king. There was no gold at Bell Island, something like that. At Gold Island.
Talking about the dude. Fuck. He was. They thought that he was lying about Skypiea.
Yeah.
Norland.
There you go.
No, yeah. They say he had the hat.
That was a small ass. Look, nah, his hat was literally.
No, man. I think
that's a reach.
I'm gonna look for the video. Because one of the YouTubers made it. One of them made it.
I need you to forget you saw that video.
I think the theory is
it's good. It's a good one, man.
You can make anything sound good. Don't mean it's good. Question.
It's good, man. It's a good theory.
It's like, yo, they got me. Yo, it's good, man.
I've been wondering this for a really long time. I've been wondering this for a really long time. Why do theorists or or manga theorists, why do they do their videos in just word format?
Not yet earlier ones.
It's easier for people to read, I guess, or
like a lot of times I just listen to shit while I'm doing something else.
Or if you're deaf, if you're deaf and you can't hear.
But you can have like the words have the same format, but like a commentary over it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could be shy or something.
That's the both worlds.
Yeah, I think a lot of them don't want people to know who they are
or what they sound like.
Or what they sound like. Yeah. Because
I like sometimes I'll click on it. I'll type in One Piece theory or Naruto theory or whatever, just whatever theory, right? And as soon as I'll go and I'll click on it, I'm like, oh, this shit got a lot of views. I wonder what this theory is about. I'll click on it, and I just see words, and I'm like, all right, maybe they're gonna start reading. I'll click to about halfway through, more words.
Yeah.
Like, bruh.
Yeah.
I like that. You don't like to read? You don't like to read?
Yeah, it's like it's easier if it's like commentary over it, because then you can do other things.
Your whole entire channel is words.
Oh, I got you.
It's like, bruh, what if I just want to clean my damn room and listen to what you got to say?
You gotta watch it.
And if you just so happen to put it up too fast, I gotta rewind your shit. No, man.
Oh, but yeah, I've seen that before.
I'm like, yo, can somebody just like read? You can make a killing. Just read these shits, put them on your channel, and like make a playlist of them. Make a
because you could actually like put it. I like put it more better. Like you can have somebody read it for their speech, because people talk different.
Yeah. And then sometimes I'll go to a theory and I'll hear somebody's voice and I'll instantly turn off. Like, there's no way in hell I'm listening to him. So I guess it's a gift and a curse in a way.
So you see.
It could work both ways.
Yeah, I guess because maybe they tried it and then it was like no reception to it. It was just like, yo,
or maybe my
voice doesn't work.
Speak English too well. That could be another.
Yeah, it's like I just don't want to go through that. Let me just words. I mean, most theory channels,
I'm like, yo, these are decent.
They're pretty good. I mean, they've found their niche and like people like theories. I mean, but the thing is, with the theories on as far as those channels, what happens after One Piece ends? I mean, One Piece not gonna end anytime soon, but
shit, do theories on a future episode of One Piece shit. But like, what if this happened to One Piece? Yeah, like
start grabbing others like more
keep it going forever. Like, what if this happened? Yeah. What if this was a parallel universe? I don't know.
Well, I seen some stuff online with Dragon Ball Z stuff. Like, what if, like, what if Vegeta would have beat Cell and stuff?
Yeah, I see a Dragon Ball Z channel where they basically talk about top stuff of Dragon Ball Z and different things like that. But
yeah, and it's big too.
But it's like, I don't know.
Like, what if Vegeta had Super Saiyan 3 and all that?
I've never stopped watching Dragon Ball. I really got irritated after Gohan beat Cell.
I got irritated after Gohan became nothing.
Yeah.
I can't see how a half breed is stronger than a full blood. That makes no sense to me.
Who? As far as Gohan being stronger than?
They was putting a lot of
his father. He's a half breed. He's a bastard. He's a half breed.
Damn.
You're saying something like the human emotion makes him stronger though.
Yeah, because he supposedly had anger problems, right? Like,
yeah.
He couldn't control.
Yeah, like human.
He couldn't control it. I expected Gohan to be like the final villain or something. Like I expected like Gohan to just say, "Yo, Dad, I'm tired of you. Like I just want to be my own man," and then come back a beast. But no, Gohan goes to school and becomes Great Saiyan Man. Are you kidding me?
They bitched him out bad.
Great Saiyan Man?
Oh.
I've seen that in the midfield games.
That was super live what they did there.
Great Saiyan Man. That's the best you could come up with. Like Great Saiyan Man. Okay. For one of the best characters in Dragon Ball Z, you turn him into Great Saiyan Man.
He was getting too strong too quick, so they kind of decided to slow it down.
There's like people like Gohan more than Goku. What will we do?
I thought that's what they were trying to do.
yes, let's send him to school and turn him into Great Saiyan. Like what? Like this guy's supposed to have anger problems. You send him to school?
Yo, guys, what you think Zoro's next name gonna be? Like his next pirate name? You think it's still gonna be Pirate Hunter? You think it's still gonna be Pirate Hunter Zoro?
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be Demon. He's gonna
That
have
was a
some
cool name, Pirate Hunter Zoro.
I mean, but he's not that anymore, right? It's
Yeah.
like,
He hasn't been since he went through, but it
what about Demon Pirate? Like they keep the pirate Demon Pirate, like because I mean I go back to like Silver's Rayleigh, where it's like Dark King.
Yeah, Dark King, and he couldn't be a king
I
before
think
that.
that's
So.
probably one of the best.
maybe Dark King actually played into some part of his personality the entire time.
It's funny because and I think it's one of those movies like they showing like Roger's death. When they flash to Rayleigh, it's like you know when those guys in anime wear glasses, how they're equal. Like that's how it really looked when it was happening. I was like, yo, this guy probably has an alternate personality. Whereas like when he's fighting for real, he's like a totally different person.
Yeah, like a monster, like
a monster.
This dude is like this dude Takamaru. Whew.
Pretty much. Pretty much. But it's like I feel like because look at what if Hakuba, what if like all these swordsmen, they have this, you know, alternate person inside of them, but they just know how to control it. Because Zoro, he kind of channels Asura. You know what I'm saying? And then look at Mihawk's eyes. Like there's something going on there. And Rayleigh has that scar.
I think you just got to be a very advanced swordsman. Very advanced.
Do you think Cavendish took up more than he can handle? That's why Hakuba is taking over? Like he just wasn't ready?
Come on, let's go to the bathroom. Come on. You good?
Or the spirit of the sword, or you conjuring a spirit of another swordsman, like King.
Oh, Gato said Demon King Zoro.
Demon King Zoro.
Demon King, I like that.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Demon King Zoro.
So what do you guys think has happened to Mihawk? Have they shown or even hinted that Mihawk still exists since the time skip?
Yeah, they shown his flashback with Zoro and how he trained him as far as armor and haki.
No, I'm talking about since the flashback.
No, we haven't seen
flashback since the time skip.
Yeah,
that
they
movie
showed
happen?
flashback.
Or does that movie don't count?
No.
But I mean, have they shown that he still exists though? Like, is he alive?
No. I guess.
Other than his Wonder poster, when they were talking about the new Warlord.
Yeah.
New Warlords, I guess, yeah.
Was he in there?
Yeah. Other than that.
Yeah. Other than that, because the new Warlords, you saw Buggy and all those other guys, and he was a part of it. So.
Yeah.
But I mean.
Chapter was that? I've just been wondering, like, you know, what really happened there with those two. What chapter?
Like, why would he train Zoro though? Like, why?
Because he asked.
He liked Zoro though from the start though.
Yeah.
He liked Zoro and Luffy.
Listen, man, I didn't. If I'm the greatest at what I do, I am not training next up. You feel me? That's why Jordan doesn't like LeBron because he knows LeBron.
If you're the greatest, what you're afraid of? Right?
Because all right, Mihawk. There's one of two reasons here. Mihawk either sees that there's no competition out there for him and he needs competition.
Oh, he needs it, yeah.
Or
that's a good point.
Or Mihawk sees that there's a bigger threat out there.
So you know Zoro can surpass him?
Gotta put the right guy up. Gotta put him over.
That's a good point.
In case anything happens to him, he has a successor.
But I guess for me, it's just like, yo, if I'm the best, yo, I'm not training this young kid trying to be me. No.
If you're the best, you have nothing to worry about.
No. I mean, yeah, but if I tell him, like, give him all my tricks, like,
I'm sure he didn't give him those tricks. He probably just taught him how to, like, taught him stuff like how to enhance. He probably just taught him how to enhance his stuff. Like, all right, you know, you do have some of this haki in you. Let me go on ahead and help you advance. Let me just help you be a better you. I think that's all he did.
He just showed him the monkeys. The monkeys.
Zoro showed mad promise though from when they first fought. even to then.
He just threw the
I
monkey
think
to
what
them,
impressed
remember?
him was Zoro's dedication and loyalty to Luffy. It was like he's like Zoro is the type of guy to bow down and
Just
acts.
throw away his pride. Yeah, throw away that pride.
He was like, yo, all right.
So hey,
So,
maybe. So we'll probably never get a fight with Zoro versus Vista. That sucks.
Vista?
Now we might though.
Vista. I think Vista right now is. I think by the time they meet up, Zoro's gonna be surpassed.
I think it'd be around a wartime or when they go to like a big conflict and then those guys come out and help the Straw Hats as a part of the fleet, maybe. Yep. I really see that Great Ninja War. Oh my God, the Great Pirate War. I think that Luffy and Dragon's gonna team up for that one. I kind of see it going.
I feel deep down my nucleus that the Whitebeard pirates, that the old people, like the people who still alive, they owe their life to Luffy. Because Whitebeard's last words was protect Luffy.
Oh, okay. I thought you said the old people. I thought you was talking about like somebody outside of the Whitebeard pirates.
So you're saying that Blackbeard is going to capture Luffy and they're going to have to save him?
No.
Nobody's capturing. That's not gonna happen.
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying.
You ain't gonna capture that.
My fault.
No, I mean like you see how the fleets. He got 7 already, so I think maybe Marco will be 8.
Yo,
Marco's too strong to be
too strong
to be a part of that.
He's gonna Gear 4 gorilla punch a fruit out of Blackbeard.
Blackbeard gets a hold of him. Can't use that fruit anymore.
Well, actually, he takes in those punches. Blackbeard, remember that's part of his fruit. Like,
right. He takes the punches, but if Blackbeard sucks him up before he can use his power, then he's just defensive.
He can't really use it until he takes the hit.
Well, no, he can use Black Hole.
Well, if we think back to Miguel,
if he can catch Luffy.
But I'm saying, but the thing is, Luffy has to come to hit him.
Magellan's had him dead.
I think at this point, Blackbeard has a better control of his powers. But it's like, if Blackbeard would use like Black Hole and Liberation, that wouldn't happen. Like, it's just like now Luffy has to come to him, and Blackbeard, he wants you to come to him. It's like Luffy's not a long range fighter. Like he's playing right into Blackbeard's hands.
Why did Blackbeard dodge so many people?
As far as his power?
No, he just dodges fights.
He's a smart guy.
like the real Blackbeard. Did you see who? Was that the Flying Panda? It was the Flying Panda, right? He made that the comparison between the real Blackbeard in real life and this one.
Yeah, I saw that. That was good.
He's good, right?
Another thing,
smart man, yo.
I hope Blackbeard don't even connect with Jesus Burgess. I hope he just leaves his ass there.
What did they say? Based on he's like to Burgess, because you got defeated that easily, you just stay there with the revolutionaries. We're not coming there, bro.
Where and who's there? All right, bro.
What? Because Blackbeard has shown that. Listen, man. If I know I can't beat him, I'm not gonna fight you. Like, I'm good.
Oh, you said Sabo Dragon there? All right, bro.
So you tell me Sabo Dragon and the commanders are coming, and you want me to come down there when I just got used to this Yonko thing? I'm loving it right now. I'm not coming down there.
I think he would come though, because like
Dragon calling everybody.
But I think Blackbeard is not going to get involved in a fight that he knows he can't. That he doesn't know if he can win.
I don't think he thinks that though. Like I think after the time skip, and he's been mastering his powers, I think he felt like he could take him on probably.
I don't know.
I don't.
Blackbeard being smart. Like
he's a smart guy.
Before he even got his powers, he was always smart.
Like he just waits for his opportunity, and it's like your opportunity is not going up against Dragon and his commanders.
Because
let's say he doesn't know that though. He thinks it's just Dragon and Sabo there, and a few other people. He doesn't know that Dragon's getting all his commanders.
But shouldn't you assume that the commanders are at headquarters?
Let's say that Blackbeard could be Dragon. If Dragon could be Blackbeard, Blackbeard knows that the rest of his crew can't fuck with the revolutionary.
At all.
You gotta know that. There's no
At
way
all.
he goes in.
No,
like
but it depends. It depends who you're talking about, though. Of course, not Burgess, but the people that he got from the level 5 thing, they might be able to put up a fight.
So you think Shiryu?
Yeah, and the other
Because
ones.
Shiryu is probably like.
Shiryu's the only one I got like confidence in. He's the only.
Because remember, all those other guys were weaker than Ace like back then.
Oh yeah,
Remember
you talking about Blackbeard's first part of the crew, but nah, they weren't in level 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not
those
the
level 5 guys.
I don't think, and they don't have enough to go
But
against.
Jinbei was a level 5, and so was Ace, and that's like the powerful people.
How strong is Jinbei?
Oh god.
Well, Jinbei wasn't beating Mihawk, but Jinbei's pretty strong, and I think he's stronger underwater.
Strong, but
Pre-time skip Luffy, Jinbei strong? That strong?
Pre-time skip Jinbei that strong? Yeah.
Yeah. Pre-time skip Luffy. I think that's like his max. Right?
I would give him more than that because he was pretty much sunning Luffy when they was on that island.
Luffy was like.
He was recovering.
They was playing.
Yeah.
They was playing. Come on.
But no, Jimmy was.
He's a little more than that though. He's a little more than Luffy pre-time skip.
I would give him.
I would say he's just below.
Just below the top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the time skip.
I mean, just below him.
Like him and Sanji, they're gonna battle it out.
Nah, Jinbei can beat Sanji.
I got Sanji over.
I got Sanji beating Jinbei.
Cause Jinbei, he punched. You remember when they was in prison and they was running skate? This dude punched the air. That part was so overwhelming. I couldn't breathe for a few seconds.
Jinbei didn't do any type of power ups because Jinbei's power is what it is.
Yeah,
Jinbei tied with Ace before.
But Ace, that's the disadvantage there. We don't know. It's like we don't know enough about that fight. Like, what if Jimmy was like fighting in the water? Ace is fire,
Yeah, they did say that they would always tie it up.
Yeah, I think it's just the disadvantage that Ace has.
And Jinbei's the strongest fisherman ever. Is the strongest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, but after what Hody got, what Zoro did to Hody, is just like, man, are these fishmen really good?
No, they're not. But no, like I would say the older fishermen, yeah, like Tiger Fisher or whatever his name was.
Yeah,
good. There had to be a couple of them that were good. Neptune probably in his prime was pretty good.
Because those brothers were pretty much fodder. Like, you know what I'm talking about? The brothers for Shirahoshi's brothers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They weren't really a big deal though. Like outside of Fisherman Island, they weren't a big deal at all.
But they were supposed to be like next up though, right?
Yeah, they just figurehead.
Like
they were considered strong because there was no before Hody decided to combat against them.
Hody kind of enhanced himself as well. Luffy and Sanji and Zoro, we gotta admit they're monsters. So it's like comparing them on a regular scale, it's just, even for fishmen, they're monsters. So
I wonder what they're gonna do with Kuma. That's a story I'm very interested in. The Kuma story.
I'm interested in the Kuma story for sure because I'm like, why did you do it? Are you still like playing? Like, is it still just you infiltrating? Like, what's the whole story there? Like, I'm interested in that.
There's so much there with Kuma.
Yeah,
That's actually
cool.
one of my favorite characters right there.
Now,
because Dragon giving niggas big sacrifices. That was probably an order from Dragon. You never know.
So
he gave the order.
Dragon,
I'm sure he was a double agent.
But yeah,
so you're saying Dragon is promising these guys 72 virgins?
Maybe yeah.
I think he is. I think he is. I think he's taken to the most extreme. Because if you told your number 2 at the time, to go to jail for life until you give him the order to come out, come on, my dude. And he threw away his son for protection. Hey, come on, he's the OG, man. He's giving orders that nobody can,
So Dragon, you're saying that Dragon doesn't actually have the wind fruit; he has the telekinesis fruit, mind powers.
I think Dragon had the ultimate power. He had the black matter power. He controls black matter.
What if Dragon don't?
Black.
He got 2 devil fruits.
Nah,
Dragon
because they
has two
said
devil
Blackbeard
fruits as well.
is the only person.
Yeah, he's a special person.
No, he's
I,
the only person that
I don't
only
think it's.
got to enclose. But the government don't
Look
know.
at
The government don't know nothing about the revolutionaries.
nobody.
Nah, but he,
That panel, you know, that panel
he's
with
more to the
Dragon.
morning. I think they know what Dragon's powers is by now.
Because
He has two double
because he was part of the government before. That's what I believe. That's why he's so dangerous. Because
What
he
happened?
knows the inner workings. He knows how it works, so he knows how to bring it down.
Absolutely.
No, but if Dragon had 2 devil fruits, when Blackbeard had 2 devil fruits, it would be like, okay, Dragon does too.
It'd be like, okay, guys, what's the secret? Like, it's 2 guys now. It's become a
Not
trend.
theorizing here, but just something, just something to think about. Like, what if?
He just has a devil fruit that like he's able to do both. Like he's able to do wind and electricity, or he's able to like it could be powers from his dragon, or like
Yeah, it's probably from a dragon.
It wouldn't shock me if he was a Zoan. It wouldn't shock me.
No. Because in that panel when he was like in the headquarters, like he looks exactly like a dragon from the side. Like his hair, like it had the jagged edges of maybe that's like what Oda did it on purpose. But it's like he looked exactly like a dragon as far as his side profile. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Well,
So what type of dragon would he be?
you know how
A
Charles
blue-eyed
got fired?
dragon?
He would be a
Chinese dragon, not the Momo dragon. It's like the Western dragon. Like
Will it be the blue-eyed white dragon or the Thatcher sky dragon?
No, that's
Cypher.
like
no. He'd be the winged dragon of Ra.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because Momo is already like
Thatcher
that
sky
type of
dragon.
dragon. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see how like
Right.
like Charizard got fire powers?
Yeah, that's how he's
I
gonna
think
be.
like he might be like a dragon that like has electric powers, but he could use control wind with his wings or something like that. So he has a mix.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's crazy though, man. It's crazy. Great.
Dragon is the man, yo. I'm excited to see what he can do. Shanks, pretty much all the Yonko, all the top tier. We don't know anything. we don't know much. All we know.
What you think is going to happen at the next summit? Because I've seen a theory about that.
About
the
who?
next summit where all the nobles and
Yeah, the reverie.
yeah. I want to know.
That's what I said. I think it's going to
theory.
get infiltrated. Like somebody's going to try and kidnap all of them.
I've seen the theory. I forgot who wrote it. I forgot who made it, but I like that theory, man. Some good shit.
I mean, I think maybe Vivi escapes and then she goes and goes and gets the Straw Hat's help because all of her family gets kidnapped and all that stuff. But it should be good, man. Sure.
Oh, all right, real quick. I think y'all been taking down a list of these different manga and anime to read and watch. Somebody slide me that.
What?
That list of yeah, because I there's some I'm sure I forgot.
Yeah, and that.
You got K. Terra Promos is one. That's a good one. K. Return of the King and Part 1. Those are two good anime.
Yeah, and I Get Back the show is mad good, and it doesn't take a long time for it to get good.
Hunter x Hunter, Parasite the Maxim.
Another thing about the Get Back is there's like 13 characters in it, but each one of them could fight. It's not like how a lot of shows is, and just the main 3 characters is strong. It's like all these people could fight.
Yeah.
And that was interesting. I'm like, oh snap.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, like Parasite the Maxim, Nanatsu no Taizai, Magi. What else? Food Wars. But yeah, I'm like falling asleep now. So
Let me just shit on Kobe one more time, because every time I have a conversation, people keep gassing up Kobe. Kobe is not being the next admiral. Kobe is not stronger than Luffy.
Kobe will be Luffy's rival
Yeah, not right now, but he's.
Kobe would not be Luffy's rival.
in the future. There's no reason to build Kobe up, like, for nothing, though.
He's jumping in.
That's like saying Smoker to beat Garp.
Stop.
Smoker's not beating Garp.
Kobe's weaker than Luffy right now, but he's jumping in ranks.
Way weaker. There's a difference. You gotta say way weaker.
No, but he's jumping in ranks a lot. Like his power's increasing a lot. He unlocked haki. He's got powers. He's up in the ranks. He's gonna be a beast.
They're not building
Kobe. I'm more of a Smoker fan, but Kobe's there for a reason.
They're building. They are Smoker.
And this is the other thing too.
Kobe's there to get Luffy angry. I think Kobe's gonna die and Luffy's gonna transform to Super Saiyan 16 or so.
Kobe's there. He's there to die.
Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, we'll touch on this next week, y'all. Appreciate you guys for coming, man. I do.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. Most def, man. Most def.
Time here, man. Thanks for having me on.
All right, no problem, man. Thank you guys for coming. We'll connect.
Oh, yeah, stay in touch.
All right, y'all.
Peace.